or click the mouse. Plus, Angie is free to use. So bring us your next home project, and we'll bring it home. Download the app or go to Angie.com. That's ANGI.com to get started.
MVP's bonus days are here for pros. For 12 days, pros save big and MVPs get even more. Because MVP's Pro Rewards members can earn bonus points to redeem for rewards. Earn points on every dollar spent up to $1,000 and get up to 3 times more points when you shop select brands and products. Find MVP's bonus day savings from July 11th to the 22nd in-store and online. Exclusively at Lowe's. Exclusively for pros. MVP's Pro Rewards program subject to program terms and conditions. Details at Lowe's.com/L/Pro Loyalty terms. Subject to change.
1-877 Cards for Kids. KARS Cards for Kids. 1-877 Cards for Kids. Donate your card today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Donate your car today at carsforkids.org. That's cars with a K. Your car, running or not, can be picked up as soon as the next day. No title? No problem. With gas prices at all-time highs, now's the time to donate.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
With your donation, you'll receive a tax deduction and vacation voucher, so donate today.
97.5 The Fanatic is an equal opportunity employer and is dedicated to performing broad outreach to fill job vacancies at the station. We seek the help of local community organizations in referring qualified applicants to our station. Community organizations that wish to receive our job posting should contact the Fanatic's business office by calling 610-771-9750. We also encourage listeners to visit bbgi.com, where you'll find an online listing of job openings at Beasley Media Group, LLC.
What is hope? Hope to me was just that he would get to come home. I had no idea how hard it would be once he got back.
I wish she'd stop drinking so much. She thinks it's helping, but it's not. I hope she sees that soon.
I act like I don't care if he comes to my games, but I hope he does.
I used to hope he'd find happiness again. Now I hope our marriage makes it.
I hope Grandpa will get help. He thinks it's too late, but it's not.
With everything that he's going through, I hope he sees a counselor. I just want my brother back.
I hoped he'd get help. Stop hoping things would get better on their own. He told me to stop asking. I didn't. Then one day he asked for a ride.
Hope is knowing there are other families just like yours, that the veterans they love got help and recovered. Go to maketheconnection.net and turn hope into action.
Hellsberg Diamonds presents The Guy Who Got It Right. Tim needed an engagement ring. He did research, listened to hints from his fiance's friends.
She wants a lab-grown, oval cut, and white gold with a halo.
And he went to Hellsberg Diamonds. At Hellsberg, Tim found an incredible selection of high-quality, lab-grown, and natural diamonds. He also found the ring she really wanted.
Nailed it. She is gonna freak.
Be like Tim. Find the ring of her dreams at a Hellsberg near you or at hellsberg.com. Ask now about special financing offers.
WPEN Burlington, Philadelphia, a Beasley Media Group station, home of the most entertaining sports talk in Philadelphia. 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Good morning. Thought I'd help you wake up.
It's 6 a.m. and you're listening to The John Kincade Show on 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Let the party begin!
The show starts now.
Hell yeah, it does. Halfway through your week. Well, I guess not technically till noon. Are you halfway through your week?
Well, for us, 8 a.m.
John Kincade Show on The Fanatic. That's the way to look at it, Jamie.
Yeah, we're halfway.
Jamie, you always find an optimistic viewpoint. 6 a.m. sponsors Bradford White Water Heaters. Bradford White's here for the pro. And Pat just figured out that Cars for Kids is spelled with a K.
Yeah. Blew my mind.
Where you been?
It's incredible.
1-877 Cars for Kids. Connor, did you know that? KARS, Cars for Kids.
I know it all too well, John. Like it's burned in the back of my mind.
You and Chevy both cringe every time that you guys hear the jingle because it just is for some reason. Why is it more impactful for you guys back there?
I don't know if it's where we sit. I don't know what it is, but
it's like the kids are singing right behind you.
They're right there. I look over my shoulder every time it plays to make sure there's not like a rock band on a raised platform like the TV commercial. Like, oh, there might be a kid with an electric guitar back there. I'm going to check, like the boogeyman.
And they keep changing out the kids in the Cars for Kids ads, Coach. It's almost like Menudo. Like, because they've been doing this ad for like 30 years. So I guess at a certain age, they tap you on the shoulder and say, you're no longer one of the Cars for Kids kids.
Yeah, once you age out, you got to, audition again. And I think that we should do one for the morning show here.
You think we should?
It's pretty weird when you see a guy singing the Cars for Kids commercial. He's got a 5 o'clock shadow.
That's where you're totally
Gets
out on it.
uncomfortable, yeah.
I wonder, have any of the Cars for Kids kids gone on to like be on like Stranger Things?
Ryan Gosling.
Like, was he one of the Cars for Kids? He really was? I didn't realize
he was
that.
and Alanis Morissette.
She was
before Nickelodeon.
In Canada.
Chad Kroger, too.
Yeah.
It all works.
It was a super group.
I think Drake.
No, he was on Degrassi.
Jamie's singing of Nickelback yesterday, making a hit on social media and also at my house, as the girls were both sort of laughing at that. Christina not understanding the hate either. Like I think she sort of went with the I think Coach's sort of angle of like not understanding the hate of Nickelback. She said I can understand like it's not her thing.
I just got beat over the head with it. Whatever year Nickelback was thriving and Pat's shooting his webs. I just heard that song way too many times.
I get it. Creed had the same problem with Arms Wide Open.
Oh yeah,
everybody liked Creed, and then you couldn't go 5 minutes without hearing with Arms Wide Open.
Easton PA's finest.
You're like, all right, man, like close your damn arms.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
No, wait, what?
I think Creed's Easton PA.
Creed's from Tallahassee, Florida.
I thought
Are
he
you
was
sure
from
about
Florida.
that?
Yeah, I thought he was a Florida guy.
Their original name is Naked Toddler.
Wow.
Naked Toddler?
Look it up, John. Look it up. Creed's original name, Naked
it
Toddler.
does say Tallahassee on their Wikipedia.
Yeah, he's from Florida.
Boom.
Yeah,
but I
he's
thought
a
the lead
Florida
singer
guy.
was Easton.
And what's their original name? And by the way, the
I'm
lead
gonna
singer's
trust
name,
you on that.
lead
I'm gonna
singer's
trust
name's
you on
Scott
that.
Stapp. Let's have some respect.
Oh my gosh.
I knew that.
Egan spitting knowledge. All right, our morning mind bender from Coach. 1 in 3 people in the United States they say they have seen this. What is it? I say a UFO.
It's Live I was thinking of.
Coach, I say it's a UFO.
Okay.
1 in 3 people.
What do the rest of the people say?
So is that incorrect?
1 in 3. It
1 in
can't be
3
a UFO. Well, maybe
Do you
it can.
realize how stupid we are?
Unidentified flying object is very vague. I think you're right. 1 in 3 people.
It can't be 1 in 3.
You're in America. Seriously?
There's 5 of us right here. No chance any of us have seen a UFO.
A good football take from me.
I think it's a ghost.
Damn you, man. Great, Connor.
Maybe
You're
it's
good.
Nickelback in concert.
Yeah.
No. All right, what is it, Coach?
The answer is an alien or a UFO.
Lies.
I thought so.
There you go.
Lies.
No, it's people are just stupid.
The 5 of us are here. Has anybody seen it?
No.
A UFO? No.
Yeah, but not like in
What
the
do you mean
typical
you
sense.
have?
See, here's the caviat. A UFO could be anything.
Did you
UFO
get probes,
could be
Connor?
like a cat falling out of a tree. And
No, it can't be.
It could be like a frisbee that was thrown really high.
No, it
It's
can't be.
You see an object, you don't know what it is. Yeah, that's a
No.
UFO.
No.
Yes.
How did I know if somebody in here was going to say that they've seen one? It's Connor.
Of course, it's Connor.
It would have to be Connor.
There's weird stuff up there in the sky. If you
Connor,
look
there's
long
nothing
enough.
weirder than what's sitting in your chair at the moment. So, I mean, don't worry about that. And look, he's looking behind him, thinking there's a UFO.
Is it the
in
Cars for Kids again?
And I am not a disbeliever in aliens at all.
No. Do you see these new space telescope pictures?
It's amazing.
It's incredible.
Well, the detail.
There's definitely other humans out there.
Well, no. I don't believe they're human.
Oh, there's something. I think there's humans.
There's alien. I believe there are alien life forms.
I think there's parallel universes.
Oh, you do believe? So, like, there's.
Yeah.
Really?
There's just too much.
So you're going to try to explain to me, like Olivia tried to explain to me again, this multiple universe
multiverse?
thing.
No, Matthew McConaughey's in the bookcase, John.
He's yelling Murph.
There you go.
I'm in the bookcase, Murph.
Hey, the short-handed Phillies took on the Blue Jays in Toronto, and I got to make an absolute just confession here.
I agree with you.
When I see it's a bullpen game, I'm almost checked out in the beginning of the game.
Yeah, I'm the same.
When it's July, because I'm like, I know it's going to be 4 hours that 4.5 or whatever, I'm never going to see the end of because I'm going to have to go to bed at some point. And it's so damn frustrating to say, like, okay, well, you're going to see Familia early. You're going to see this. I'm tired of it. I really can't believe if anyone had said to you 10 years ago to someone in Major League Baseball, oh, well, teams once a week are going to have a bullpen game. You would have been like, what? What's a bullpen game? And nowadays, then you get into the closer. I mean, the opener. Oh, well, now teams are going to go with an opener. I mean, I understand everybody thinks you can reinvent the wheel constantly. But to me, come on, give me a break.
Yeah, and I was curious when you raised the point what the updates on Suarez and Eflin were. I read Todd Zalecki from about 3 days ago, and he said it looks like both will be post All-Star game, returnees.
I feel much better then.
That does give me a sense of relief because bullpen games do suck. I don't like watching them. It's not the same, and
there just is a choppiness to it.
Yeah, there is. And Familia sucks. I hate watching this dude pitch. I wish he wasn't a Philly.
It's a buzzkill. There's no other way to put it. It's like you're just playing with fire every single inning because, as we've talked about, it seems like a lot recently, but bullpen arms are so finicky, and it's hard to go that many innings without giving up something. And eventually the dam breaks. Last night, Familia has to rear its ugly head.
Nice job by Knievel to get out of that.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
Like, you normally in that situation, I don't think Familia pitches, but because it's a bullpen game, you need him to pitch. That's what sucks about it. Like, there's nobody in AAA you can go to. Nobody.
How can an organization be that bereft of talent that you don't have anybody that you can toss out there to start a game? It's absolutely.
Who's that dude they called up?
In what world, Connor?
Yeah, it's weird. I really don't understand. You have Hans Kraus down there who made a spot start for you last year. Oh, yeah, he's
injured.
Okay, well, then other than that, it's the conversation we had about the prospects of trading them away. Like, at some point you got
nobody?
I mean.
And there are teams around Major League Baseball. We're seeing 5 or 6 of these bullpen games starts a week.
No one that they trust,
Nick Duran.
They'd be up.
It came up. Old Nick Duran. You guys pumped?
Yeah, of course.
Huh?
All right.
Nick Duran?
Yeah.
No, I don't have that.
If you would have said, are you excited for Nick Duran, I would have said,
concert.
What sport?
I would have said concert.
And I like to think of myself as like
Patty Prospect.
A big baseball fan.
Yeah.
So the Phillies lose 3 in a row. Level of concern?
Growing.
You're no longer in the wild card.
Yeah, I mean, I think
now falling back.
I just think they were playing above their fighting weight during that successful stretch. I still think they should make a move now. I'm not going to change off of that. And the longer they wait, I fear the more losses they can accumulate.
I doubt you're seeing one in the last 4 games leading up to the All-Star break.
Probably not at this point.
We're probably free through the All-Star
break. But Thursday, Friday, Saturday after the All-Star break, it's hunting season.
Let's hope it is. Let's hope it is.
I'm getting more concerned, and I blame myself. I look inward here. I look in the mirror. I'm like the kid from Sandlot when he comes out all covered in dust. Like I blame myself.
Yeah.
So you look in the mirror not to comb your hair.
No.
Oh, God, no.
To just
people were wondering about the bangs yesterday.
It's just I need a haircut. That's all it is.
Yeah, okay.
Look, we do radio.
I'm gonna send you up to Sal's.
For 400 people on YouTube, they can see what I look like. But don't worry about my hair. Worry about the lack of your hair. Look,
are you talking to me? Or?
No, I'm just talking. I'm talking to the general people out there. All right. No, it's I blame myself in the sense of I first brought up to begin this week. Like, look, they're all right, right? They're not losing games.
Right.
You start worrying about it when you start losing. Now they're losing games, Johnny.
Games. I know. Now they're.
If it's 4 in a row,
now you're not in the wild card.
If it's 4 in a row, I'm not doing well mentally.
Yeah.
Hey, do you love wings?
Yes.
Well, why don't you get into wings and check it out at PJ Wellahan's. We will have a announcement of our next PJ's Happy Hour. It's coming up in August.
I grabbed PJ's on Monday night. Did a little Cobb salad action.
Little Cobb salad action?
Yeah.
That was invented by a sports figure.
Yeah, Bobby Valentine.
Cobb.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
And some
Bobby
cheesesteak
Valentine.
egg rolls. Delightful.
Oh, well, everybody loves those.
Okay.
You're going to love it. Your own PJ Wellahan's. You will absolutely love it. Stop into your local PJ's and give them a try. And we'll look forward to seeing you next month at a brand new PJ's.
And hopefully we can try my wings.
Hopefully we can.
Yeah.
The Kyle Schwarber joins the Home Run Derby. So cue the fan outrage.
No, I love that stuff.
I'm reading.
Outrage?
Well,
I was reading yesterday going, it ruins a lot of people's swings.
We have Bobby Abreu PTSD with that because he went into the Home Run Derby and set the world on fire there. And then for the rest of the second half of the season wasn't the same. And I think a lot of people have scars from that.
Do they realize it had nothing to do with the Home Run Derby?
No, I don't think they do. That's why they complained about it.
They actually believe that one night caused Bobby Abreu to...
Well, I do think there's a thing out there where guys kind of, I don't know, not change their swing, but, they're popping and jacking.
I've seen guys bet in batting practice. Bet about hitting home runs in batting practice.
Oh, I don't doubt it.
And so I find it hard to believe that the Home Run Derby is going to screw with you when I've seen guys go out on a thing and say that I know there's $500 on the line or $200 on the line between players where they're betting on who hits more home runs and who can hit more home runs in 10 swings. So I'm not, Connor, I'm finding it hard to believe that Schwarber's going to fall apart.
Yeah, because you're looking at the wrong reason why he would. It's not the change of the swing path. In the modern game, everyone's trying to hit home runs all the time. It's the fatigue. It's going out there and swinging like 500 times in one night when you normally don't do that. That changes what your body's used to.
500? That's a bit much.
That's a little much.
They take batting practice in between rounds. If you go deep, it's a lot of swings for one night compared to how they normally swing. Think about it. In a normal baseball game, outside of batting practice, you probably swing, 15, 20 times? And then you
25 tops.
Is this why you walk in softball? You don't want to mess up your swing?
No, it's not. It's not a mess up of the swing. I'm not worried about him messing up his swing. I'm worried about what the fatigue can do, and people have brought that up who have participated in it before.
That one day's fatigue could hurt you for 3 months.
It just throws you off. Baseball's a game of consistency where you want to keep your routine as similar as possible, and when you do that to your body after not doing it for months and having months more to go, that's what I'd be worried about. I don't think it's a huge deal, but that's more the point of worry for me than changing the swing path is not a thing.
I do laugh at that. I've always believed baseball players are the most mentally fragile athletes of all the professional athletes, and I don't believe it's close.
Well, it's
the
probably
superstitious routine.
Yeah.
Give me my rest. Give me my. I've never seen anything like it.
It's mentally the sport where they fail the most. So I think it is a mental game in between the years.
And it's twice as long as any other season.
Well, that's the hard part, is where I always will give them the benefit of the doubt on what sucks about being a baseball player is 162 days of media.
Yeah.
Is having to constantly talk to people like us.
Well, also, imagine a basketball player goes out and he had to shoot 30% from the floor for 162 games. You think that would bother him? Because I do. Imagine if an NFL quarterback had to go out and throw for 30% completion percentage for 162 games. You think that would break some of those guys down? Because I do.
I think there's failure
I think they die.
in every sport.
Yeah, but
in
not
different ways.
Not to that level.
Arm would fall
Just
off.
because the stat doesn't mean the same. I think failure is failure.
Not to that level, though. You fail more in baseball than any other professional sport.
You do. I will continually say that's why you don't have baseball week on Jeopardy. I just have found it to be the lowest common denominator to deal with, is on the athlete front. It is the lowest common denominator.
I tend to agree.
You tend to follow that. I've had more. When I meet the guy in baseball, it blows me away. That's like the highly cerebral, intelligent. I always go, wow. Okay, that's
how'd you get into baseball?
That sort of stood out to me.
Yeah, there's a lot of Nick Castellanos, see ball, hit ball.
Oh. Let me ask you, Pat, and I saw you, and we'll get into it a little bit later more, but it's a story right off the bat, is that yesterday, Sixers Twitter was abuzz with, we got to go get Donovan Mitchell.
Yeah.
Donovan Mitchell's the guy. And I put something out. It didn't get met with much ridicule, but I did have a bunch of people questioning me on it, as the idea is, I believe Tyrese Maxey has a higher upside and is 3 or 4 years younger. I don't. Donovan Mitchell is a volume shooter. Is that not correct?
Yeah, he's a volume guy.
So why do you want a volume shooter on a team that already has like guys who need the ball. Like James Harden needs the ball.
He averages 20 field goal attempts a game. That's not
How would he find that? How do you find that with Joel Embiid and James Harden on your team? Explain to me how you find that kind of volume to make Donovan Mitchell effective, because the one thing I know about Tyrese Maxey, he's more efficient than Donovan Mitchell.
Yeah, I'm not making the trade with Tyrese Maxey. If some way a 3-teamer was involved and you could unload Tobias for Donovan Mitchell, that would probably change my opinion. But I don't want to part with Tyrese for Donovan Mitchell. That's not enough of an upgrade for me to part with him.
Have you watched Donovan Mitchell and said, damn, got to get that guy on the team? I like him. I like his game. But I'm not giving up. There's no way I'm giving up Tyrese Maxey to get Donovan Mitchell. None. There's no deal that I want to do that has that happen.
No. I think it's name recognition.
Oh, he's got it.
I think it's name recognition of, like, people know he's really, really good.
And he's a really, really good player.
But how many people are dialed into the Utah Jazz? Now, there are some out there. I'm sure there's some listener right now. They're just, NBA heads that will watch any game. But the casual fan that's pretty much only going to watch the Sixers.
You hardly see Utah.
Yeah, you're not watching Utah because they play at 10 p.m. and
so to put it in context, Donovan Mitchell was second in the NBA last year in field goal attempts per game. Luka was first at 21.9. Donovan was second, 20.6. Then it's John Morant, Devin Booker, Jason Tatum.
So you've got Joel Embiid and you've got James Harden.
Joel Embiid is 11th on that list.
And you have James Harden. And you're going to say that you want to add Donovan Mitchell into that mix.
James Harden at this point in his career came in at 38th.
I'm shocked by that. I would have guessed like 25.
14.9 attempts per game.
I don't know how you fit the Donovan Mitchell into that. And say everybody else, because honestly, you'd have to tell.
Well, Tobias, just looking at the numbers, is 13.9. So he'd roughly get 14.
That'd be fine.
If, and it would probably upgrade some. So he could probably get in that 17.
15, 16?
Yeah. Without too much of a sweat.
If it was Tobias for Donovan.
I think everybody'd be in on it.
Yeah.
I might be able to throw in Furkan.
Yeah, Utah looks like they're trying to accumulate
You could
picks.
be talked into that, Pat.
I could be talked. I could be convinced.
Yeah.
All right, what about the Johnny Gaudreau stuff? He's not going back to Calgary. By the way, classy move to get to Calgary and give them the word. There are many guys who are going up on free agency who don't give teams the word early. Johnny Gaudreau, I was talking to somebody in the NHL last night. He said one of the things being is that the awful taxation in Canada, one of the reasons why when you get a chance to make your money, come to the States, because the taxation's just terrible.
Yeah, and I imagine Calgary's in the best place to be in the winter.
That's insight on your part,
It's probably
Pat?
great in the summer. Hockey's played in the winter.
People were celebrating it last night as if, okay, this means he's coming to the Flyers.
I don't think it's a foregone conclusion at all.
I don't either.
John Buccigross put out last night, if he had to guess, that's what he was guessing.
He was guessing Flyers.
Well, I just think a lot of people are just connecting dots.
I've seen a lot of Devils stuff, that he's coming home to New Jersey.
I've said that since the beginning.
John from Jump Street was saying the Devils, and it makes sense.
Well, you have another star player to play with, and you have draft. They have a lot of they have talent in their minor league system.
Yeah, they drafted. Yeah, they drafted Hughes' little brother, 4th overall. So the Hughes brothers will be playing together soon, and they're just a better team. They don't have a goalie though. That's the one thing. I don't think they have a goalie at all. But it doesn't matter when you have Johnny Gaudreau and you have that much talent on a team. You can make it work. So the Devils are an interesting case.
And wouldn't that be coming home playing for the Devils?
Yeah, I think so.
Not as home as the Flyers.
But it's not. Yeah,
Flyers. He played.
Grew up
Flyers,
little Flyers fan,
right? Exactly.
So it's different.
I'm going to tell you, it is weird. I would look at it very strangely if he decided to be a Flyer. I would just say,
I want it.
At this point in your career, this is what. Is it about winning?
Yeah,
is it about winning a Stanley Cup?
I wouldn't look at him any different because I've seen it too many times in hockey where the guys sign with the team that, I mean, they suck. They sign with the team and then they turn the team around. So. Two cases
when you say turning around, though, I would actually tell you that you've set yourself back about being able to have a lot of options to turn it around if you sign Johnny.
Well, I don't think that Johnny Gaudreau is going to turn the Flyers around. He'll make them watchable and he'll improve them. But when you have that much talent available, you have to go get it.
If he says he wanted to be here,
this isn't like Brent Burns, who's an aging defenseman. It's one of the top 5-10 forwards in the league. I put up 90-plus points last year. You haven't had a guy that put up 90 since Claude Giroux a couple years ago. So
if he says he wants to be part of your team, you're saying
you have to
figure it out.
Yeah, you got to figure it out. Even if you're deep into a rebuild, which the Flyers aren't. Well, they don't realize
they're not rebuilding.
They don't realize that they're retooling. Jimmy.
Yeah.
But even if you were deep into a rebuild, even if you had the self-awareness, which the Flyers don't have, you would still sign Johnny Gaudreau because he's that good.
How? Tell me this: Johnny Gaudreau signs with the Flyers.
Yeah.
1,000 extra people in the rink every night.
I think more.
I
think probably closer to 2. He'll get the fans back that.
So they're gonna have like 9,000 people in the seats, 10,000, 11,000?
The fans that were season ticket holders that towards the end of the season, they were like, I'm not, what's the point? I'm not going to this game. They'll be back. They'll be back in the building watching. The casual fan, I don't know. I mean, he is really exciting.
He is an exciting player.
But the problem is, like, that team's going to have to score a lot of goals because they have no defense.
How big of a family does he have? Like, could he leave, like, a lot of brothers and sisters? Could he leave a bunch of tickets?
Well, he'd have to buy the ticket. He'd be buying the tickets.
Well, that would work.
Part of his deal.
I'm sure you can ask Rasmus.
Yeah.
Or Risto for his 2 tickets.
But that wouldn't count to your ticket sales. And they need ticket sales. Last year was embarrassing.
If they need ticket sales, they should lower tickets.
I think they should.
Lower the price.
Last year was embarrassing.
It's not rocket science.
It was not fun.
You want people to come in? Make it cheap.
Make it a little bit cheaper. Get everybody in the building. Get everybody to feel energized. Look, Johnny Gaudreau, I'd love to see it because it gives us a storyline to talk about.
Yeah, he would make it matter.
I just say, I'd be shocked if a young man it would tell me that winning a Stanley Cup isn't one on your priority list.
Or he believes he can be, the
difference maker.
Yeah, the change in the organization.
Well, it's going to take 3-4 years to build a Stanley Cup contender.
So
I would believe.
I think we look at the Flyers differently because I think the league-wise they look at the Flyers as they're always trying to contend.
Right.
I think that goes a long way with players.
Sure.
The idea that like we're actively
they're not tearing it down.
With that said, they do it horribly.
There is a civil war breaking out in sports, and one of the most outspoken figures has lowered the boom. We'll get to that next. Thanks for hanging out with us. John Kincade Show, 97.5 The Fanatic. It's the season for beaches, for vacations, for pop-up thunderstorms and hurricanes. So no one wants to come home from their vacation knee-deep in water in their basement because there's a lot of mess and, more importantly, a lot of expense. So if you're getting water in your basement or crawl space, there are chances that you could be housing mold, you could be having damage to your property, and you could be jeopardizing your foundation, which is the big problem. So don't take any chances anymore. Let my friends from Dry Tech Waterproofing Solutions come over and assess the issue and find ways that they can protect your home. This is preventative measures. They are the leader in basement waterproofing, so you can enjoy your summer knowing that your house is going to be protected. And if you call today to schedule your free estimate, mention the Kincade Show, and you're going to receive 15% off your service because the next storm could ruin your summer plans, and it could drain your bank account. So I want you to call my friends at Dry Tech Waterproofing Solutions now. Mention the Kincade Show, get 15% off your service. You want to fix this before it becomes the major issue. Visit drytechcorp.com. That's Dry Tech Waterproofing Solutions. I want you to protect your investment.
The John Kincade Show.
Say it. I'll say it. Loser, putz, dork, doof, dink, schmo, dingus, goober.
On 97.5 The Fanatic. Philadelphia. 97.5 The Fanatic has a major station announcement. Listen today at 4 p.m. This is 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
The summer heat means it's that time of year to crank up the AC again, to keep your home cooling more efficiently and help save you on high energy bills. I suggest you go Guida and finally replace your old, drafty, inefficient windows and doors with my good friends at Guida Door and Window. Right now, Guida is offering their best discounts of the year with their big 40% off summer sales event on all expertly installed windows and doors. You'll receive 40% off each window you buy. That's right, 40% off all high-performance, energy-efficient triple pane and windows. And you'll receive 40% off any door, including insulated entry doors, patio doors, garage doors, and storm doors. Plus, get your project started today with no money down and the pay it off interest-free for up to 18 full months. All prior sales excluded. Minimum purchase required. Don't let these big discounts pass you by. Go Guide It today. Take advantage of these limited time savings by calling to schedule a free in-home estimate at 1-877-GO-GUIDA or visit them at GoGuida.com. That's GoGuida.com.
Hey guys, Bob Cooney here, and step up to the tee and take a swing at betting the PGA Tour on FanDuel Sportsbook in partnership with Valley Forge. New customers can bet the tour with a no-sweat first bet and get $1,000 back in free bets if you don't win. I always like to look at the leaders on the leaderboard. You know the big names, the Rory McIlroys, the Jordan Spieth, the Justin Thomases. There's a whole lot of those guys. But look at the history of the tournament they're playing and go back. This is what I love to do, and see how certain players did in the tournament last year. Maybe that's the bet you want to make. FanDuel has great daily promotions, and I love when I win. I get paid faster than a blistering drive off the tee. So see for yourself why FanDuel is America's #1 sportsbook. Download the FanDuel Sportsbook app and sign up using promo code BOB to get started with your no-sweat first bet up to $1,000. That's promo code BOB. FanDuel Sportsbook, the official betting operator of the PGA Tour.
21 plus and present in PA. First online real money wager only. Refund issued as non-withdrawable site credit that expires in 14 days. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Get in the zone. AutoZone. Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today? Starting trouble. No one likes that. We'll get you set up for some stronger starts. You might just need a fresh charge, and we'll take care of that free of charge. But if it is time for a new battery, we've got replacement batteries that'll fit your needs, starting at just $69.99. You can learn more about our battery selection at AutoZone.com. That's what makes us America's #1 battery destination. Get in the zone. AutoZone. Claim based on data from the NPD Group 2021.
Like bones, your teeth lose density and become weaker over time, which can lead to tooth decay. And that can make your visit to the dentist feel like this. But if you want your dental visit to feel like this, try new Crest Densify. Crest Densify actively rebuilds tooth density to extend the life of teeth by remineralizing enamel. New Densify from Crest, the #1 toothpaste brand in America. Smile, Crest has you covered.
If this were a Reese's TV ad, you'd be staring at a Reese's peanut butter cup. And sure, my voice is peanut buttery smooth, but still, you need to see the peanut butter cups, right? No? I can really just say Reese's and you'll go get some? Okay. Reese's. 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 Really working, actually. Reese's. Reese's. I'm on to something. Reese's. Reese's. Reese's.
At Lowe's, every pro is an MVP to us. That's why we're introducing MVP's bonus points to our rewards and partnership program. It's the only pro loyalty program where you can earn points just by downloading our app or shopping select items by trusted brands and more. Then redeem your points for rewards that level up your business. Join MVP's Pro Rewards today and earn your first 1,000 points. MVP's Pro Rewards program subject to program terms and conditions. Details at Lowe's.com/L/Pro Loyalty terms. Subject to change.
Every search you make, every click you take, they'll be watching you.
Tired of companies like Google and Facebook watching everything you do online? There's actually a simple solution. DuckDuckGo. It's an all-in-one privacy app with a built-in private search engine, web browser, one-click data clearing, email protection, and more, all for free. Download the app today and get the most comprehensive privacy protection with a push of a button. DuckDuckGo. Privacy simplified.
New message.
What up, what up? It's Heather's cousin. You dated her in college, or maybe you were just in the same class. Anyway, I heard you bought a boat, my man. Let's hit the water. Oh, and Heather told me you always liked, snacks and stuff, so I could totally bring some chips.
When you get a boat, you also get new friends. Make sure Progressive's one of them, and get coverage today for as little as $100 a year.
Hey, also, I'm a little short on cash, so can you cover the chips? Thanks. I can see why Heather liked you.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Annual premium for basic liability policy not available in all states.
As a contractor installing windows, you deserve a simple choice. Anderson 400 series windows. They're the cladwood windows contractors trust the most. So much so, they're the windows contractors trust for their own homes. And they even have fewer callbacks for extra peace of mind. When it comes to windows, the choice is simple. It's Anderson 400 series windows. The windows contractors trust the most. Request a quote at AndersonWindows.com today.
Claims based on 2022 Anderson Brand Survey of U.S. contractors.
Listen to 97.5 The Fanatic everywhere. On Alexa at 975thefanatic.com, the Fanatic app, and now on Odyssey. Now, back to the John Kincade Show.
There is nothing bougie about this show. Look, I'm the only guy in here from Delco.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
I know where Pat Egan's going to be at 4 o'clock today.
My house?
Yeah, but you're going to be listening to a major announcement.
Oh, because I have my radio right here?
Yeah, you do. You have it
palm of my
right in
hand.
the palm of your hand.
Form of an iPhone. That's right, folks. If you got a phone,
you have a
you've got a radio.
Connor's going to be up from his nap.
I'll be viewing apartments, so I'll have to.
You will be
tune in
viewing
on the phone.
apartments?
Yeah.
Where are you looking?
I've got like 3 or 4 different spots I'm stopping by today, just around the general Center City area, because my lease is up end of August.
Pool?
The one I looked at, the first one I looked at had a pool. I don't think any of these do. They all have gyms in them.
How much do they ding you for a pool in an apartment complex, would you say is the difference in your rent?
So the one place I looked just had a $300 one-time amenities fee, which covered everything.
That's not bad at all.
No. It's not like yearly or anything. If I re-up my lease, it would just it would carry over.
Because
so
the
we're good.
pool is a big thing in an apartment complex.
Yeah,
right?
absolutely. I have one in Jersey, but that's like a 35-minute drive. Can't be doing that every day.
It's not the same.
You strike me as a guy that goes to the pool, but you don't actually go in the pool.
No, I always go in the pool.
Okay, all right. I respect that.
What, am I worried to get my hair wet?
I rarely ever get out of the pool if I'm at a pool.
I
Rarely
move
do I
around too
sit
much.
out.
I'm antsy. I can't be in the pool for too long. I can't be out of the pool for too
So
long.
you get out of the pool, get in the pool, get out of the pool, get in the pool. You're that
Yeah,
guy?
Play catch with the football, play some cornhole, drink a beer.
Okay, that's cool. Hey, Invisible Fence Brand is donating $10,000 to a local animal shelter as part of their From Shelter to Forever Home initiative. Visit invisiblefence.com to nominate your local animal shelter. Now, animal shelter, does that include SPCA's? Because I'd nominate. We have one right up the block.
I think so.
We have one right up the block from our house. And
I mean, they are an animal shelter.
Olivia and I have stopped in probably 3 times since she's moved up. Just to see.
I can't do it because I know I would walk out of there with a dog.
Well, she knows she's not
And we
allowed
already
since
have
she's
one.
leaving for college.
I know, but I'm a sucker. It's like when my mother-in-law will start looking at puppies.
Oh my god.
She's like, "Well, I'm just looking." I was like, "Well, congratulations on your new dog, because you're gonna get one."
Well, she also may be looking for your children. Maybe
No.
she's thinking of a
No,
gift. Like Christmas Day coming over.
They're
with
3 dogs at once, people.
Are they really?
Yeah, sounds like a kennel.
What
over
do
there
they do when they travel?
They don't really travel.
Okay, so they don't really travel.
Yeah.
Okay,
They're
well,
like-
that'd be easier.
Yeah.
If you don't really travel, that's a little bit easier.
And then they get Bootsy on top of it.
Bootsy!
A lot of times. So
It's like our buddy Shefty, who actually is traveling.
Right.
Believe it or not.
Finally.
But most of the time he doesn't. And one of the big reasons why is because he has his dogs.
Right.
He's got like 3 or 4 of them.
Yeah.
And they're big. So I guess
Yeah, they're
boarding
not
them
small.
would be a hassle. We went the new place we found to board Nikki when we went away. I walk into the place. Christine's like, you have to drop her off. You have to go and see it. It has like a chandelier in the lobby.
What's
And
the
they
name of it?
It's like a pet resort. I think
Okay.
it's called a pet resort or something. But it's beautiful.
Yeah, well, they make the money. Boardman gets paid, John.
Really nice.
My sister
And
uses a place called Fuzzy Butts.
Fuzzy Butts.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Not for her, for the dogs.
For Otis.
Hey, Otis. Now,
Yeah.
Otis sounds like a big jughead dog.
He is
Like a giant head dog.
like a 70-pound German short-haired pointer.
Oh, my gosh. Beautiful dog.
A gorgeous dog.
Oh,
yeah.
my gosh. Hey, Tiger Woods told the Live Golf guys yesterday, I just don't get you. In a shot that really begins the public civil war when Tiger Woods gets involved. Let's hear a little bit from Tiger on his points about the Live Tour.
I disagree with it. I think that what they've done is they've turned their back on what has allowed them to get to this position. Some players have never got a chance to even experience it. They've gone right from the amateur ranks right into that organization, and who knows what's going to happen in the near future with the criteria for entering major championships. Some of these players may not ever get a chance to play major championships. That is a possibility. Some players will never ever get a chance to play in a major championship, never get a chance to experience this right here. Walk down the fairways at Augusta National. That, to me, I just don't understand it. These players are doing for, guaranteed money. What is the incentive to practice? What is the incentive to go out there and earn it in the dirt? I just don't see how that move is positive in the long term.
I agree with Tiger, but I also understand that if you give people a chance to make easy money, many times people will just take the easy money. I think his point about what's the point of practicing now? You're getting paid just to appear. You're not being paid to compete anymore. Your paycheck isn't based on just how well you play or how much work you're putting in on your game. And to me, Tiger Woods got all of these guys paid. Yeah. Tiger Woods is the reason that all of them were in a position to be able to demand this.
Yeah, Dustin Johnson in particular is a guy that's made like $89 million or something on the PGA Tour up until he left, and Brooks Koepka was another guy who made I think like 65 or 70 at this point. Plus,
and that doesn't include their endorsements.
Yeah,
right,
plus endorsements.
Exactly.
God, look, I understand the desire for the most amount of money you can get, but to not play in majors, it does, to Tiger's point, it does feel like a concession on competition.
Okay, Golf Magazine had a thing that people identified golfers, and they asked them, like, can you identify Brooks Koepka? Can you identify these people? And they were saying what they asked the same people that knew who these people were. Where did you watch them? And it was 90% plus majors.
Yeah, of course. I mean, like,
so how do you take yourself out of that mix? Like, how do you even risk that?
Not competing for a claret jug or a green jacket. Like, I can't imagine not competing for your sport's highest honor.
People aren't
while making good money. It may not be live money, but like, let's not act like they're poor.
A live golf event in North Jersey in August is not going to draw eyeballs to the television.
No, I watched it on YouTube, the first tournament they had, and I just found it odd.
There's no jack to it. There's no payoff to it. As far as for people to tune in and go, man, I'm going to go follow my favorite golfers to play in a Trump course in New Jersey.
Yeah.
With nothing on the line.
I mean, maybe diehard golf fans will, but Jim, you're kind of that, and you're saying, like, I checked in on it. And
I mean, if it was like around the corner for me, I might go to an event if I got like free tickets, but
you're not searching it out.
No.
It doesn't have the name recognition as the PGA Tour.
No, like the BMW Open's coming to Wilmington in a couple weeks, and my wife and I would love to go down, check out a day. If anybody has tickets from the Wilmington BMW Open, and send them my way. So we discussed, driving the hour and 15 minutes or whatever it is to get down there to watch a PGA event, because it's
special to be able to do that.
Yeah, part of sports lore is the history of the sport. Like, I can't imagine somebody leaving, let's say, the NHL to go play in a Russian league.
Oh, that happens.
Where nobody's
maybe not the Russian league, but maybe like even worse than
Austrian league.
Yeah, like you want the Stanley Cup.
How about your league, Pat?
Yeah.
What if Johnny Gaudreau really wants to be in your league?
Yeah, we could have used him last night.
But like, you want to compete for the
A3
cup.
loss.
Oh,
yeah, no, you're right. I mean, I
you want to compete for the green jacket. You want to do those
and
things.
that's where people see your work.
Yeah,
that's where your endorsements come from. That's where everything.
Most of the time, guys going overseas to play, they're from that country, or they've already won, but
they want
they're
the
not
cup.
good enough. But they want their name on the cup, right? Like, you're right. Like, it's you want that thing that you grew up watching your heroes win.
Yeah.
We just talked about that last time, though. Do they? Or do they want paydays?
I think some guys are telling
you. You got a chance, and you're in your late 20s, and you got a chance to.
I think it does change. I think for some, it's like you grew up wanting the green jacket, and then you grow up wanting a second house, and a third house,
right,
and a fourth house,
and a private jet,
and a BMW, and PJ. Yeah, you want to start calling private jets PJs because it sounds cooler.
Is that a thing?
Yeah, but then PJs may sue you.
PJ Wellhands might.
They might sue you.
Yeah, but
Jim listens to this show. He might.
I know he does.
We could borrow Jim's private jet.
I don't know that he has one.
I don't think. Yeah, he's a man of the people.
He may. He seems like a man of the people.
Dude, he doesn't have a PJ's PJ.
He pulled up in a Honda Accord to the PJs in Newtown Square like the everyman.
He's seriously.
Well, he had a PJ, but he had to remortgage it after Bob's Wings cost him all that money.
It did. It sort of, yeah.
Sorry about that. You'll get it back, Jim. Once the Doritos flavor comes out. Make that money.
College Ave student loans, know that your kid's getting ready to go to college. I know ours is. So before they make their college choice, because at some point that bill is going to come due, visit collegeave.com, a better student loan experience. We had Ryan Schwager in the other day, our super intern from last summer, who just graduated, and he's begun his career journey. And he said, yeah, the student loan payment started in June. He's like, it just started. I got to start paying it.
I had a 6-month grace period, and I'll use that term loosely because the grace period is, yeah, we're going to let you not pay for 6 months as the interest continues to grow.
Oh, that's nice of them, though.
Sweet. Thanks, Sally.
That's why you need to make the intelligent decisions beforehand. And
Sally made nothing but the worst.
They'll take it. They'll take great care of you.
And she's mean.
In the linchpin, Jamie wants to put a sad thought in our heads.
This is the linchpin.
I put it. I think of it as an appreciation thought, not sad per se, but it definitely could be construed as sad. Yeah, it just hit me the other day that Jason Kelce, Brandon Graham, and Fletcher Cox all could be entering the final years of their career as Eagles, and they are 3 monster cornerstone pieces of this franchise's success over the last 10 plus years. And Zach Ertz last year is gone. Now these 3 could be gone. And it just kind of, made me realize that the 2010 Eagles era is over. That's
sad.
It's a turning of chapter in the organization. I mean, Jason Kelce's going to end up in Canton one day. There's a chance Fletcher Cox could too.
I think there's a pretty good chance.
I mean, he was the all-decade defensive tackle up there, so usually all-decade guys have a pretty good chance of making it. But these are monster pillars of the organization, and I just bring it up to appreciate them a little bit this year. Fletcher Cox isn't what he once was. Maybe he has a little bit of a bounce back this year, but I'm not gonna crucify Fletcher this year if he underperforms again, because I've kind of just accepted that he's not the player he once was. And if it's his last year, I don't want it to be.
But what if he doesn't show up on the score sheet for 4 or 5 weeks in a row? Come on, you should. Why would you give him a free pass?
It's not a free pass.
That
it's
would
just
be a free pass.
Yeah, but I've just accepted what he is. He's not.
To not show up on the sheet for weeks at a time? That should never be accepted.
I don't think he'll be that bad.
He was last year.
It's not accepted. It's just we got the best out of you we could get, and
this is what he is at this point.
Yeah,
to not show up on the score sheet?
There's no point of getting angry about it.
Yeah, I'm just not going to get angry about it because.
Okay, but we get angry at, I'm trying to think of the linebacker from Washington.
Ryan Kerrigan.
Ryan Kerrigan. We get mad at him for not showing up on the score sheet.
But I didn't have any expectations.
And we mock him for it.
Well, I didn't have any
expectations for Cox should be much higher.
No, a little bit different because Cox brought you a Super
He's got
Bowl.
equity.
So in other words, it's a lifetime achievement award.
Ryan Kerrigan was a 1-year signing. I have no emotional tie to Ryan Kerrigan. I don't give a damn about Ryan Kerrigan.
No, I'm saying, so it's just a lifetime achievement. Give him a free pass.
Fletcher Cox eventually turned on. We were ripping Fletcher Cox for not showing up on the score sheet. We were. And then he finally started to improve throughout the season because Gannon switched some things up. So it's not like we just gave him a free pass when he wasn't performing. But at this point, it's
I've accepted who he is.
I think everybody blamed it on Gannon.
No, I don't. I don't at all. No, Bob especially didn't.
He was all over that like week
Bob
1.
woke up and chose violence against Fletcher Cox because I think Fletcher tried to go after Donna.
I
think that was it.
Back in the day.
That makes sense.
But it's like getting annoyed at 76 traffic. It's annoying, but it's to be expected at all hours.
Wow.
Sometimes they just decide, you know what? Let's just show up and close the lane for no damn reason.
Yeah, and BG coming back this year, I think is going to be.
I'm excited for that.
Is going to be big. But again, he's probably not going to be the player he once was. 34, coming off an Achilles.
I don't expect him to be
bad. So the only one of these guys I expect to be what he always has been is Kelce. The other 2 I take with a little bit of a grain of salt this season.
I just don't expect him to be anonymous.
No, you certainly don't want to see that.
I don't think he will, though.
Okay.
I don't think he will
He
either.
was last year for big stretches. That's why I'm saying it.
Well, the whole team was anonymous for big stretches. Like the first 6 weeks, they were dog crap. Like, let's not pretend that this team wasn't a dumpster fire that we were sitting there going, top 10 pick, no, top 3 pick.
I got you.
When we left Las Vegas, they had 3 top 10 picks.
They did.
And I think theirs was the highest. So it's it's not just Fletcher. It's the whole damn team, Johnny.
Man.
The whole team.
Yeah, He's got you guys right where he wants you.
No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't.
He's in a safe space.
No,
he's in a safe space.
We haven't been drinking the Fletcher Kool-Aid.
Yeah.
Hey, we appreciate you. Remember, you can go to FanFest. We'd love to see you at FanFest. FanDuel Sportsbook presents FanFest 2022. It's going to be absolutely awesome. Saturday, October the 1st, 1 to 5 p.m. at Xfinity Live. We look forward to seeing you there. It is going to be a great, great time. You got to be 21 to enter. Stay tuned to The Fanatic for updates on special guests and more. We're going to give away 2 pairs of tickets right now at 215-263-0975. 215-263-0975. 2 pairs of tickets to FanFest 2022, and we look forward to seeing you there, and we hope that you will make time to be there. Be listening all day long for your chance to win tickets to FanFest, and we'll look forward to seeing you. So, Pat, Ballsack Sports, got him again. By the way, we are still the domain name holder to Ballsack Sports.
Yeah. They got ESPN again, hook, line, and sinker, with a fake Ja Morant quote about Michael Jordan. And the quote was believable enough. Like, they perfectly did this quote that you didn't go, it's so ridiculous that, it must be fake. You went, oh, I can buy that. It was basically Ja Morant saying that Michael Jordan, if he played today, would be just another guy. Surrounded by all the superstars. Surrounded by all the superstars in the NBA. He would get his, but he would be just another superstar. He wouldn't be anything special. And it's a slow sports time, I think, as we've all acknowledged just about every day here. So ESPN has to talk about something for 12 hours. And they latched onto this Ballsack Sports quote and ran with it. Like Usain Bolt. And then people were like, dude, are you fell for...
You fell for that?
You fell for ball sacks? Ball sack sports?
Last night and found ball sacks.
Well, ESPN did. So they had to do a mea culpa on the air, go back and apologize.
It was Jacoby from Jalen and Jacoby. I'm sorry, I don't know his first name.
So good.
Yeah, they had to go back and basically say, like, hey, our bad.
Our bad. We didn't do our research.
I hate the crap on a ball sack report.
You always say, I hate the poop.
I hate the internet poop.
Jason McIntyre from Fox Sports yesterday.
Yeah, he's very critical of Philadelphia media.
Yeah,
from his time here, he said we're like nitwits or
really
2 cent heads
I'm
or something.
Critical of the job he does.
I'm critical of Jason McIntyre, and I called him out last night and I said, Jason, are you serious? Like, he's criticizing the fact that why would someone make up fake quotes like that? And I said, Jason, why would a journalist not do their homework fall for a ball sack sports thing and run with it? I mean, it's because they expect us to actually be professionals.
That's like saying, like, why would anyone waste the time of doing a fake news report on a Saturday Night Live? I don't know, because it's funny.
It's David Jacoby, by the way. I did not know. I did not know his name was
because ESPN and you running with a Ballsack Sports report will always be hilarious. Yeah. That's why people do it.
And why wouldn't they do it?
It's hilarious.
I don't understand why they wouldn't do
According to ballsacksports.com.
There's always been parody accounts.
Yes.
There's always been this stuff going on. I don't understand why, like, Jason McIntyre's appalled by it.
I find this stuff funny. I find when somebody puts a fake report out there as if it's like a factual trade or whatnot, I find that annoying.
You mean like when people fall for the fake Adam Schefter account without a blue check?
You do it more than anybody.
Jamie,
I'm the NBA Central guy because there's NBA Central with 2 L's or 2 R's. I'll eat the poop
Jamie,
on
you
those.
do not look for the blue check.
No, Adam Schefter, I don't think I've retweeted a fake Schefter one.
No, I'm not saying that it's particular one, but you've fallen for this.
The blue check. You got to look for
we all have. We all have one time or another fallen for a fake report. That stuff I find annoying. This ball sack
sports. So you find that annoying?
I do. I find it annoying. This stuff I find hilarious.
All right, we still have the ball sack sports domain. We've still got it.
Does Jason McIntyre want to buy it from us?
That's what I'm wondering.
Got to use it for something.
Yeah,
we got to use it for something.
Now, there's a conspiracy theory out there, actually.
What's that?
That ESPN is intentionally using this story because they know they will get more traction when people are like, oh, look, they got him. So they're intentionally using the fake quote, knowing it is, to then have people interact with the media they put out.
No.
I can tell you, having worked there for many, many years for ESPN, I can tell you that is absolutely untrue.
Okay.
They would, in fact, you would be shocked to the level that people get punished and people get scolded. for stuff that makes ESPN look bad.
Yeah, I didn't have a thought one way or another, but I was curious what you guys were thinking on that
absolutely false on that one. They would never. They are in fact hyper upset when any kind of negative publicity like that. That's considered. They consider themselves a journalistic entity, which I sort of chuckle at, because you're the home of First Take. You're the home, and believe me, I'm not criticizing Stephen A. Smith's great success, because I think Stephen A. is one of the great American entrepreneurs. So I applaud that. It's great. But when you have First Take as one of your most profitable outlets, then to me, you're not worried about journalistic integrity. You're not worried about anything like that.
Well, they do have some guys that are great at it that unfortunately probably get lumped in with the Stephen A's.
They do.
And all that of the world. There's a local guy, John Barr, that writes for ESPN that I think is, has the journalistic integrity you look for. Woj and some of these other guys bring that old school journalistic
double
approach.
check, triple check.
Sure, Jeremy Fowler. There's a lot of guys there that are legit. You just get tied in with the rest of it all.
Yeah, it's it is weird how it's all come together. But I couldn't believe that a member of the journalistic community and Jason
still makes me laugh.
Jason McIntyre is going, why would somebody sit there and make up fake quotes? Like who does this?
So he clearly
lures you into
he fell for it, I'm guessing?
Yes.
I'm assuming so.
And I'm like,
he runs the red light, he crashes into the car, and then he blames the person for being there?
Yeah.
I mean,
dude, it's your fault, man. Look inward.
Do your work. Do the work.
Jackass.
It takes 2 seconds to go, wait a minute, where is this report from? Oh, it's from Ballsack Sports. I'm not running with it. I am not running with it.
Jason McIntyre, you're the man. You are the man. Like, come on.
This is strange.
You're going to blame Ballsack Sports because you couldn't click a link, you jackass?
Now, who are these people? Who are these people that are making up these fake quotes and everything
and
like
I like
that?
where he's like, oh, yeah, who's got the time for that? It's like, dude, that probably took them.
Who's got the time?
That took him
Dude,
15 seconds.
And it's brilliant because
It's not that creative of a quote. I hate to break it to
not. But the weird thing is, when you read it the first time, you could have believed it. You could have believed that somebody in this era would say, well, someone who maybe didn't grow up with MJ, seeing MJ, would go, oh, well, I think it's all hype, or I think it's... You could believe that somebody would say something like that.
Yeah, but when I read a quote and it makes me, double take at it,
right.
my
Then you
immediate thought
research,
is,
where's it from?
Wait, where did this come from? Because this sounds fake.
Where did this from?
Oh, it is fake.
I'll tell you this. If anything comes out of the Connor Thomas Sunday experience, there's going to be problems, Connor.
Nah,
you
I'm
double
good.
check and you triple check.
That's why we only go opinion. We never base anything on fact or quotes. It's safe all the way.
It's all opinion. the Connor Thomas Show. No facts, just opinion. I like that. Hey, you can run with that. Big announcement today at 4 o'clock. We look forward to hearing what it is. Coach, the king of secrecy. Coach could have worked in the Kremlin. It's like you can't get any information out of him. Nothing is able to be known. It's as if we don't even work here.
Yeah, we're not gonna launch Pat today at 4. We're gonna wait.
You're gonna wait
for FanFest for that. Yeah, we're gonna do that on the main stage of FanFest.
my job.
Into a volcano.
Yeah.
No. It's gonna be like the old cannon.
There's a few people that are very disappointed to hear that I'll be keeping my job tomorrow.
Well, who knows?
Shout out to
tune in
Marketing
at 4
Pro.
o'clock today.
He just said he's not going to be launching me today.
Yeah, but there could be something.
That's exactly what he'd say if he was launching you
so
today.
they're going to fire me at 4 o'clock, but bring me back for FanFest.
That could be like just like it could very well be.
At that point, I'll be unemployed. I do need money. So
you might need it for that point.
At 4 o'clock, Pat's gonna get a text message from me that says,
"Yeah, call me."
All right, I want to hear about quarterbacks across the NFL because something said yesterday left me scratching my head. We'll get to it next. John Kincade Show on The Fanatic. I can tell you this, what hasn't left me scratching my head is my weight loss. And I can tell you that coming up on Monday, I will have my 3-month mark with Copair Health. And when I started, I had a goal to lose 28 pounds. Did I think I would lose it? I wanted to. Did I think I'd be successful? I hoped I would be. Vance and the entire team at Copair doing a great, great job with me. And what they've been doing is lancing it off the weight is what this is coming together. 23 pounds in 12 weeks. So the weight loss has been consistent. It has slowed down, but I continue to see the results. I continue to have that positivity. And they want to help you out too. So here's what I want you to do. Go to Copair Health, COPAREhealth.com. They've got a special deal for you right now if you are a Fanatic listener. See, tell them you're a Fanatic listener. Tell them you want to lose some weight. I'm going to devote 3 months of my life, and by Monday, I'm hoping to be down another pound. It could be 24 pounds, 25 pounds in 1 quarter of the year. Changing my health, changing my life. I'm getting a full physical today, and I can't wait to see the results. Check out my friends at Copair Health. They'll make a difference for you. COPAREhealth.com.
The John Kincade Show.
You can't just tag no offense on the end of something horribly offensive and act like it's okay.
On 97.5 The Fanatic. Philadelphia.
Hey, kids, I'm going to Wawa. Anybody want anything? It's Hoagie Fest.
Hoagie Fest is here.
So, classic meatball and classic Italian with cherry pepper relish. And a new picture frame.
Wawa Hoagie Fest is back. Whatever your order, summer tastes better when it's full of hoagie love. Get $5 shorties and $6 classic hoagies. Limited time only. See store for exclusions.
There's an epic cookie battle happening right now at Wawa. Will it be Oreo cookies and cream frozen beverages? Or will you choose Chips Ahoy cream smoothies, milkshakes, and more? If you can't choose one, go for both in our limited time ultimate cookie mashup, made with real pieces of Oreo and Chips Ahoy cookies. 2 legendary cookies, 1 epic frozen treat. Gotta have a Wawa.
Hey guys, it's Andrew. Step up to the tee and take a swing at betting the PGA Tour on FanDuel Sportsbook in partnership with Valley Forge. New customers can bet the tour with a no-sweat first bet and get up to $1,000 back in free bets if you don't win. A lot of guys leaving the tour, but some of the players that still remain, you know you can bet on them. Rory McIlroy, one of them. He's a guy that I don't really trust toward the end, but you can always bet for him to finish in the top 5 or the top 10 of a tournament or just to make the cut. FanDuel, they have great daily promotions, and I love when I win because I get paid faster than a blistering drive off the tee. So see for yourself why FanDuel's America's #1 sportsbook. Download the FanDuel Sportsbook app and sign up using promo code Fanatic to get started with your no-sweat first bet up to $1,000. That's promo code Fanatic. FanDuel Sportsbook, official betting operator of the PGA Tour.
21 plus and present in PA. First online real money wager only. Refund issued as non-withdrawable site credit that expires in 14 days. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Every search you make, every click you take, they'll be watching you.
Tired of companies like Google and Facebook watching everything you do online? There's actually a simple solution. DuckDuckGo. It's an all-in-one privacy app with a built-in private search engine, web browser, one-click data clearing, email protection, and more, all for free. Download the app today and get the most comprehensive privacy protection with the push of a button. DuckDuckGo. Privacy simplified.
Mom, I don't feel good.
What's wrong, bud?
My tummy hurts.
When your child has tummy troubles, reach for Pepto Kids. Pepto Kids is designed for little tummies and helps to soothe upset stomach, sour stomach, and acid indigestion. So when you need multi-symptom relief that works fast,
I feel a lot better now. Can I go out and play?
Sure.
look for Pepto Kids chewable tablets. Pepto Kids, relief for little tummies. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
This is a Reese's Peanut Butter Cup sound experiment. We're looking to find the perfect way to hear Reese's so you'll buy more of them. Here we go. Reese's, 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 Reese's. Hey, get out of here, you little stinker. Reese's.
Reese's. Reese's.
Peanut Butter Cups. That breathy one sounded very creepy, am I right?
Think you know Amazon? Think again. Did you know you can get paid when it works best for you? That means you can get the money you earned directly after your shift, or that you get benefits like healthcare on your very first day. As an Amazon warehouse associate, you'll be amazed by what you can get. To learn more about all of the benefits of working an hourly job at Amazon, go to amazon.com/hourly. That's amazon.com/hourly. Amazon is proud to be an equal opportunity employer.
Get in the zone, AutoZone. Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today? Starting trouble. No one likes that. We'll get you set up for some stronger starts. You might just need a fresh charge, and we'll take care of that free of charge. But if it is time for a new battery, we've got replacement batteries that'll fit your needs, starting at just $69.99. You can learn more about our battery selection at AutoZone.com. That's what makes us America's #1 battery destination.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Claim based on data from the NPD Group 2021.
Staples has everything for school at great prices. So this year you won't go back to school. You'll be ready to move forward and master 5th grade math.
I can't do this. It's impossible.
Not you, Dad, your daughter. Staples will help her move forward.
Right.
Right now, Staples comp books and number 2 pencils are just 50 cents each. Plus, 2 pocket paper folders are only 25 cents each. Everything on your list at amazing prices. Staples, we're not going back. We're going forward to school. N716 in-store only, limit 30.
In sports, if someone misses their assignment, your team is in deep shit. The same is true for your building's water and wastewater pump system. If one pump goes down, you'll be knee-deep in, well, you get the picture. Trust Pump Man Philly to troubleshoot, repair, rebuild, and maintain the commercial, industrial, or municipal water and wastewater pump system in your building or facility. Call Pump Man Philly at 833-559-PUMP or visit pumpmanphilly.com. Pump Man Philly, the guys to know to fix your flow.
There is no project, I repeat, there's no project that you cannot tackle with the help from my friends over at Lawn and Golf Supply Company in Phoenixville. Do you need help with the endless grass cutting? Lawn and Golf Supply has a huge selection of outdoor power equipment in stock, including those gorgeous zero-turn mowers and riding mowers like I got. I got a new Cub Cadet XT1 mower, and the thing has made my life so much easier. Do you have weeds and overgrown landscaping beds around your home? Take back control with dealer exclusives from top brands like Cub Cadet, Ferris, Husqvarna, Stinger, and more. Looking for a more luxurious yard? Lawn and Golf Supply offers seed and fertilizing programs that will make your yard the envy of all your neighbors. I'm at my wit's end with some of the weeds in my yard, so I'll be hitting that up next year for sure. From residential to commercial, Lawn and Golf Supply Company is the leader in outdoor power equipment. Plus, Lawn and Golf's service department can fix any make and model of equipment and get you back up and running in no time. And as somebody that's an absolute dummy like myself, it's great to have these guys in the back pocket. Right now, Fanatic listeners get free delivery on any new equipment purchase. Just mention the Fanatic and get free delivery with your purchase. Visit lawn-golf.com. Lawn and Golf Supply Company. Everything turf.
WPEN Burlington, Philadelphia, a Beasley Media Group station, home of the most entertaining sports talk in Philadelphia. 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia. Now, back to the John Kincade Show.
Remember, when you leave the car, we don't have to leave your morning. Grab that 97.5 app.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Yeah, don't be like Doc. Realize you can use your phone for a lot of things, other than just picking up the phone.
Ton
and
of
calling.
stuff.
My brother's just a little
gave me the weather today.
Old-fashioned.
I got into the concert Sunday night with my wallet.
Oh God, I can't even imagine.
No, I don't like that. Like you had a hard ticket, right?
I did have a hard ticket.
like
I
hard
saw 2
tickets.
concerts.
So you want a hard ticket?
I like the hard ticket.
Friday we had an actual ticket. Then my wife walked up to the box office and got the actual tickets. I don't remember the last time we did that. And then Sunday was the mobile wallet ticket, which I don't like as much.
I love the mobile wallet.
The convenience of it is great, and not having to worry about like losing the ticket and it's always with you. That stuff's great. But I used to collect all my ticket stubs.
I saw the Springsteen tour is coming through now, like next March.
Yeah.
So we know when Bob will be calling out sick.
Yeah, he'll be taking. I think I texted him the tour
He'll
dates.
take off the next day.
He said Donna already got tickets.
Maybe like 3 days they'll be off.
Yeah.
Like, Bob will just get ready for the pre-Bruce.
Well, you have to light candles. You have to get the oils out.
To go to
you have to do that whole routine.
You gotta get the lotion.
Yeah.
He's been stocking up with. He went to I think BJ's and Costco.
All the Philly sports writers
cleared him out of lotion.
The Philly sports writers all have to get together and have like a meeting,
a powwow
to decide what is the best Bruce song of all
they're gonna
time.
tailgate.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then
the good old
how
days.
they're all syndicate. They're all sort of simultaneously going to tweet.
Yeah. They're going to head down to the docks and work just to kind of feel that grit of Bruce again.
Act like it's a religious experience, spending 5 hours watching a 70-year-old on stage.
It is impressive.
It's impressive.
It's
also
impressive
annoying.
that he can do it.
I saw him once because it was just kind of like, I was like, all right, I got to see this guy. I like him, don't love him, type of thing. And it was pretty impressive seeing him live.
Oh, I've been very impressed. I've been very impressed almost every time I've seen him.
Guy does 5-hour shows on a work day.
I've only seen him.
for the
I've
working
seen him
man.
3 times.
I'm not into that.
You've seen him 3 times.
3 times, but last time I saw him
I saw him at Citizens Bank.
I saw him in Atlanta, and I was like, okay, I remember young Bruce.
See, I didn't, so I didn't have that compared to.
So I don't need to see it again.
I saw Bob Dylan, probably like a decade ago, maybe at this point. And it was the worst concert I think I've ever seen in my life. And I was like, I'm just going to remember the good Bob.
Good Bob.
And I'm turning the chapter here on Bob Dylan.
Now, it was
terrible.
I admire, though, the energy, the passion, the passion to compete, the passion to still do it.
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
It's absolutely incredible. So, hey, 7 a.m. hours brought to you by the all-new Bet Parks app, sportsbook and casino in one sleek, easy-to-use app in Pennsylvania and New Jersey. Use the promo code Kincade, get a risk-free bet up to $750, which is a great, great thing. Reminder, you know where Pat's going to be today at 4 o'clock because the announcement will come down at 4 o'clock.
On Indeed.com.
You will be, hopefully not. Okay. Yesterday, something was discussed on the show. And so I'll write down things that I find compelling and interesting that are said out of your guys' mouths. And
interesting, interesting, compelling.
That pen's not picked up very often.
Well, no, I type, so I type them down as they come along. So believe me, I'm very active. You guys are very entertaining. And the idea was, and it was one at some point is do you win? Did the Eagles win last year despite Jalen Hurts? Or did the Eagles win because of Jalen Hurts? Did they make the playoffs despite Jalen Hurts? Did they make the playoffs because of Jalen Hurts? Or is there a third answer? First thing I want to determine before we start the discussion.
Third.
Is there a third?
Yes.
Because
I think I was a little too harsh.
Okay, the quarterback's along for the ride, but there are times where the quarterback is along for the ride, and they're just being serviceable.
Sure.
As you say, the game manager or whatever term we want to use.
Look, they were one of the best running games in the NFL, and for me to strip all credit to him from that aspect of the game isn't fair.
I don't think you were being jerky boy about it.
No, but one of the best rushing attacks in the NFL, he was a big part of that.
Correct.
So he does get credit for that. When I say in spite of, I haven't seen Jalen Hurts beat a good quarterback yet.
We have not seen that.
That's
concerning. But how much of that is on Jalen and how much of that is on the defense?
Well, I mean, that's why we're having this discussion, I suppose.
Well, so what I'm trying to get to is how many quarterbacks in the NFL would you, if you did say the Eagles made the playoffs last year despite Jalen Hurts being a real impact type of quarterback, how many quarterbacks in the NFL would you say are like that?
Probably 17, 16.
Really?
Something like that.
Okay, that's way higher than I would have guessed.
I would say about half the league.
That around half the league teams win despite their quarterback?
Yeah.
Pat, are you anywhere in that neighborhood?
Oh, that is high. I think that is high.
Let me tweak that down to like 13.
I would go with, the number that came to mind was 12.
Yeah.
Okay, you mean the general area?
Yeah.
Okay, I said with Pat. I'm with Pat. I'm going to 28. I'm saying a 32-team league. I'm going to say 12 teams.
Because I think you can find 16 pretty good quarterbacks.
Connor,
I think
are you in the neighborhood of Pat and I, or are you more in Jamie's boat?
I'm right around 12.
Yeah, that's what I think, is that there's some guys who their teams win despite them. But the thing is, too, is how many teams win because of the quarterback? Do you believe that the Kansas City Chiefs win because of Patrick Mahomes?
100%.
Yeah. So Patrick Mahomes is the reason they win. So then I'm guessing you're going to tell me that Aaron Rodgers.
Yes.
Okay, so Aaron Rodgers.
Him and LaFleur have like the greatest quarterback head coach start to a career ever.
Okay, what are you going to tell me about if I take Mahomes and Rodgers off the board? Are you going to tell me that Tampa Bay wins because of Brady?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. Anyone past those three?
Yeah.
Yes.
Who?
I think Cincinnati, you can look to Joe Burrow, Buffalo, and Josh Allen. I think this year in Denver, you'll be talking about Russell Wilson changing that, trajectory there.
Lamar Jackson.
Lamar Jackson,
for sure.
Justin Herbert, I would say.
I don't know about Herbert.
Yeah, that defense is pretty good.
And that wide receiver.
There's no way they're winning. There's no way they're winning because of Justin Herbert.
But he's not. But I think at times
he doesn't hold them back.
Yeah, I think at times
he's the top 10 quarterback in the league.
Like he is winning. They are winning because of him. But with that said, they're not losing because of their defense. I feel like a lot of times.
But if you're top 10 in the league,
legit.
You're already on this list.
Yeah, but they don't win that much.
They don't win that exactly.
The Chargers?
So,
I mean,
they didn't even make the playoffs.
I mean, they won 9 games, same as the Eagles.
They're in a tough division.
Exactly. The Eagles
but you just said the Eagles didn't
Well,
win
yeah, they're in the best division in football. We're in the worst.
That is a difference.
That's a huge difference.
All 9 wins. All 9-win teams are not equal.
Yes,
in your mind,
absolutely.
Jamie. I think you make I think you make a good point there. But I just got to the point where I'm thinking, how many guys do you say? It's a handful of guys that we say the team wins because of them. Brady, Rodgers, Mahomes. I mean, it's not a big group.
No, it's not huge, but I'd say like the top 10 guys in the league are the main reasons why
Josh
their teams
Allen.
wins. Absolutely.
Josh Allen you put there.
That Josh Allen and Mahomes masterclass of quarterback play in the playoffs last year was one of the most incredible quarterback duels I've ever seen in my life.
Then I'm going to tell you, by your standards, then Jalen Hurts never has a chance to get there.
Yeah, and that's kind of why I'm out on him.
That he's never going to get there.
No, all right, so
he's never going to get to the point. He's never going to be Josh Allen. He's never going to be. No. I think.
Could he be Lamar Jackson?
Absolutely, he could be Lamar
Jackson.
Not a
Pat
chance.
and I both said that's a guy that wins games for his team.
I don't think he can be Lamar Jackson.
I don't think so either.
I think Lamar Jackson also cost his teams games. I really do.
So the honest NFL, the guy that used to work with the Eagles front office executive in some capacity.
In some capacity.
Yeah, we don't know.
He changed the copier paper.
Yeah, anonymous role, but he seems to know what he's talking about. He put it away yesterday on Twitter that I found pretty fascinating in its simplicity. And he said, there's no real point in dissecting the top 10 guys. The top 10 guys are guys that win because you win because of them. He said the next 10 are guys you can win with, but it's much more difficult. The rest, there's no point. And he just kind of broke it down into thirds. And when you think about it that way, it's true. Can those guys in the 10 to 20 range win? Yeah, they probably can if everything around them is pretty great. Those 20 to 30 guys, you have no shot. I mean, let's be serious. Your top 10 guys are going to be the guys more often than not standing in the final 6 or 8 teams every single year.
So it's no use breaking them down.
Yeah,
honestly,
it's just kind of like Joe Burrow could have been hot last year. This year, maybe it's Russell Wilson. Maybe it's Aaron Rodgers again. It's just like those guys are all so good that, they're gonna peaks and valleys.
Okay.
So, it came off the heels of the Jeremy Fowler list, which we're going to get into later, where he polled executives around the NFL and for the top 10 list. And for the most part, the list was pretty spot on. I think those 10 guys, you're going to feel as though you have a shot every year.
I agree. Those 10 guys, you did we would all sign up to trade for one of those 10
Absolutely.
guys because of that reason. Because you look at this Eagles team, and you go, they're missing one piece, and it's the quarterback. And those 10 guys, and we've gone down the list plenty of times, but you go, okay, they're a legit Super Bowl contender with those 10 guys. I don't ever see Jalen Hurts.
Yeah, I don't see it.
Being
and the thing is, I'm not trying
to. I want to.
And I don't want it to be a slam on Jalen. I don't want this to be a slam Jalen Hurts segment.
No, he can be a starter in this league for a long time compared to some guys.
His ceiling is just not going to be one of those.
His ceiling is what, game manager?
Solid game manager. I said before, I really believe he could be as good or eclipse Ryan Tannehill.
I don't see that. I think he's.
So you think Ryan Tannehill is distinctly better?
I stick with my poor man's Tyrod Taylor comparison. I think he is a bridge quarterback.
Okay, when you say poor man, though, I think that immediately becomes a slam.
Because Tyrod
Taylor is not as good as Tyrod Taylor.
I don't think he's as good as Tyrod Taylor. I don't. But Tyrod Taylor's a veteran quarterback, and Jalen Hurts is young.
So if you could get Tyrod Taylor right now for Jalen Hurts, you would make that swap.
Because
Hurts is cheaper.
Hurts is younger and cheaper.
Yeah.
And there's always the potential with Jalen Hurts. Like, we know what Tyrod Taylor is. We don't know what Jalen Hurts is. I don't know what Jalen Hurts is.
I think Jalen Hurts will have a better career than Tyrod Taylor.
Totally agree.
And I would put down I'd put down a nice amount of money on it.
Like, I mean, if you want to look, like Tyrod Taylor's numbers aren't horrible.
He doesn't have the leadership ability of Tyrod.
No,
He doesn't have
I
the
agree with that.
intangibles. He doesn't have.
I could argue that Jalen Hurts doesn't have the talent that Tyrod Taylor has.
Okay.
That's the thing. Like, talent wins out.
When you look at it in the context of, like, Dak Prescott and Derek Carr are probably, like, in that 11-12 range in the
Absolutely.
NFL. That's 11-12. That's not even top 10.
And you got more coming for us on
Yeah,
that.
so
Good.
it's
I'll
just
get
like,
into that.
can he get past that? I'd be shocked.
Hey, Invisible Fence brand is donating $10,000 to a local animal shelter as part of their From Shelter to Forever Home initiative. Visit invisiblefence.com to nominate your local shelter. Remember, 4 o'clock announcement today. A major announcement coming your way this afternoon on The Fanatic. Phillies Blue Jays, game 2 today. Marlins await. They've lost 3 in a row. And again,
heads are falling
you don't want to rise. You don't want to ride the roller coaster of a Major League Baseball season. But when you went to 2 games up in the wild card to being now 1 game out, that's what you've done in 3 games. In 3 days, you've gone from 2 games up to 1 game out in the wild card. It shows you how quickly that can change. So the Phillies finish up with the Blue Jays today, and this is a game, dare I say, must win?
No. Come on.
No, I mean, as far as just to stop the bleeding, because you got you got a trip to the Marlins, which is scary town. Now, they'll fly out to Miami and have a day off there tomorrow in Fort Lauderdale before
Get that
playing
vitamin D from the sun. They'll be popping.
Before playing a 3-game series with the Marlins. But you guys are always like, it's like, you guys are like the Scooby-Doo gang. Every time we come to a Marlins series, you're like, you constantly get fooled that the person in the mask is a real monster this time. So
all Scooby-Doo teaches you is that the bad guy is somebody you know.
It's an interesting theory.
I don't really know the Marlins. I got to be honest with you. Don't really know them that well. That's a good sign.
They have Dontrell Willis.
No, they don't anymore.
Yeah, they have Mike Lowell at third base.
Yeah, I don't think they do anymore. If you say Jeff Conine, Pat, leave. If you say Jeff Conine, leave.
Old Jeff.
Because Conine pisses me off.
Conine?
He is one of the...
I think Scott Olsen's going this weekend.
He's a player in Major League Baseball that pisses me off.
Why?
Jeff Conine is just one of those faces and players that I associate with pain in the ass for the Phillies.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's why. So
you know what I mean?
I remember they traded for him in 2006, and I was doing backflips. And I think it was like an August waiver deadline deal.
It was a waiver, wasn't it?
And I was doing backflips because I'm like, he can't hurt us this time. This is
you
great.
found a way to control
and it was so obvious of we're trading for Jeff Conine because of the fact that he kills our team. And he just sat on the bench. He had a couple pinch hits, and I think at the end of the season, he went back to the Marlins. But
okay, if I told you,
one of those ultimate Philly killers.
I refuse to 3-game losing streak. It's okay, especially with the bullpen game in there last night. I'm okay. Today, I want to win with Wheeler pitching.
That's fine.
Yeah,
I want to stop the bleeding. I want to stop the bleeding with Wheeler because then you're heading into Miami and you're going to end up with another bullpen game being played this weekend. You may end up getting screwed. And I'm telling you, right now, you've lost 3 in a row. What if you lose today and it's 4 in a row?
Yeah, it's a should
And then
win.
you
It's
lose
not a
2 out of
must
3,
win.
and then you lose 2 out of 3 to the Marlins, and you lose 6-7 limping into the All-Star break.
Then you limp in with a team that deserves to be limping. Think about all the guys they're missing right now. Like, this team deserves to be limping.
Okay,
and then back end of the All-Star break, they won't be limping.
The other day, I was actually entertaining what would be. I actually asked you guys the question: what number would it take for you guys to be
like
you would entertain that the division could actually still be in play? And we wake up this morning, just a couple days later, it's 8 now, and 8 is a number when you're trailing 2 teams. 8 is unacceptable.
That's not good enough. That's not going to cut it.
Not great.
You're strictly wild card at 8.
Then you're just thinking.
Just keep in mind, though, I think it's going to be a different team in 2 to 3 weeks. You know, I think we're going to have a better idea of whether this team could possibly catch those guys or not. I mean, with the deadline and with guys coming back, the team that you're seeing now that's on a 3-game losing streak is not the team that will be playing games in a month from now. So,
but if there's a new center fielder, I'm going to go, why'd you wait so long?
Well, the guy may not be available.
Well,
or the guy may not have been available.
Maybe the price was...
No, you
pay
can't
that man his money.
Maybe the price was Abel. Maybe the price was Painter. Maybe the price was Ohapi. I mean, maybe the price was too much.
Yeah, you're not going to do that. And if you do
wake me up when those guys become something.
And if you do it, I think it's stupid.
Well, that's short-sighted.
I think it's a stupid thing.
That's just short-sighted thing.
It can't be that way.
Well, you can't complain they don't have a farm system and then complain
if they
I don't want to trade McAble, but you say it a million times. deals get done every week in baseball without top 3 guys traded.
No,
you can protect your top guys that you want to protect.
Normally, though, those trades happen closer to the deadline. Like other than when was the last trade you can think of? Other than the slot value, the 3 prospects that won't become anything for the 30-second
Well, that tells me the Braves are getting ready for something, and maybe the Royals are too.
The Braves are getting ready for the draft. That's why they made the move.
No, the Braves looking to the draft.
Everybody's getting ready for the draft. It's this Sunday. Look forward to it.
Be ready for it.
We got
I don't care about the draft.
a primer on 97.5 The Fanatic. You can read about the 5 prospects.
Pat, here's what I'd like to do. Is I think for Friday.
Start clicking around.
I think you give us like a sort of like we have the UFC minute.
Patty Prospects Hot List?
How about Patty Prospects Hot List?
Let's talk some high school baseball players.
If you want it, sure. I mean, it's a total crapshoot.
Yeah, I mean, that's fine.
Yeah, we'll break them down. Why not?
Something like
I'll break
that.
down a 17-year-old and act like I've been watching them for 5 years.
No, but like if Jalen Ortiz, throw him in. I don't give a damn. You know what I mean? You gotta log jam at shortstop in your minor league system a little bit with some of these guys.
I think
throw one of them in.
The thing is, though, I think the log jam that I want to do to improve this team is at the major league level.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Go get a freaking center fielder.
I want to move bodies off the major league roster. I don't want to trade prospects.
I think a guy like Moniak will be made available for sure.
What are you gonna get for Moniak,
dude? You say this every time trades come down, and you forget what happened a year ago when they traded Kevin friggin' Gowdy. Kevin who? Lakewood Kevin. They traded him for a starting pitcher under team control and a closer, and fat boy Spencer Howard, Peanut Butter Howard. They traded Lakewood Kev and Peanut Butter Howard for a closer and a player under team control. What could they get for the former #1 overall pick who hasn't gotten an extended look? I don't know. Probably something similar. Come on, man.
I'm going to see what they get.
Come on, fat boy Kev.
You better.
His Kev's combined him.
We're not fat shaming.
Did he get fat, though? Did he get fat eating peanut butter?
No, Spencer needed peanut butter in between innings.
He couldn't run the bases.
He wasn't fat.
He was winded.
Out of shape.
Just barehanded get Jif peanut butter in his mouth. Peter Pan.
Like Puck?
Yeah. From Real World.
I think it's pronounced GIF peanut butter.
No, Puck picked his nose and then stuck his fingers in the peanut butter. He was a nasty
dude.
Oh, my gosh. Oh, man. All right, we got a lot coming up. Pat's fired up this morning. By the way, Christina was noting
they need help.
Christina was watching the social media yesterday, and she said, Pat gets very animated, and he swings his hands around and everything.
When I'm talking about
Jamie looks,
Maguire
she goes,
Spider-Man
Jamie
movies,
looks so much more measured. And Pat was doing the Spider-Man thing, and when she heard the bit where it's like, you're pulling up next to that car and you're singing that, and she looks at me and she goes, no, my husband's not doing that.
Oh, you absolutely are.
No, it's not.
You're starting to think to yourself, am I that hero?
No, I'm not. I'm seriously not that hero.
I could be that hero.
Oh. All right, coming up, we discussed the hierarchy of Eagles coaches yesterday. But I want to take it one step further, and I'm going to need some of you to join in this discussion. So if you'd like to line yourselves up to be a part of it, we'd love to have you at 610-632-0975. Just want to gauge the room and the listeners. It's the John Kincade Show here on 97.5 The Fanatic. I appreciate so much that you've chosen to support the American Association for Cancer Research because as a 2-time cancer survivor, I know what kind of a difference you've made in my life and the life of every other cancer survivor by making donations to the AACR. You may not know that the AACR is based right here in Philadelphia. You may not know that they fund the work of over 50,000 researchers worldwide that help drive progress every single year. But here's something you probably do know. You probably know a survivor like me. You probably know that there are 17 million of us worldwide. So here's what I want you to know. When you donate to the AACR, you are directly supporting scientists and doctors who are going to create that next breakthrough. And the next breakthrough may support your life or your mom's or your brothers or your sisters or your spouses or your child's. So make a donation today. Go to aacr.org/fanatic. That's aacr.org/fanatic because cancer research saves lives.
The John Kincade Show.
Ladies and gentlemen, can I please have your attention? And I need all of you to stop what you're doing and listen.
On 97.5 The Fanatic. Philadelphia. The biggest party of the year for Philadelphia sports fans is back.
Oh, my God!
FanDuel Sportsbook presents 97.5 The Fanatic's Fan Fest, Saturday, October 1st at Xfinity Live.
Let's just go. All of the Fanatic hosts celebrity guests, interactive activities, and attractions.
And lots of food and drink.
97.5 The Fanatic's Fan Fest 2022.
Presented by FanDuel Sportsbook.
Saturday, October 1st at Xfinity Live.
The countdown is on.
This is a free event, but you will need a ticket to attend.
Keep listening for ticket giveaways, ticket rate appearances, online ticket raids, and a special offer from FanDuel Sportsbook to score tickets.
Must be 21 or older to attend.
97.5 The Fanatic's Fan Fest 2022. Presented by FanDuel Sportsbook, America's #1 sportsbook. Believe it. Be there.
The summer heat means it's that time of year to crank up the AC again to keep your home cooling more efficiently and help save you on high energy bills. I suggest you go Guida and finally replace your old, drafty, inefficient windows and doors with my good friends at Guida Door and Window. Right now, Guida is offering their best discounts of the year with their big 40% off summer sales event on all expertly installed windows and doors. You'll receive 40% off each window you buy. That's right, 40% off all high-performance, energy-efficient triple pane windows. And you'll receive 40% off any door, including insulated entry doors, patio doors, garage doors, and storm doors. Plus, get your project started today with no money down and to pay it off interest-free for up to 18 full months. All prior sales excluded. Minimum purchase required. Don't let these big discounts pass you by. Go Guide it today. Take advantage of these limited time savings by calling to schedule a free in-home estimate at 1-877-GO-GUIDA or visit them at GoGuida.com. That's GoGuida.com.
Staples has everything for school at great prices. So this year you won't go back to school. You'll be ready to move forward and master 5th grade math.
I can't do this. It's impossible.
Not you, Dad, your daughter. Staples will help her move forward.
Right.
Right now, Staples comp books and #2 pencils are just 50 cents each. Plus, 2 pocket paper folders are only 25 cents each. Everything on your list at amazing prices. Staples, we're not going back. We're going forward to school. N716 in-store only, limit 30.
Let's be real. Mopping is a hassle. You have to fill the bucket, pushing a wet, heavy mop around, then cleaning the mop when you're done so it doesn't grow bacteria. A hassle on top of a hassle. Try Swiffer Wet Jet. With Swiffer Wet Jet, you start with a fresh pad and cleaning solution every time. And when you're done, you just toss the pad. Swiffer Wet Jet. The faster, easier, cleaner way to clean your floors.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today? Starting trouble. No one likes that. We'll get you set up for some stronger starts. You might just need a fresh charge, and we'll take care of that free of charge.
But if it is time for a new battery, we've got replacement batteries that'll fit your needs, starting at just $69.99.
You can learn more about our battery selection at AutoZone.com. That's what makes us America's #1 battery destination.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Claim based on data from the NPD Group 2021.
Yeah, it's Coach Ice-T. Who's ready to spin? We're starting with a big hill. Let's ride.
Why is Ice-T leading our spin class?
It's probably the Honey Nut Cheerios. He found out they can help lower cholesterol. Now he's having fun taking care of his heart in all sorts of new ways.
That's right, Buzz. Now, spinners, really pour your heart into it and pick it up.
Learn more by picking up a box of Cheerios and check out our Pour Your Heart Into It audio workouts with Ice-T and Buzz to get your heart pumping.
5X480. Dayton B100 V-Belt, one of the many parts Grainger carries. It's also the item that helped Rob carry the day. The job was on hold, deadline fast approaching, but a quick search on Grainger.com and Rob found his part. And with same-day pickup at his local branch, he and his crew got the job done, safely and on time. Get supplies and solutions for every industry with real-time product availability. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
20,000 bonus points, 18.99% variable APR, and a $32 statement credit when you spend $200 before your dog's 8th birthday.
Credit card ads have all sorts of numbers, but they mean nothing to you if you don't get approved. So here's Credit Karma's number, 50. Like members who shop on Credit Karma get approved over 50% more often than the national average. Now that's a number you can rely on. Credit Karma. Apply with more confidence. Member approval rates in 2021 over 50% higher than 2020 CFPB national average.
It's a fact. Only 0.0001% of people will ever step up to the plate as a pro baseball player. For the rest of us, there's BetRivers.com Sportsbook app. Featuring same-game parlays, you can combine the excitement of different bets, all from the same game. Totals? Bet 'em. Spreads? Bet 'em. Player props? It's a home run. Download the BetRivers.com Sportsbook app today. It's a whole new game.
Presented by Rivers Casino, Pittsburgh. Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Hey guys, Andrew here to congratulate my friends over at Family and Company Jewelers in Marlton, New Jersey. They were just named South Jersey Magazine's best bridal jewelry store for 2022. Guys, listen, if you're looking to get engaged, Family and Company is the only place to go. That's where I went. The largest selection of designer jewelry, the best service, and the best prices. Go see my man Angelo at the showroom. Tell him Andrew sent you, and they will take care of you. I promise. Online at FamilyJewelers.com. Family Company Jewelers, South Jersey's diamond destination.
Family and Company Jewelers, South Jersey's diamond destination.
When it's getting heated, Philly, Dunkin' is keeping it calm, cool, and cold brew. With an ice-cold cold brew. And not just any cold brew, but one topped with brown sugar cold foam coolness. With Dunkin's new brown sugar cream cold brew. America runs on Dunkin'. Price and participation may vary. Limited time offer. Terms apply.
Now, back to the John Kincade Show.
Yes, if you ever wondered, I do talk straight through the breaks.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
It's the John Kincade Show on 97.5 The Fanatic. You having a good Wednesday morning? I hope you are. I hate Tuesdays.
Me too.
Wednesdays aren't as bad for me.
Tuesdays and the Mets.
The Mets are...
Yeah.
We bond over that, Pat.
Yeah, they're the worst.
I hate the Mets. I was very, very glad they didn't win last night. Just to not have the Mets get their traction and get their feet under them again. So now that series up for grabs today, the deciding game between the Mets and the Braves.
Let's go Braves.
Today. That's what we need. Well, I don't really know that I think the division
kind of a lose-lose, yeah.
Yeah, you're losing in either way, but you got more chance to catch the Braves than you do to catch the Mets. So
yeah.
Hey, the beach, the boardwalk, the boat on the bay, Bet Parks, when you're down the shore, download it at betparks.com. You got to be 21 and in New Jersey. Gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. We cannot get into the exact term, but we did want to ask Chris Miller of our YouTube chat.
What do you say, Chris?
For a clarification of whether he was accusing our conversation about Jalen Hurts. He was saying that we were being, he was using a term for us. And
jock riding, I think, is the nicest way we can say it.
Something like that. And we were wondering, is it a positive or a negative term?
I guess it depends who's delivering the question to you.
Like, it really is.
Eating Richards?
It's a question.
Digesting.
It's a question of whether it's a positive or negative term. I can't believe that somebody listened to that. It fascinates me. Somebody listened to that Jalen Hurts segment and said, dude, these guys are being way too positive on Jalen Hurts.
I almost felt bad because we were being too negative.
I apologize. I swear to you.
But there's somebody out there that was like, my God, these guys just hate Jalen Hurts so much.
I apologize. Any segment that I feel is just bashing Jalen Hurts too much because I still have not thrown in the towel. I still believe we could be talking about Jalen Hurts being a really good quarterback this year. Do I believe he could be like a Pro Bowl quarterback? I do not. But do I think that, we had two guys on the show, two of the three people in the studio with me have already thrown in the towel on him and said, done. Jamie did it after the Vegas game.
Yep.
And Pat did it after the Giant game.
I can confirm.
And so Bob and I are the only two still sitting on some sort of a fence. Connor, you're still on the fence with us, right?
Very much on the fence.
I don't understand how anybody could think we're too positive on Jalen. I am certainly not. We are certainly, though, I hate it when a sports radio show is just like, okay, every single voice on it, we're just going bash, 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 bash. When there's bashing on this show, I always love it when we have counterpoints of view within our own crew. And we don't have any, there doesn't seem anybody we bash in unison.
No, we're not those guys.
We're not those guys?
I'm not that guy. But we would like to, and I'd like to personally, because I know he's a big fan of mine, I would like to thank Chris Miller for listening.
I like Chris. I've met him. He's a good guy.
He seems like a good dude. Yeah, really good dude.
I've
interacted with Chris a few times.
We want to clear.
But I want a clarification on that term. Is that a positive or a negative? And how anybody could listen to our conversations of Hurts and say we're being too positive.
Yeah.
I think we actually drone on too negative at times.
Yeah, I definitely skew negative on him.
Jamie skews negative, but I think you guys both would love. You both have said it over and over again.
Love
to be
wrong.
proven wrong.
But looking at the NFC, I just was curious, where Hurts would stack up in terms of the NFC. Looking at that landscape of the NFC, it's not a great quarterback conference.
It isn't.
I'll tell you that. Tom Brady and Rodgers are closer to retirement than they are their primes.
Yes.
Once you remove those two, Oof.
Well, I got to tell you, is one of the things
That's the best.
It leads to
probably.
our next conversation.
That's Stafford.
And it's not of your guys' generation. Certainly not Connor's. Borderline Jamie's, not Pat's. I always can judge an Eagles fans, and whether it's fair or not. I'm not saying I'm being fair when I do this, but everybody has internal biases in their brain that go off. And when I hear an Eagles fan, especially of my generation, tell me how great a coach Buddy Ryan was, I look at them and I think, okay, their football IQ just dropped 25 points. Great defensive coach. Horrible head coach. Abysmal. He was incompetent as a head coach. And people are like, Buddy era, man, the Buddy era. Wish we could go back to that. I have friends of mine who I will not shame publicly who argue with you that the Buddy era to them was more fun than the Andy Reid era. And I'm like, what are you talking about? You didn't see a playoff victory in the Buddy Ryan era. And they're like, yeah, but, to get kicked in the balls every single year as an Andy Reid fan, it's like, oh, every year we just fell short. I'd rather just not even have to go through that pain. I'm like, okay, well, then you're stupid because I'll go through that pain. I'll lose the NFC title game every single year over not
the win, man.
Over not winning a playoff game ever. I will absolutely take playoff victories and lose in the Final Four than I will take not getting there at all.
In
I would absolutely do that.
hindsight, yes. If you had asked me year 3 of losing the third consecutive NFC title game,
it broke my heart.
I might have had a different answer in the heat of the moment. But yeah, I mean, hindsight, that's a run everybody, every fan of an NFL team would probably sign up for.
It was frustrating in the moment because you just kept waiting for them to get over the hump, and every year was a year. And then obviously when they loaded up in, 2003, and they got T.O. and Javon Curse, and they finally got over that hump.
That
and
was
you
4.
thought that was okay. They finally got over the hump, and then T.O. breaks his ankle, and McNabb's throwing picks in the Super Bowl, and it was frustrating. But the thing that I love about Andy Reid, and I realized this in the moment, and I definitely realize it now. Every single year, you were in it.
Right.
You could honestly go into training camp thinking you had a shot, and whether you were drinking Kool-Aid and you thought the team was better than they were. He was that good of a coach. You had an owner that was willing to spend, that still is willing to spend. He's one of the better owners in the NFL. And it made me appreciative to be a fan of that team because I realized there are fan bases out there that they don't have the luxury of being in it every year. The Eagles were for 13 years basically.
Okay, the year they lost, the age you were, figure it out, the age you were when they lost the third consecutive NFC Championship game.
So 2003 would have been the one, right?
Okay. So I was 38. I look at that differently, though, Pat, than you do, is that to me, it was the freaking golden era of my lifetime, even getting that far. It was frustrating as hell, but the fact that the Eagles were consistently relevant towards the top of the NFL, and I'm heading to my late 30s, I'm going, man, this is the golden era. And then I would hear mushmouths. I'd hear 15-year-olds and 16-year-olds and bitching and complaining saying, oh, this just sucks. And I'm like, shut up. You don't understand.
It sucked. It did suck.
It did suck.
But it was a different kind of suck. Because it was like there are levels to it. There are levels to sucking. It's like you and trust me, I know. Okay, there's a reason I'm in this seat right now. There's Browns level suck where it's like every year you go in and you're like, draft pick season. Right? And then there are contending level suck where it's like you think that you have a shot, and when you fall short, it's horrible. It's a horrible, gut-wrenching feeling because you got the football ripped out from you again by Lucy, and it's a different level of suck. So I understand what you're saying.
Because I'd look at like the 20-something and go, shut up. You haven't lived. You haven't felt the pain.
Yeah, you don't know what the dark ages are.
All right.
I was 14, by the way, when they lost the third.
I was 22.
Here's what I would like you to do. I want, give me 3 or 4 people. If you want to get in with us, 610-632-0975. Because I'm going to ask you a question here. If I gave you an Eagles hierarchy of coaches and made you right now list them out, and I'm giving you Reid, Vermeil, Peterson, Buddy Ryan. How do you rank them 1 through 4? Andy Reid, Dick Vermeil, Doug Peterson, and Buddy Ryan.
The only tough part for me is 1-2.
And 1-2 is?
Agreed.
Peterson and Reid.
So Peterson and Reed is your 1-2.
And
even though Doug was a very short tenure, Dick Vermeil was a short tenure.
Yeah.
But Dick Vermeil was a longer tenure.
Yeah. Doug, I mean, winning the Super Bowl.
So Doug is 2 for you, or 1.
I got to go 1.
Tough.
Okay, Pat.
I gotta go.
So you think it's tough also?
It is tough because it's sustained.
1-1.
It's
Eagles
long sustained
coach.
success versus a short tenure that won you a championship.
And I
gotta go.
believe-
I gotta go, Doug. I gotta go, Doug, because he brought me the ultimate.
Yeah.
The
So you
ultimate
got to
joy.
go Doug 1,
Yeah.
Andy 2.
Andy
Vermeil
2,
3.
Vermeil 3, Buddy Ryan
But
4.
it is literally like 1A, 1B.
I know. It's really tough.
Because that run that Andy had, he was here for 13 years and 11 of them they contended.
Okay,
Yeah.
we got a couple lines you can still get in before I go to you. 610-632-0975.
But that I have to wait the Lombardi.
So
And
you're
the-
waiting that
Yeah.
Lombardi on
Yeah,
that. Okay,
you
so
have
then
to.
so then this is the other question that I've got. Nick Sirianni makes it to a Super Bowl.
Sexy.
Do you believe Nick Sirianni would coach a Super Bowl the way that Doug Peterson did?
I think very few guys would have. So, no. I think it's a major reason why they won.
I mean,
I think it's the reason they won.
Yeah.
I mean, think about it. You know, the clip of Nick Foles going over to the head coach and going, "Let's run the Philly special."
Philly.
That's like, I just don't think Andy makes that call.
I don't think Andy
To
makes
have
that
the
call
faith
either.
And in your players to execute it. I
And
don't
the
think.
Zach Ertz 4th down play, I think, was the biggest play of the game.
And I think
Like,
Andy punts there.
Yeah, what is it, 4th and 7
I
or
agree.
6?
No, 4th and 3.
Was it only
4th and
3?
2? 4th and 2.
Okay.
man. I think
But even
Andy,
still,
but
I don't think he
Andy,
does it.
I think Andy punts there.
I think a lot of coaches punt there.
And I think,
I agree with you.
and I got to tell you, I'm sitting watching that
No,
game
no,
and I'm
no,
going,
no, no,
no,
yes!
and that's exactly
It
total
was awesome.
total hypocrite, complete
On his
hypocrite.
back foot, barely gets it.
Does Doug do that if he's not playing with a backup quarterback?
Probably, yeah.
He was
Yeah, I
aggressive.
think he
he was
does.
aggressive all season.
That
All
was
right,
his constant.
Let's see about this. Is Mike and Delran? I love that you got in on this, Mike. Okay, rank. Give me your your coaching rank. Reed, Vermeil, Peterson, Ryan. How do you rank them?
Reed, Peterson, Vermeil, Ryan.
So you go my way.
Listen, and here's why, right? Like, we all seem to forget that Andy got cheated out of that Super Bowl, right? Go back and think. If that whole decade he walked away with 1 title, it wouldn't even be close between him and Doug.
No,
Yeah,
it wouldn't.
Another year,
But he didn't.
crap.
Okay, so now I ask you to say. So you go Reed, Vermeil, you go Reed, Peterson, Vermeil, Ryan.
Yep.
Okay. Do you meet some of these guys? Because Mike, you're a little closer to my age. Do you meet some of these people that are Buddy Ryan disciples?
Yes, and I was teenage, like towards the end
Right.
of that, and I loved the team. The coach was terrible.
Now I ask you the question. Nick Sirianni makes it to a Super Bowl. Do you think he would coach a Super Bowl aggressively like Doug Peterson did?
I definitely think he does.
Oh,
because
okay.
I think he's got that personality where he would be so happy to be there. He's like a dog when you came home from work. Like he'd be man, I would love to hear that. Could you imagine that Super Bowl press conference week when he gets the
Oh.
Go Birds!
There you go, Mikey. I want to see Andrew in Phoenixville. Andrew, good morning. How are you, brother?
Good morning. How are you, gentlemen?
Good, man. Reed, Vermeil, Peterson, Ryan. How would you rank them?
Peterson, number 1, obviously, because he got us over the hump. Even though Reed has more wins, Peterson got us that trophy.
Okay.
And if Peterson didn't get us that trophy, he wouldn't be even in the picture. It would be Reed, number 1. But since he did get us that championship, Peterson, number 1, Reed, number 2, Vermeil, number 3, and then, obviously, Buddy Ryan,
Okay.
number 4. I'll even do one better. Number 5, the worst coach, Rich Kotite.
All right, let me ask you this, Andrew. If Nick Sirianni made it to a Super Bowl, do you believe he would coach it like Doug Peterson did? Rolling the dice, being ultra aggressive.
I think he's young. I mean, obviously he's young and he's aggressive. He had some aggressive play calls last year too, as well. So I think that he has the weapons this year, and it possibly if we do well this year, we'll go into next year. And I think
All right.
he's aggressive. Coach.
I like that. Okay. Thanks, Andrew. Appreciate it, buddy. We'll go one more. Matt and Delco. Good morning, Matt. How are you, buddy?
Good morning, boys.
Matt, how do you rank them?
So I'm going to go Andy, Doug, and then Dick.
That's the way I go, too.
So I go that way only for one reason. With no Andy, there's no Doug.
That's not a bad way to look at it.
That is a good way to look at it.
That is a really
good
way to look at it. And Andy's first quarterback was Doug Peterson, which is just sort of symmetry and karma right there. But do you believe if Nick Sirianni makes it to a Super Bowl, do you think he's as you think anybody would ever be as aggressive as Doug was that day?
So the only thing I'll say about Nick Sirianni is I think he would adapt. If he would go in with a game plan, if it's not working, I think he would fix it and be what he had to be.
Okay, I like that. Thank
think
you, Matty.
he would, but it's because he saw Doug have success with it. Like, Doug opened the door for the aggressive coach because coaches weren't being as aggressive as Doug was until he started doing it.
He punched Belichick in the mouth.
Yeah, he was really a trendsetter.
Yeah, like I don't think the Patriots were used to that, of that turbo-aggressive style, and it had them on their heels. I mean, hell, they had, 560 yards offense, and they couldn't get the W? Like, Belichick still probably scratches his head about that game going,
I think
how did that happen?
But I think what happened is Doug watched.
Yeah, he watched the Falcons.
They watched the Falcons Super Bowl where the Falcons are up 28-3.
100%.
With 2 minutes to go in the third quarter.
And he's going, why aren't you putting your foot on their throats?
You have to, the stake through the heart.
Absolutely. I think he learned a lot from that.
And I think without the Falcons, there's no Eagles.
That's a really good point.
Yeah.
That I hadn't even thought of.
I've thought of that before.
I've not, because I'm not as forward-thinking as you.
Were you okay, that Sunday afternoon, I remember being in what they call that Head House Square or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And we're watching on the Jumbotron. I'm in the building, and we're watching on the Jumbotron the Jacksonville-New England game. And Jacksonville was winning at halftime in the first game, and then Minnesota and the Eagles was the second game. And we're watching it there, and I'm saying to myself, go Jags.
Yep,
go
same thing.
Jags.
Nope.
100%.
Absolutely not.
Why?
Big-time Patriots guy. Because that's the way it was supposed to happen.
What?
It was supposed to be the Patriots. It was supposed to be a reclaiming of what happened in 2004.
Really?
A righting of the wrongs of the past.
You say that now.
No, I said that before.
I mean, I'll sit here and say, like, yeah, now it's awesome to look back and say that the Eagles' lone Super Bowl win was against the greatest coach of all time, the greatest quarterback of all time. Like, that is so incredibly cool to say. I say that because they won.
Puts a smile on my face.
I say that
It really
because
does.
they won.
It does too.
Because if they had lost, I'm like, I would be sitting here going, damn, why couldn't Jacksonville just pull that out? They
What would it
dominate
been?
Blake Bortles.
Doug Marrone?
Doug Marrone, yeah. Blake Bortles is the
Doug Marrone,
the
Blake Bortles.
quarterback.
I
Yeah,
absolutely.
not exactly
And you know what?
Ramsey.
I wouldn't have given one damn if they had won that Super Bowl.
That's not it. It felt right for it to be the Patriots.
Hey, in Pat's point of view, there's somebody available, and I think Pat's going to say, pump your brakes.
This is Pat's point of view. Here's Pat.
Hi, guys.
Hi,
Hey,
Pat. Welcome
Pat.
in.
Me, it's Pat. Our old buddy Wendy, Ryan Windhorst, alluded to this
My man.
a couple weeks ago. Why?
What's going on?
What's going on in Utah? And no one knew who he
No one ever says that
No one knew what he was talking about.
Is it for Kevin Durant? No.
Yeah, the best was you could tell he went off script, and everyone was like, "And what's? Can you get to the point of this, Wendy?" But Wendy just did a pipe bomb. He
Yeah.
was like, "You know what? I'm just going to lay this down here, and you're just going to deal with it."
It still makes me laugh. Like, 3 weeks later now? 4 weeks later?
Yeah, but look, he was right because he alluded to Danny Ainge getting in there and doing kind of what he did in Boston. When he got to the job in Boston, he immediately traded his stars to Brooklyn for draft picks, assets, and he rebuilt that team. And he's kind of doing the same thing in Utah with that Rudy Gobert trade, which was highway robbery. Everybody that I knew who saw the return went, Rudy Gobert went for that?
I can't believe it.
And
I still can't believe it.
So the word on the street was that Donovan Mitchell was not on the block. But after they have seen what they got for Rudy Gobert, they are now not saying no. That's the latest report from Woj. And immediately, you might go, as a Sixers fan, oh, Donovan Mitchell's available. And my immediate thought was, don't do it. And I kind of...
That's mine, too.
Okay, so I don't feel that bad then, because my thought was like, is this just stupid of you to say that this team doesn't need Donovan Mitchell? But it has to do with everything we talked about a little bit earlier. And what really sticks to my mind is and Bob was the first guy to bring the point up of, can he really fit on this team because of the amount of shots that he is going to require?
You're not supposed to mention Bob when he's on suspension.
Yeah, I apologize.
I thought he was straight up fired at this point.
All right, so I'll just say that guy. That's
Yeah,
the
that guy.
No, that announcement's coming at 4
he
o'clock.
is
Bob's
that
gone.
guy. Okay.
Yeah. So that guy brought it up a couple weeks ago of, Donovan Mitchell needs a lot of shots to get his.
As we looked it up today, second most in the NBA, just over 20 field goal attempts per game.
So if you're trading with Danny Ainge, and this does not really do with the Boston thing, but if you're trading with Danny Ainge, you're going to have to give up a lot because he's going to stick to the line of, well, look, we're not looking to move him. We have to be wowed by an offer. So you're going to have to overpay for Donovan Mitchell. And I just have a feeling that if they were to somehow maneuver a trade for Donovan Mitchell, we'd be looking at him like, wait, why? He's not the same guy. And it's because of the fact that this is Joel Embiid's team. James Harden's here. He'd be like the third guy. And I'm like, nah, like go find somebody else other than Donovan Mitchell. I'm not enamored with him as I thought I would be.
I am not.
I feel better the fact that I'm not the only one on an island.
I look
here,
at Donovan Mitchell and I like him as a player. I mean,
I think he's a good player, no doubt.
He's a good player, but I do not go for the high volume shooter.
For the price that you'd have to pay for Donovan Mitchell, likely, that's where like I'm out. Because you'd have to pay a lot.
Jamie, what could talk you into Donovan Mitchell other than it being Tobias that is involved in moving him?
Well, the unfortunate part is it looks like Utah's going way of the draft pick. The Sixers don't really have much to offer in that capacity at all. I don't want to trade Maxey for Mitchell, but if it was Tobias and you did have picks and could do a Matisse, a Tobias, and some picks to get him, I would have interest then. But I want to protect Maxey because I think Maxey can be Mitchell-esque.
I think he can absolutely be the caliber of player league-wide, Tyrese Maxey, that Donovan Mitchell is.
Yeah, I mean, Donovan Mitchell's a 36% three-point shooter most times. Tyrese showed you.
And needs more attempts to get there.
Yeah, but Tyrese showed you something last year that just, wow. I mean, finishing 4th or 5th in the NBA in three-point percentage while shooting almost 5 per game is pretty remarkable. I'm not giving that up for much.
What's remarkable to me about Maxey last season was, and I did the exercise, but looking at the amount of minutes he played last season compared to his rookie season, he went up a ridiculous amount of just games played. It wasn't just the games played, though. Like, when you factor in how many minutes are in the game.
Yeah.
His workload went through the roof, and you thought, okay, well, maybe he'll slow down. And, it's times he did a little bit. But then in the playoffs, he would go off.
Yeah.
And at times, he was their best player.
And now you see him in Houston working with Harden, and then he's going to Summer League and supporting the team. This dude just lives, breathes, loves basketball. And, you want guys like him, the exact type on your team. He's not somebody I part with easily. Kevin Durant, I probably would.
Kevin Durant, I would, yeah.
But that's,
I want
most importantly, he's on a rookie contract.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
the
big one.
What's kind of the beauty of this is he syncs up exactly with Tobias coming off the books. If he does get to that true max potential, you got a spot for him. So it's not like you even have to lose him because you can't afford him.
I want Tyrese Maxey going nowhere.
Totally agree. I think a lot of fans are like that.
Yeah, I do not. I don't want to go anywhere.
There's a very short list of guys I would trade him for, and Donovan Mitchell certainly is not one of them.
No, he doesn't. He's not that guy.
But then again, like, do we just overvalue Tyrese Maxey? Because
we may be.
It's like we're banking on a jump like he had last season, because his jump last season was huge from his rookie year.
I don't know how
his
he
rookie
could
year
shoot
he
as
showed
well
spurts.
next year.
His rookie year, he showed flashes where you're like, wow, they might have gotten something in this kid. Last year, he really took a next level jump. And we're kind of expecting a similar jump this season.
Even if he
which
drops
might be unfair to him,
2 or 3 points from deep, that's still incredible.
He's still top of top of his class.
If you're shooting 40% from 3 on 5 attempts a game, you can play on my team any day.
I love
Good
him,
job, Pat.
I love him.
Yeah, so do I.
I don't care who knows it.
I'll scream it from the mountains.
There you go. Would you Chris Miller him, though? The Chris Miller comment from earlier today. See, this is where you get to these.
We didn't get clarification
This is where you get
on
to
that.
Okay, there you go.
If it's a positive, yes.
Yeah, it's a good one.
If it's
All
a
right.
negative, no.
There was a debate yesterday that broke out because of something in print regarding toughness. We'll see how tough we are on it next. John Kincade Show on 97.5 The Fanatic. In just about a month, we will be sending our daughter to her first college experience. And your college-bound student is going to try to figure out how are they going to pay for it all. I keep saying to my daughter, this is what will be left on the books by the time you graduate. Are you ready for it? College Ave Student Loans helps prepare us for that. It takes the stress out of paying for college. I'm always amazed at people at the end of the college experience going, wait a minute, this is so expensive, I can't believe it. Well, you signed up for it. It's a loan. That's why you do collegeav.com while you start the process. You see all the loan options in action with their student loan calculator. You get an instant credit decision. You get your rate, and you apply in only 3 minutes. And you build a student loan that keeps pace with your family's budget and, more importantly, your goals and what you're going to have on the books once you graduate. It'll help relieve the stress of how you're going to pay for it. So go to collegeav.com right now. Log on with your college-bound student, and while they're there, they can register for the free textbooks for a year sweepstakes. It's another way that College Ave can help you manage unexpected expenses along the journey. There's no purchase necessary to enter. See official rules for details. Find out what you're going to owe for college before it all gets started, and get yourself a great deal at collegeav.com.
The John Kincade Show.
Talking sense into people isn't really my thing. In fact, I'm better at the opposite.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Hey guys, it's Andrew. Listen, it's a big deal to replace your roof. Trust me, I get it. You just don't want any company. You want roofing experts. So call New Look Home Design. They've installed over 40,000 roofs all over the country. On average, they install one roof every hour. So you know that they have the experience and professionalism that you're looking for. New Look offers same-day on-site or virtual estimates, whatever's best for you. They provide a 3D rendering of your home, showing you exactly what your new roof will look like, and every estimate includes line-by-line pricing, so you know exactly what you're paying for to the very last shingle. And in my opinion, best of all, they offer a lifetime warranty, so you know exactly that they stand behind their work. Through July 31st, get 50% off all roofing materials, plus no payments, no interest financing for 12 months. That's right. Get your new roof now and make no payments for a full year. If you need a new roof or are just exploring your options, take my advice and call New Look Home Design, the roofing experts. Call 800-279-5300 or visit them online, newlookhomedesign.com. That's nulookhomdesign.com, and tell them Andrew sent you.
It's Hoagie Fest. Today's the day. Follow your taste buds. They'll show you the way. Hoagie Fest is here. Na, 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 na.
Wawa Hoagie Fest is back. Summer tastes better when it's full of hoagie love. Get $5 shorties and $6 classic hoagies. Limited time only. See store for exclusions.
There's an epic cookie battle happening right now at Wawa. Will it be Oreo cookies and cream frozen beverages? Or will you choose Chips Ahoy cream smoothies, milkshakes, and more? If you can't choose one, go for both in our limited time ultimate cookie mashup, made with real pieces of Oreo and Chips Ahoy cookies. 2 legendary cookies, 1 epic frozen treat. Gotta have a Wawa.
Hey, it's Ricky Bo for Bet Rivers Online Sportsbook. Swing for the fences this week when you make a first-time deposit using the code DERBY on the Baseball Home Run Derby. Signing up is super easy with the Bet Rivers Online Sportsbook app or at betrivers.com. Deposit $100 to receive a free Bet Rivers bet for any home run hit. Or deposit $250 and get the total home runs for the entire Derby as free Bet Rivers bets. This offer is valid through July 18th. So download the Bet Rivers Online Sportsbook app today and use code DERBY when you make your first-time deposit. Visit betrivers.com to see all the latest odds, boosts, and promotions running this baseball season. Bet with a winner. Bet with Bet Rivers. Terms and conditions apply. See site for details. Bet Rivers is presented by Rivers Casino Pittsburgh. You must be 21 to play. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Staples has everything for school at great prices. So this year you won't go back to school. You'll be ready to move forward and master 5th grade math.
I can't do this. It's impossible.
Not you, Dad, your daughter. Staples will help her move forward.
Right.
Right now, Staples comp books and number 2 pencils are just 50 cents each. Plus, 2 pocket paper folders are only 25 cents each. Everything on your list at amazing prices. Staples, we're not going back. We're going forward to school. N716 in-store only, limit 30.
Something you probably do know. Progressive can not only offer you a great price when you bundle home and auto, they offer you round-the-clock protection. Something you probably don't know, the average oak tree branch can hold 70 pounds. Something you probably do know, your neighbor is building their kid a treehouse. Something you probably don't know, a falling treehouse would take out your whole fence. Bundle your home and auto with Progressive and get more than a great price. Get round-the-clock protection. Something you know for the things you don't know. Coverage from Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and third-party insurers and subject to policy terms. Bundle discount not available in all states or situations.
If this were a Reese's TV ad,
you'd be staring at a Reese's Peanut Butter Cup. And sure, my voice is peanut buttery smooth, but still, you need to see the peanut butter cups, right? No? I can really just say Reese's and you'll go get some? Okay. Reese's. 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 Really working, actually. Reese's. Reese's. I'm on to something. Reese's. Reese's. Reese's.
Dirty exterior? Don't scrub it. Wet it and forget it. Wet and Forget, the easy outdoor cleaner. Wet and Forget works overtime with Mother Nature to eliminate unsightly black and green stains on the exterior of your home with no scrubbing, power washing, or bleach. Use Wet and Forget on all your outdoor surfaces, including decks, siding, roofs, and patios. Wet and Forget is available as a concentrate or extreme reach hose end. Purchase Wet and Forget in-store or online at Lowe's, Menards, Ace, or Walmart.
Hey, it's Cuz. Are you getting ready for a home improvement cleanup? The garage, the bathroom, big move? Let me tell you about the perfect solution, the Bagster. The Bagster, by far the most convenient, affordable way to help with your cleanup. The Bagster isn't just a great product. It's a 3 cubic yard dumpster in a bag sold at Home Depot, Lowe's, local home improvement stores everywhere, and for only $29.99. Holds 3,300 pounds of waste. Buy it, fill it, schedule your collection. Poof, it's gone. Clean it up with the Bagster dumpster. In the back.
When my wife and I moved into our new home about 2 years ago, we got the news that the HVAC system wasn't about that life. It wasn't going to last forever. It was on its last legs. So we started opening our ears, doing some research online about who we were going to use to replace our system. And it became a no-brainer after a while. We heard John talk about them on the morning show forever. Then my wife, she's a big online review person. She started doing the online research. And the amount of 5-star reviews that H&H Heating and Air Conditioning had convinced her. She said, these guys seem great. Let's go with them. And today at our house is install day. They just arrived at the house. A guy named Michael Carmels and his crew is going to be installing our new unit today. I'm excited. I'm excited because it was an easy process. There was no, high-pressure sales pitch. They gave us options. They said, here's a couple things that'll work well in your house. Let's get you up to date on a Wi-Fi smart system so we can make your system more efficient. We got quotes and pricing the same day. The manager, John Leake, we dealt with was tremendous. I texted through the whole process with John. He made sure we were good. They explained all the warranty info up front.
You texted him a little too much.
John told me to back off at one point, but I said, John, the service is so great. I think we're friends now. They had the equipment in stock, which was a key. It was hot as hell out there yesterday, people. If your AC goes down, you want a company that has the equipment in stock. If you're thinking about replacing your HVAC unit and you want a reputable, honest, and do right by you kind of company, well, call H&H and have them come out. You'll see right away why John and I talk about them so glowingly. Visit DelcoHVAC.com. That's DelcoHVAC.com, and tell them Jamie Lynch and John Kincade say hello.
WPEN Burlington, Philadelphia, a Beasley Media Group station, home of the most entertaining sports talk in Philadelphia. 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia. The John Kincade Show.
I watch TV, I play video games, and then I go to happy hour.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
8 a.m. sponsor is Martin Law, the law firm for injured workers. Visit paworkinjury.com. Appreciate you being a part of the show. Tell your family, tell your friends. Stream all day long. Big announcement today at 4 o'clock. So be listening for that. And one of my buddies has asked Jamie where, and I already asked you today, and one of my buddies has asked me on text, where did Jamie get his hoodie?
Oh, this was an Under Armour sale a couple years ago.
Because I do not see it, because Jamie had told me earlier it was Under Armour. I do not find it on the Under Armour.
Yeah, this was a couple years ago at this point.
Because it's sort of like, what would that be? What would the color be? Gray or heather? Or something? I'm trying to, or is it just worn down?
I think it's, no, I think it's green with like the grayish undertones to it.
Okay.
Yeah, solid.
So now you got people wanting that hoodie.
I wish I could provide a link for you, but I'm not sure they run this model anymore.
Yeah, man, I have not found it on the Under Armour. I've looked at Under Armour.
I love the lightweight hoodies.
The light hoodie's nice, especially finding out that I've never, ever had to wear a sweatshirt or a hoodie for 25 years till coming back home in the summer.
Yeah.
Ever.
Major part of the wardrobe here.
I mean, 80 at night. when it would break 80 at night, it would be like a celebration in the South. And down here, I mean, it's a nice. Yesterday, I was sitting out on.
Yesterday was rough.
Sitting out in the afternoon, and the trees were rustling, and it was dark, and it was awesome. We didn't get any rain though. We did not get a drop.
We got a drop, and then I thought because the garden needed it and the soil needed it, and then it just didn't come, and I was like, damn.
I'm going to make a statement to begin the 8 o'clock hour that I haven't made many times before. I agree with Marcus Hayes. I can't say there's many times where I've agreed with him, but I also disagree with him. And I guess that's what a great columnist is supposed to do, is supposed to create, a point of view where you get a reaction out of somebody. But in reaction to his piece yesterday, he was talking about that P.J. Tucker coming to the Sixers, the idea of instilling toughness in the Sixers. I agree, and I'm going to read you some of the words so Marcus Hayes is not misquoted. Tucker's a dependable player and a grown man, but any supposition that his toughness is going to somehow, by osmosis, make other Sixers tougher is ridiculous. Men either get tougher or they don't. I agree 100% with this statement. Not 99, 100. I think that's a true statement. But then he takes it where I disagree with him. If Harden and Joel Embiid are going to toughen up, as Tobias Harris has told us they must, it won't happen because P.J. Tucker in his liniment-scented uniform drives them to plumb depths of resolve they haven't reached yet. If the Beard and the process finally start playing like grown men, then it will be because they've grown up all by themselves. So in the same piece, I agree, and then I think cheap shot, out of bounds, that is hot take, look at me, let me get clicks. And I like Marcus's writing, so I'm not trashing because I really enjoyed the read. But to me, I think the first premise was the story, and then the second premise, it's hot take. Look at me. Let me say something outrageous. For anyone to say that Joel Embiid is not tough, to me, is completely out of bounds. Absolutely out of bounds. The man takes a physical beating, and I do not know the game of James Harden as much, but I don't believe James Harden, a guy who drives to the basket with regularity a lot of times, is a guy who is afraid of contact or afraid of taking a shot to the jaw. So I wouldn't say either one of those guys doesn't play tough. Mentally tough, I would question both of them. Both Joel Embiid and James Harden. Mental toughness, I can question both of them at times, especially how Harden disappears. Completely disappears. But the idea of physical toughness, I don't believe P.J. Tucker can teach it. I don't believe P.J. Tucker it's going to rub off on people that's going to happen. But I also think accusing James Harden and Joel Embiid of not being tough is out of bounds.
I'm not sure I agree with the first one. Not that P.J. Tucker's presence alone would make, let's say, Tobias Harris or George Niang or Matisse Thybulle tougher, but he leads by example with toughness. And if you're a teammate of somebody and you see them busting their ass and diving on the ball, on the loose court for a ball, and you see him, maybe throwing a little extra elbow in the lane to get a rebound in a key spot, or you see somebody chesting up a guy on defense, you're going to want to meet that level. I do think teams...
But you can't...
I think guys like him bring way more than the stat sheet shows you. And when you have a teammate like that, that's just a bull. Or as,
You think then you start playing like a bull?
I think there's a certain expectation from a guy like that of other guys to meet my level. Yeah, I think most guys will step it up a little bit.
I agree in a way. I don't think it's going to be this drastic change.
Yeah.
But I think it will be an attitude that people want to copy.
Yeah.
And it's been an attitude that hasn't been here since Jimmy left. I think it'll help. I don't think it can hurt. I'll put it to you that.
I don't think it does nothing.
Like when they signed P.J. Tucker, I went, that's a lot of years, a lot of money. But I think what he's going to make the biggest impact is in the locker room.
I think attitude.
More so, his attitude more so than on the court. Because on the court, he's a decent player, but he's not the special.
He's a ferocious competitor.
So P.J. Tucker is a member of the Miami Heat. Can you tell me who he made tougher?
Well, that team's already tough. I mean, they have a culture there. The Sixers don't.
Right, that's what I mean.
It's different. I mean,
but they didn't become tough because of him.
No, they became tough because of the culture that was already there before he got there, and that culture is one of the reasons why they went out and got him. He fit their culture.
I agree with you.
Okay,
Pat.
well then he doesn't fit the culture here.
No, and that's part of why he's here.
So I'm saying is like, so is he being brought here?
He was brought in because they had a deficiency in toughness and guys with, I love that it's become the big Twitter joke now. He's got that dog in him. They didn't have that, and they needed that, and they paid for that. Joel Embiid, as soon as the series ended with Miami, said, "Yeah, we have to get tougher this offseason." This is no mistake. I mean, he was brought here to bring that and hopefully extract some of that out of the other guys on the team. I mean, it's I think what separates the greats from, your average professional athletes is a mindset.
Okay, can you tell me any player, Connor, just think off the top of your head, can you tell me any player who was ever sort of not tough that became tough because of watching someone else be tough?
It's tough. Yeah, no,
it's tough. You just said it's very good.
Yeah, I know. It's I'll say difficult to avoid saying that word again. No, it's difficult to point to that. And honestly, it's easier for me to point to the opposite. Like Jimmy Butler came here, a very, very tough player. Didn't change anything about Ben Simmons. Didn't change anything about really Tobias Harris's toughness level. And not that I think Tobias Harris needs to be like significantly tougher, but Jimmy Butler didn't really change the culture of this
but he
team.
wasn't here long enough.
Well, he wasn't, but will P.J. Tucker be?
I mean, I think you have to live
P.J. Tucker going to be here longer?
He'll be here for 3 years.
Contracts for 3 years.
Contracts.
But right now, we're expecting to be here for 3 years. Jimmy was here for 8 months.
I think to accurately answer that question, John, is pretty tough because you have to live and breathe the team to see that.
No, but I'm thinking wouldn't we
But take the 93 Phillies, for example. If it's not for Dutch, is Pete Incaviglia this tough guy? Is Jim Eisenreich this tough guy? Is Dave Holland? And I know there was some other things that led to it.
Was a tough
but
guy.
I think there was a toughness level set by the leaders of that team that the rest of the roster followed. Like they were kind of like the bad boys, and we're going to drink beers, and we're going to, be tough. We're not going to be an easy out for you. We're going to be a pain in your ass. And I think that went down the whole lineup in the roster, and I think that was part of their success, along with other reasons.
I think it's also it's not just about the toughness factor. It's about what he's going to bring leadership-wise, making these guys believe that they can contend. Like, I was lucky enough to work with Dutch a lot when he was here, and he talked about when he got traded to the Marlins. Look, he was a bench bat primarily when he got traded there. The first day he shows up in Miami, he held a team meeting. He just got there 12 minutes ago, and he's going, guys, get together. Like, we got to talk. And like that's leadership that you don't see it on the field. You don't see it on the court. You don't see it on the ice.
But I'm sure there
you
was
see it in
games
the
he
locker
went,
room.
No, I'm catching tonight.
Yeah.
Like you're not benching me tonight. No.
You want that.
And then other guys see that, and maybe it's Schilling, or maybe it's somebody on the pitching staff, maybe it's Ricky Bowe. They go, well, hell, if Dutch is going to go out there on a bum knee and be this tough ass, I got a match, or I'm going to get judged. So I don't think it makes the people tougher, but I think it raises the expectation of what is expected.
I think it's out of bounds to even put into print that you think that Joel Embiid isn't a tough player.
No, I don't think you can say that.
I think that's ridiculous.
Mental toughness, I could question. I absolutely think you can question mental toughness because I think mental toughness, if you're mentally tough, you stroll into the building like Billy Badass. You don't come in like mopey and shoulders slumped and just have that bad body. I don't think a tough guy has bad body language.
I 100%
mentally
agree with
tough
you.
guy bluffs it. They bluff it.
Yeah, but I think he's tough. I
think he's a tough guy.
Look, he plays with a broken thumb and knee issues and a broken face, and he still went out there. I mean, that's toughness because he could have sat out. Now the question is how much was he really there mentally, as you talk about mentally tough. I don't know, but toughness, yeah, he's tough. He's a tough dude.
Because mental toughness is a big thing.
I would still be out with those injuries. Like I'd be at home right now.
Hey,
he played.
You know what's big? Lives in the blue and likes to show off, Pat. Wales.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
And they're making a big splash this summer in Maine. Visit Maine.com. This message is sponsored to you by the Maine Office of Tourism.
Whose phone's twinkling?
It's John's.
Is it mine?
Yeah, you have some alert over there. It's either on your iPad or your phone that goes off. It sounds like bells. I hear it too. Yeah.
My phone
If
is
you
on silent.
so you have both
Your
ears. You have
iPad?
both ears on.
Okay.
If you take one of them off, when you get an alert, you hear like wind chimes.
Yeah.
Wind
Does that sound familiar to you? Did you just get an alert on your phone or your iPad?
No.
It might be on your iPad then.
No, it's not on my iPad. 'Cause
Called
my
side
iPad's
pads.
on silence too.
Then maybe it's Jamie.
What
maybe
is it?
Maybe Jamie's. We got to get to the bottom of this.
Unsolved.
Wait a minute. Can your sound? Can your
Let me
Can-
text.
can it-
I'm gonna text Jamie right now.
Okay, can something make a sound when it's on silent?
If a tree falls in the woods and no one's around to hear it.
When it's on silent.
No, Jane, put your phone down.
Wait a minute, I think I solved it.
What is it?
Because my phone's on silent, my iPad's on silent.
Okay.
But I do see that there was just a delivery made at the front door of the house.
Huh.
So could the Ring doorbell avoid
That would make sense.
silent? Because
Yeah.
you didn't get anything there. You just texted me.
I texted you. Yeah, that would
Nothing.
make sense because the Ring, it literally sounds like
door chimes.
yeah.
Like it could
so that
be.
would make sense.
But I have my ears on, so I don't hear it.
Go tell Olivia to start running around the yard.
What do you think?
like a
It's
badger.
It's her and her mother probably that is either Christina's carrying on with the Amazon man.
Possibility.
It is Prime Day.
Or it is Prime Day. That could be a whole nother
Little
context,
extra delivery.
Connor.
Little extra.
Because she knows where the Prime guy went to college. She knows why he does this as a side gig. Like, I mean, they've gotten to know each other, the Amazon guy. And he's a very good Amazon guy, by the way.
Okay, I'd be concerned.
That's what I'm a little concerned.
I'd be a little concerned.
Now, if I see him cross the threshold of the house, it's going to be a problem. There will be a problem. That could be it. That's what it's got to be, Pat. Because
when
I just I had a delivery. Wait a minute, I had a delivery at 8:12.
Yeah, it's got to be
That
that
was
then.
it,
Yeah.
So it's got, but the thing is, how can it be when my phone's on silent and my iPad's on silent?
Lord Bezos overtakes
Dude,
all.
I can't.
No,
answer
he
that.
doesn't own Ring.
I'm not.
He owns Amazon.
I'm not Tim.
Yeah, but I don't
Amazon
get it.
delivery.
It's
He's
not
like,
an
needs some
Amazon delivery.
We don't know what.
Hey,
Ring, the biggest miss in Shark Tank history.
Yeah, big miss. Hey, let's see what.
By the way, real quick, an interesting tweet here from Kevin McDonald. He says Embiid
he had a farm.
Yeah, Embiid is an empath. He emulates players all the time. When Butler was here, was the year he was fighting Cat and saying,
"First of all, I ain't no bitch."
That's a good point.
That's an interesting thought.
It's a damn interesting thought.
That is really interesting.
Thank you for listening, Kevin McDonald.
Good
thank
stuff,
you,
Kevin.
for your
Good
contribution
job,
to the
Kevin.
show.
I thought that
We
was worth
appreciate you
sharing.
listening.
It was.
I want to listen to Pat's takes. That's what I want to listen to.
With
That makes one person.
or without. Either way, it's time for Pat's Takes.
Hello.
Hello, Patrick.
All right, Tour de France is in full swing.
Tour de France.
Yes.
Tour de France.
Well, stank on it.
What do
yeah.
yeah, exactly.
You probably missed it with all the sports going on right now. We haven't had time to fit it in ourselves, but it's for lack of time, not for lack of love.
Oh, we love it.
Of the most famous cycling race ever. Now, avid cyclists like us are probably familiar with this story, but for those out there that are
The boss
unaware,
is. Chuck rides his bike.
he does. He's actually in France right now.
Not France,
no,
by the way.
France.
He's in France.
The Tour de France continues on without Daniel Ass.
What?
Ass had to withdraw with a broken freaking neck, Kurt Angle style. But it wasn't after a crash with a fellow cyclist. It was after a crash with spectators. Video showed Ass clipping a fan and then running into another one who was leaning in to film the race. This is a trend.
And it
with
broke his neck?
Yeah, he fell off and he broke his neck. This is actually a trend with cycling where fans are able to get way too close to Mongoose Ulrich and Schwinn Armstrong. So if you're planning on heading to the French countryside, just to make sure to you stay on the sidelines so you don't break a dude's neck and cost him a yellow jersey.
How
It's
about
an
the rest of his life?
Unfortunate event for him.
Oh my gosh.
There was one.
There's a guy named Schwinn and Mongoose?
Yeah.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah, they're Huffy's sons.
Yes, he's
they
on it.
split
Yeah.
from the Huffy family.
I had a Huffy.
I had a Huffy.
I had a Huffy.
Oh, knobby tired Huffy?
That was my big Christmas gift in maybe fifth grade.
Like Marple.
You guys have the pegs on the back.
up at the
Absolutely.
up at the Marple Votech, being able to drive it through the woods and the trails.
Oh yeah, I was a man with that Huffy.
That's a great one.
There was a woman last year at the Tour de France that caused
You
like
put
a
the stink on it too?
France.
You have to.
Yeah, caused like a major pileup. It
Yeah.
wasn't just like one or two guys going down. It ended up being like 50 guys went
Was
down.
it a woman driver or was it a woman?
They should get arrested for it.
Yeah, I mean
It's
you could
bad.
seriously hurt somebody.
If somebody breaks
could
their
kill
neck,
somebody.
If someone breaks their neck, that's really bad.
Yeah, he had to withdraw, and it sucks because these guys work the whole season for this this event.
Wow.
And
the whole
broken
season,
neck.
your neck may never recover.
Sacre bleu.
Yeah, I mean, some people, he might go on to a great WWE career.
Ooh, by the way, John, Nathan says Amazon does own Ring.
Amazon owns Ring?
They own everything.
So Bezos just flipped your camera off.
Wow.
And the Prime guy is going through your
You didn't
fridge
even
right
know.
now.
Let's hope that's all he's going.
Olivia's calling the Amazon guy daddy.
Let's hope that's all the Amazon
Are
guy's
you paying
doing.
for Temple now, Prime?
Olivia's
Man?
like, you're my new dad.
He does look very
Like
fit.
Jack in the mailman.
The Amazon guy looks very fit. He's very limber. He's very fit.
You'll buy me crumble cookies, won't you, Amazon guy?
My gosh.
All right, listen up, Matt O'Donnell, Maggie Kent, Pat Gallen, the rest of the local TV broadcasters
you brought
in the
Pat
area.
Gallen
I
into
did.
this?
I did. That's my guy, Pat Gallen.
Adam Joseph doesn't even get a.
Well, I
hello?
went with the anchors.
Oh, okay.
I went with the anchors. This
What about
next
Rick
story,
Williams? That's my
Can
man.
I continue, please, without interruption?
Come on
You're
now.
like someone running in as I'm trying to do the Tour de France.
I was going to say Brian Taft.
Thank you. This next story is for all of them, including Brian Williams. Being an anchor is tough. You've got teleprompters that can get in the way.
Yes.
And I'm Ron Burgundy.
They've got to.
Go yourself, San Diego.
Yeah, see, it gets in the way. Then they've got to keep their figure looking nice and tight.
Tuesday's arms and back. Oh, it's a deep burn. Oh, it's so deep. I don't know if you heard me counting. I did over 1,000.
Heather Cover had to deal with all of that as she tried to throw it to weather in Albany. But Albany is the minor leagues compared to Philly, and Cover won't be getting a call up anytime soon, even for a spot start. Not after her poor attempt to throw it to weather or maybe a break. We're not quite sure. She seemed like her co-anchor was Jack Daniels. Here's what she sounded like.
It's only 80 degrees here. We are really lucky here in the capital region. I mean, let me tell you about that. These areas are reaching such areas. I mean, it's Houston, Austin, San Antonio. I mean, they're not expected. It has happened. Like, you don't need us telling you that it's bad. Meteorologist Craig Adams is right here.
Okay. Well, then she doesn't let him get to it.
Of course, clearly, like here, we're taking a live look over downtown Albany, and of course, just like me, meteorologist Craig Gold is working a double shift, and so he's in.
So she's working a double shift. Is she like?
So Heather was clearly.
Is she loaded?
Heather was clearly in the bag. Like, it's so obvious.
Oh
And by
my
the
gosh.
way, it's radio, so you can't see it. But if you could see a picture of Heather, she looks disheveled as me right now. Like, she
But
looks
was she drunk? But was she drunk or tired?
Clearly, in my opinion,
Oh,
in
it
my
sounds-
professional opinion, she was drunk as hell.
Sounds it.
But you never admit defeat. As she alluded to in the cut, she was working a double. She tweeted out
Exhausted.
earlier in the day her schedule, and it was a double after working a double the previous
This sounds
day.
like Connor many times.
So,
complained.
please.
I was just going to say.
Can I get through a stupid story without you two jamokes interrupting?
No.
Thank you. As I was saying. So instead of admitting, yeah, I got tanked and I ranted about the weather, she resigned her position and claimed that she was overworked and exhausted. It's a bold strategy and one that will probably land her in Bozeman, Montana. She is also a martyr to the overworked. An unidentified radio producer who was bearing a creepy mustache and no shirt was quoted as saying, I once worked a hard 8 hours, and I came in the next day and was mocked by a coworker claiming everyone works hard, no one cares. I'm not looking for a medal, but to get overworked like I was and then get verbally beaten down, people talk about how hard teachers have it, but they have no idea what us media professionals go through. He then asked the woman who was interviewing him for her number, but she gave him the one-digit off move.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah.
I've been about as tired as I think a human being can be, as I'm sure we all have at some point in our lives. I don't think I've ever slurred my words.
I've never sounded like that.
That's not tired.
I don't know.
Well, wait a minute. I keep calling.
That's wired.
I've been known to slip the breast into.
That's one thing.
friends from Bradford
That
White,
happens.
and I appreciate that.
But you didn't throw it to this segment. Well, you kind of did. You threw it to this segment, and then you tried to filibuster by interrupting me. But
There you go.
usually don't throw it to Jamie and then filibuster like she did when she threw it to the weather and then made the weather guy wait
that
5
wasn't
minutes.
good.
Today in history, there's only one thing. 1896.
Only one thing happened?
Yeah, there was a lot, but only one thing that mattered. 1896, all-time Philly great Ed Delahanty became the first Phillies player and the second MLB player ever to hit 4 home runs in a game. And then he died.
Well, I think he died.
He had a gruesome death. He fell off a train in Niagara Falls.
Whoa.
Yeah, he was
Wait
like
a
an
minute.
Did he go
all-time
over the
great.
falls?
That happened to Ryan Chamberlain.
Apparently. Yeah, see, I'm drunk now. Apparently, he got liquored up like this newscaster, and he fell out of the train as it went over Niagara Falls, and they never found his body.
And they never found his body?
R.I.P. to Eddie.
See, that happened to Ryan Chamberlain on General Hospital.
Yeah, they probably based it off of Ed
And he
Delahanty.
lost his hand, and then he came back, though.
Oh, of course he did.
He was alive.
Of course. Ed didn't come back.
Ed did not come
The
back.
Phillies needed him to come back because he was by far their best player.
Hey,
Henry Ford fired Lee Iacocca in this day in 1978.
I think he made a big mistake.
That's not in sports, dude. That's not in
There you
sports.
go, it's not.
Live Aid happened in 1985.
He was played by the Punisher.
That's not.
Lee Iacocca.
We're
There
not.
you go.
Yeah.
Believe it or
First
not,
World
we're not a
Cup in
music.
1930.
We're out of time.
I'm
There
done.
is
I'm done.
there was a speech a year ago that drew a lot of ridicule, questions, and more,
I
and then
appreciate
got
it.
praised, and it shouldn't have been praised. We'll get to it next. John Kincade Show on The Fanatic. Hey, you want to beat the heat? You heard that slurring anchor woman tell you how hot it is. It's very, very hot. And your house may be hot, too, because you've got crappy windows. That's why Window Nation wants to help solve your problem for you. They want to lower your energy bills. They want to raise the value of your home by helping that curb appeal. With new energy-efficient windows, and you're not going to pay anything until 2024. How about saving $200 off any style new window? What kind of new window do you need? Do you need vinyl? Do you need wood? Do you need fiberglass? They got them all. And you can check them out online at windownation.com. Every size, every style, every color you could think of. Think of the price, then take $200 off any style new window from Window Nation, and don't open that checkbook until 2024. It's a great, great deal for you. You got to replace those windows, and you're going to want to do it before the cold weather comes this winter. Beat the heat with Window Nation. Call 866-90-NATION. Take advantage of the great deal. Be sure to tell them Kincade sent you. 866-90-NATION.
The John Kincade Show. Wow, getting drunk in the morning on 97.5 The Fanatic. Philadelphia. 97.5 The Fanatic has a major station announcement. Listen today at 4 p.m. This is 97.5 The Fanatic. Philadelphia.
Hey, it's cause summertime, the right time to get my team over at LaBruciana Roofing out to your house. Finally replace that old, tired, and perhaps even leaky roof. Look, don't trust any company that just does roofs. Please trust Anthony and the true roofing experts at LaBruciana Roofing. The only roofing expert that I trust. Anthony! That's right, Anthony LaBruciano, his team at LaBruciana Roofing, one of the few roofers in all of the land, Montgomery, Chester, Delaware counties, that has earned the prestigious honor, Certainty 5-Star Select Shingle Master. Now, what that means for you, the best warranty in the business, 50 years from the manufacturer, 25 years on the expert workmanship. LaBruciano Roofing has repaired or replaced just about every kind of roof out there. Call them now, schedule an in-person on-site estimate, and check out their hundreds of 5-star Google reviews. LaBruciano Roofing experts will explain your options and give you the peace of mind you're dealing with the best. Call them 610-265-ROOF. That's 610-265-ROOF or PARoofPros.com. LaBruciana Roofing, the Shingle Master.
Hey guys, Bob Cooney here, and step up to the tee and take a swing at betting the PGA Tour on FanDuel Sportsbook in partnership with Valley Forge. New customers can bet the tour with a no-sweat first bet and get $1,000 back in free bets if you don't win. I always like to look at the leaders on the leaderboard. You know the big names, the Rory McIlroys, the Jordan Spieth, the Justin Thomases. There's a whole lot of those guys. But look at the history of the tournament they're playing and go back. This is what I love to do, and see how certain players did in the tournament last year. Maybe that's the bet you want to make. FanDuel has great daily promotions, and I love when I win. I get paid faster than a blistering drive off the tee. So see for yourself why FanDuel is America's #1 sportsbook. Download the FanDuel Sportsbook app and sign up using promo code BOB to get started with your no-sweat first bet up to $1,000. That's promo code BOB. FanDuel Sportsbook, the official betting operator of the PGA Tour.
21 plus and present in PA. First online, real money wager only. Refund issued as non-withdrawable site credit that expires in 14 days. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Baseball, basketball, soccer, tennis. No matter what your game is, defense matters. Same thing goes for COVID-19. Help protect yourself with a booster shot. Now recommended for people 5 years and older. Schedule an appointment as soon as you are eligible, following completion of your primary series. Sponsored by Pfizer and BioNTech.
This is your captain speaking. You better buckle your seatbelts for this one. I noticed my passport was due to expire, so I went to Staples. I got a passport photo in 10 minutes, so we're good to go.
Now at Staples, get 20% off travel products when you purchase a passport photo. Get travel ready at Staples, your one-stop travel prep destination.
Hey, let me tell you about another time that Staples saved my caboose. That all started back.
N731, in-store only. Excludes Instacart orders, certain products, services, and technology. See staplesconnect.com/services/travel for details.
Dirty exterior? Don't scrub it. Wet it and forget it. Wet and Forget, the easy outdoor cleaner. Wet and Forget works overtime with Mother Nature to eliminate unsightly black and green stains on the exterior of your home with no scrubbing, power washing, or bleach. Use Wet and Forget on all your outdoor surfaces, including decks, siding, roofs, and patios. Wet and Forget is available as a concentrate or extreme reach hose end. Purchase Wet and Forget in-store or online at Lowe's, Menards, Ace, or Walmart.
For the first time in 25 years, the Doobie Brothers, Tom Johnston, Michael McDonald, Pat Simmons, and John McPhee, 50th Anniversary Tour. Rock and Roll Hall of Fame inductees, the Doobie Brothers. The Met Philadelphia, September 7th. Get tickets this Friday at 10 a.m. at LiveNation.com.
You know the signs of a natural gas leak. Ooh, it smells like rotten eggs. But what's your next move in that situation?
Scoot, run, bolt, flee. Gas leaks are no good for me. If you smell gas, it's time to go. Leave the scene and call PECO. 1-800-841-4141.
Give us a call and we'll send someone to check it out. PECO is here to help 24/7.
Looking for a great place to check out this summer? Well, visit Kathy and the gang at the Yard Pub in Havertown. The Yard Pub has delicious food and a wide variety of entertainment throughout the week, including Quizzo on Wednesday and live music on the weekend. Thursdays, grab a table and try the Yard Pub's spicy pork or shrimp tacos with $4 Corona Premier drafts and $3 Corona Extra and Corona Light cans. The Yard Pub, 300 Westchester Pike in Havertown. For more, visit theyardhavertown.com. Follow them on Facebook at the Yard Pub, Havertown.
By now, you've heard all of our ads. America's largest injury law firm. It means that when you hire us, you get a legal army. When it comes to law, size matters. Morgan & Morgan. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
When it's getting heated, Philly, Dunkin' is keeping it calm, cool, and cold brew. With an ice-cold cold brew. And not just any cold brew, but one topped with brown sugar cold foam coolness. With Dunkin's new brown sugar cream cold brew. America runs on Dunkin'. Price and participation may vary. Limited time offer. Terms apply.
Now, back to the John Kincade Show.
This is the radio show I always wanted to host here in Philly. Question is whether it's the one you've always wanted to listen to.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
It's the John Kincade Show on 97.5 The Fanatic. Lively Wednesday. Pat's been waving his arms.
A few times, yeah.
Which is good.
Trying to fly out of here.
Which is really, really good. It scores points with some of the female listeners. You waving your arms around.
I've been often told that, I didn't really find you attractive before you started waving your arms, but afterwards.
But once you do it, then it really
gets the ladies going.
Yeah.
It's like Jack Parkman.
Absolutely. They like that. They like that arm waving action.
Makes the ladies want to vomit.
I can
Pat
do this
saw
with
the
my
Notebook,
arms.
and he heard the if you're a bird, I'm a bird scene, and he just took that to heart. He's like, okay,
If I
I'll
can
be a
be a
bird.
I'm surprised you're watching The Notebook.
Oh, I love
The Notebook's a great
I'm
movie.
a huge
Still have never
rom-com
seen
guy.
it.
Great movie.
Love
Yeah.
rom-coms.
I was such a detractor of it before I saw it, and then I watched it, and I was like, this movie's awesome.
Wow.
It's great.
Yeah.
Definitely, maybe The Proposal.
I don't think I'll ever see it at this point in my
Failure
life.
to
I think now you'd be less like I have seen 3 different times, seen parts of it.
I've never seen my wife watch it either.
And I'm
Wrote
like,
you a letter
okay,
every day for a year.
My wife and daughter love it.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm not
people
ashamed to
do
say I
love it.
Yeah, I'm not ashamed to say I
They
love
love
it
it.
at all.
Because
I
it's
love
about true love. And you
But
know
it's
what else is
weird.
about true love, John?
What's that?
People getting engaged. Because
yeah, that is about
I
that.
think they should visit Family and Company Jewelers in Marlton. Maybe if Ryan Gosling went to Family and Company Jewelers, he would have gotten the girl. Or did he get the girl? I don't even know.
Well, no spoilers.
No. That movie's been around forever. You can spoil it.
I don't want to spoil it for
He got
Jamie.
her back,
No,
right?
Jamie
We'll
doesn't
see.
want to watch
Watch
it.
the movie.
Well, they were named South Jersey's best bridal jewelry store store for 2022. Family and Company Jewelers, South Jersey's diamond destination.
It's not called the Spark Notes. It's called the Notebook. Watch the movie.
Nah, it's not going to happen. At this
But
point,
it is written by Nicholas Sparks.
It's true. Well, so that
Not
would make it
Bubba.
the Spark
there you go.
Notes. Look
I'm
at that.
not Bubba Sparks.
brother of Bubba.
Now,
Yes.
the Eagles had gotten bludgeoned in Las Vegas. They dropped helplessly to 2-5. And Nick Sirianni used that point to develop one of his most memorable, rambling explanations ever in his infamous blooming flower speech. Let's hear some of it.
This is what I said to the team today. You know, the results aren't there right now, but what's going on here is that there's growth under the soil. I put a picture of a flower up, right? And that's coming through the ground and the roots are growing out. And everybody wants to see results. Shoot, nobody wants to see results more than us, right? We want to see results too. But it's really important that the foundation is being built and that the roots are growing out. And the only way the roots grow out every single day and they grow stronger and grow better is if we all water, we all fertilize, we all do our part to water to make sure that when it does pop out, it really pops out and it grows.
That was the biggest load of BS that has maybe ever been trotted out. Did you realize that that was after the loss that we saw in Vegas? I couldn't remember the timing of that speech of when it happened.
October 27th.
Yeah, it's right after our Vegas
I didn't realize
trip.
that. Yeah,
I did.
That was his. That's what he dug up. So on the flight home from Vegas, Nick Sirianni was jotting that down and coming up with tomorrow. Hey, audiovisual guys, tomorrow I need a picture of a flower. And here's my notes. Here's what I'm coming up with. In other words, to me, on that flight home, he had no answers. And now the season turned around at that point. But when you hear his explanation, do you believe that the 2-5 manure that fertilized the ground created the turnaround that became 9-8 and ended 9-9?
I think he realized we have to be a running team. I do think
by this time, by the way, it appears he had already turned over the play calling during that game.
Yeah,
the
that's
Vegas
true.
game.
I think his flower analogy there is apt at any time. Like, guys, we're doing the right things. Just keep doing the right things, watering the flower, making sure this one, blah, 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 blah. It'll eventually sprout a flower. Like, I think that's just something you could say at any week in the course of an NFL season. Like, guys, we're staying the course here. It's fine. It may be one loss or two losses, but what we're doing is going to yield us a beautiful sunflower one day.
Okay, can I say that I never want to hear one of these speeches again?
Well,
I never want to hear any nonsense.
But I don't
like
think
this
that's
again.
the reason why they turned around. They turned around because they
That's what I
realized,
mean.
okay, yeah, we have to be a running team because we have a dominant line, a mobile quarterback, and a pretty good running back room.
He'd already turned over the play calling by this point.
Well,
He
that
turned that
was
over,
probably
that
more
one.
the key than the flower analogy.
I mean, but I'm saying it's like I don't want to hear this again.
No, I don't either. I mean, even if they were a good team, I don't want to hear it. The problem, like I would have been apt to understand the analogy had they not just gotten blown out. If it was a close loss, I get it. What turned around the season was the fact that he realized I need to run the football. And I remember sitting there with Bob going, if you remember that first drive, they ran the football successfully, scored a touchdown. I remember turning to Bob going, all right, that's the last time we see that. And sure enough, like I kind of said it half joking, but sure enough, that was the last time we saw that.
Well, Miles Sanders did get hurt in the game, right?
He did, but still, I mean, you ran it successfully, and your offensive line was pushing the Raiders around, and you didn't do it. And one of the reasons why I think is because he was so quick to just throw the football because they were getting down quick in games that it was like I got to throw to get back in this game. But no, I didn't buy that. I don't want to hear it again. Honestly, I don't care what he says.
I think he gets a free pass though on that one the first year.
Yeah, I think that's year one stuff.
But in retrospect, I never ever want to hear that again. I never want to hear him come in after a devastating loss or a string of 7 games where you've horribly underachieved. And remember, at that point, the Philadelphia Eagles, after 7 games last year, were on a record to be the most penalized team in the history of the NFL, period. Like, they were a mess. They were a dumpster fire. And to his credit, to Nick Sirianni's credit, he turned it around. But I don't want to hear any more of the psychobabble. Enough of this. This isn't the Dr. Phil show. I don't need any more of this nonsense.
I do think that's just year one stuff. Preaching my message and what I believe in, getting to know me a little bit, and I'm this cheesy guy that makes cheesy analogies, but the vision of the analogy is right. I
understood.
Come with me,
I
guys.
understood the
analogy.
Yeah, it's
I
year
just
one
seemed-
stuff.
At the
It seemed
time,
grade
it seems,
schoolish.
At
It's
the time,
JV, yeah.
At the time, it seemed stupid.
Right.
But I
Just
understood it.
run the ball.
As I said, I don't really care what my head coach says. I mean, this city got
Okay, but
so.
if you hear it this year, do you?
I don't care.
You
If
don't
they,
care
if they win the
again?
football game, I really don't care.
No, but if they're 2-5 and they're in the dumpster when he comes out with this, or the bags.
I don't need botany.
I'm gonna
talk if
be
they're 2 and
annoyed.
5.
I'm gonna be annoyed because they're 2-5,
Okay.
not because of what he said. And this city got so enamored with some jackass saying, "Oh, culture's more important than scheme." It's pretty simple, black and
Yeah,
white.
it is.
You know, I mean, 100.
Culture is more important. Dog mentality.
Big people beat up little people. Like we got
Yeah.
so wrapped up into him because he won. You know, and it was like he was winning games. So it's like, well, yeah, this guy. Look at his quotes. They're great. We're from Philadelphia. We fight. No, you're from New England, bud. You're from New Hampshire.
I can't believe.
Rhode Island, I think.
I absolutely
Wherever it is.
cannot believe it that from day one, I was a very verbal detractor of ever going the Chip Kelly route from the day he was hired.
I was not. I bought
And
an
then-
Oregon hat.
And then after the first year,
Yeah.
I had people saying to me, "See, wrong. See, see what you
First
said."
year looked good.
Yeah, first year looked good, and then and then you realized it's unsustainable.
Even the second year, he looked good. He won 10 games. Just
But it's
he'd make the playoffs.
unsustainable.
Yeah, the big concern with Chip
he
was,
made the playoffs the first year.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He made the playoffs.
Right.
For the second year, he didn't, but he won 10 games.
Right.
He set the league on fire. Then he set his own team on fire.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
you're setting your defense on fire.
Exactly.
Hey, summer heat can have you craving an ice cold drink. Well, PJ Wellahans has got you covered.
Absolutely.
They've got brand new seasonal cocktail specials. Even the Pat Egan, you could maybe put like a little Shirley Temple with a little twist on it.
I used to do Quizzo at a bar, and they had a signature drink for me.
What was it?
By they, I mean like I made it every week. It was pink lemonade with some grenadine in it.
Wow.
All right, I have
I was living.
That sounds good.
Hey, stop
Oh,
by
it was.
any location near you. They won't judge whatever you want to drink at PJ Wellahans.
I have a confession here. I followed a
We're in the
TikTok
trust-
video
We're in the trust tree. No one's
with
listening.
a drink. I followed the TikTok teens.
Okay. No, the TikTok can be really.
There's a lot of cool stuff
informative.
on there. I still don't have
I
the
learned
app.
how to quarter a chicken
There you go.
because of that. I never even knew the term.
Your guys' TikTok feeds are a lot different than mine.
Yeah, mine's
I do not have
suburban
TikTok.
dad.
Get down, man.
I don't have it yet either. I just see it all repurposed on Instagram.
Connor over here. 10 bonks for Connor.
Yeah, the limeade.
Talking about
You know the
golf
drink,
tips.
the limeade.
Yeah, limeade's
Yeah.
great.
You take a jalapeno, cut it up, let it sit in there for 12 hours. I got to tell you, it's fantastic.
Wait a minute.
Couldn't do that.
Jalapeno
In the limeade.
in the
You
limeade.
dice it up.
Okay, so
drop
this
it
is
in.
the frozen limeade.
No, like the
grenade.
the
Limeade drink.
Yeah, like the 2-liter
Okay.
bottle I grabbed at Target.
Lime and the coconut and mix it all up.
And you put the jalapeno in there, let it
see what you
sit.
did there.
It is tremendous. I am going to add tequila to it this weekend and have myself a blast.
See, now that's one of the things is the Kincade Arita that we make for a event is have the grenade, the frozen grenade of limeade,
Mm-hmm.
a Corona,
Yeah.
a 7-Up, and then 8 to 12 ounces of tequila.
I would enjoy one of those.
And you put it, and you only serve it. You serve it over ice. You never put ice into the pitcher.
Yes.
Just
Okay.
into that.
So you go to the Coke Freestyle machine, you press Mellow Yellow, go to Strawberry Orange, and then you press the big silver button, and it dispenses it.
Now, Mellow Yellow is the
It's the Mountain
knockoff
Dew.
Mountain Dew.
That's Cold Trickle's
Coke's
race
Mountain
car.
Dew.
It's Coke's knockoff
It's Coke's Mountain Dew. Yeah.
Okay, but there's another knockoff Mountain Dew that some of the fast food places have. Is it
don't-
there?
I don't know about that.
There's
didn't know
Mountain
this.
Dew.
Do tell.
Then
Sierra
there's
Mist?
Sierra Mist.
No, Sierra
that's
Mist is
Sprite.
Sprite.
Okay, Sierra Mist is
It's
knockoff
Pepsi Sprite.
Yeah.
That's Pepsi Sprite.
yeah.
Okay.
And then you've got Dr. Pepper, Mr. Pibb,
Mountain don't.
Coke, Pepsi.
Soda in and of itself should be a don't, right?
No.
Nah.
Delicious.
I save that for hangovers.
Lifeblood of
For
champions.
mixers only, but mixers, it's key.
I had a nice Coke last night around 11:30.
Bad boy.
Went to McDonald's.
Wait a minute, you went to McDonald's
Got
at
a- got a
11:30?
Yeah, I was leaving. I had a game, so I was
Oh,
starving
okay.
when I got out.
You had the bad 8-3 loss.
Horrible. We got
By the
stomped.
way, at Lead Sports Center, Linda Cohn was ripping
Yeah.
your ass.
Me
She
falling,
said you suck.
Me falling over the. She was correct. Me falling over the blue line. Let's Sports Center. I got out and I was craving McDonald's, so I put it in my GPS. The first one I went to had just closed. So the second one I went to, I didn't even look at the GPS. I just like hit the button and I went to a McDonald's, but it was a McDonald's in a. It wasn't actually a McDonald's restaurant. It was McDonald's business in an industrial center. I went, this isn't right. And then I finally got to the McDonald's in KOP. Got a quarter pounder.
That's
Big Mac
dedication.
sauce?
You mean the McDonald's on the main drag in King of Prussia?
Yeah.
Is that always open?
Yeah, that's 24 hours.
That's
I got
always
a
open.
quarter pounder with some Big Mac sauce.
By the way,
and a Coke.
the I would tell you this.
That was living.
I only get the for my iced tea. I get the Chick-fil-A iced tea, and I get it by the gallon. So I'll pick it up at one of the places like Downingtown or King of Prussia or whatever. I'll just grab it. The King of Prussia Chick-fil-A. I will just say, whoever hires at that Chick-fil-A hires the best young people. They're like it's when you find a place that hires great people. Like they have good hiring practices. Maybe it's the pay that they offer.
Well,
or whatever.
Chick-fil-A I think is historical for their good customer
But
service.
the young kids that are working, like the summer kids they have working, they're fantastic.
Yeah, they're very nice. They
It's
say my
really-
pleasure.
Yeah, they're
I worked
really.
at Chick-fil-A my freshman year of college.
And you and Tunis,
That
right?
actually fits. You working at Chick-fil-A fits. I'm being like serious with that.
I
Like,
could see you.
like,
Because
you're a
you're
nice guy. Yeah.
and you're ambitious.
I didn't say my pleasure though. They couldn't give me that.
You didn't?
I
That's
didn't
like
that.
that's like cult creepy to me.
Yeah,
my pleasure
that
thing.
drove me. Yeah, I didn't feel good about that.
Hey, you may not always need a new water heater, but when you do, choose Bradford White. Bradford White is here for the pro. If you ever have the chance and you have the app, try and you're over near PJ's in Downingtown.
Okay.
The Downingtown Chick-fil-A is one of the prototype spots for the new. You pre-order, you come up, I take out my app, I have it scanned on they have these pillars that have the scan code on them, match it, drive around, they walk it to my car and hand me my food. Or hand me the iced tea.
Why don't you just get out?
You don't have to wait in line.
Oh, get out.
No, you don't have to do anything.
Walk in there.
No.
Let it be known.
No, and you can have your order already set. So all you gotta do is hit button, pull up, scan it, and then pick it up.
I got a problem with that, man.
Why?
Because get out.
No.
Talk to the people and sell this show.
I talked to the nice
Sell this
the nice
damn
lady.
show.
Is that what I got to do?
Get out there and let people know. Hey, by the way, I'm John Kincade.
How
I'm
do I
just
do
like
that?
you.
No.
I'm in Chick-fil-A getting iced tea. And by the way, you can listen to me 6 to 10.
Because
if you wanted the show to succeed, you do that.
Because 2 Chick-fil-A gallons a week is $13. And buying,
I gave you the China Mist, man. I'm bringing iced tea to your house.
We're having China Mist. We're going to try the China Mist coming up this weekend.
It's delightful.
Say,
China Mist.
It's the iced tea that I'm hooked on.
It's some granules that he gave me in a bag that were, like, you know.
What?
Hey, in the linchpin, Jamie wants to talk about top 10s that might not be necessary.
This is the linchpin.
Yeah, Jeremy Fowler does this every year, where he takes a poll of the league, and he talks to executives, coaches, scouts, and players around the league. He said it's an extensive polling process. So Jeremy Fowler is just slanging it around, polling everyone.
Wait, so he sends 32 text messages. That's extensive?
Well, it says execs, coach. I mean, it could be
Extensive is relative,
it could be
Pat.
32 coaches. It could be 32 execs. It could be 32 quarterbacks.
Extensive.
Maybe there's 150 scouts he talked to. I don't know. He didn't put a number
This
on
is
this.
like Jason McIntyre saying, like, who has this much time? It doesn't take that much
It's a little
time.
less extensive. It's cold out. a
No,
little
Jeremy
more,
Fowler's legit.
All right.
When
Don't
he
get
says,
derailed here.
yeah, when he says it's
He
an
is. He's
extensive
very good.
process, I trust him on that.
All right.
Of the top quarterbacks in the league, so it's a top 10 list, and I think for the most part it's pretty accurate. We'll go through them, and I just want to talk about some observations in it, and maybe where does Jalen Hurts fall in on the second tier. So number 1 is Aaron Rodgers. Last year he was number 2. He's always 1 or 2. Number 2 is Patrick Mahomes. You can dissect that if you want. Most teams would probably take Mahomes because of the age. But those are probably the 2 top guys. Josh Allen's a guy that sure as hell made a push for that top spot. He comes in at number 3. Tom Brady, number 4. I don't think there's any real complaints there in the top 4. Joe Burrow surprised me a little bit at number 5.
That totally shocks me.
Yeah, last year he was an honorable mention, meaning he was coming in 11th or 12th on the list. He did have a phenomenal year. He returned from injury early, led Cincinnati to a Super Bowl. He's great. I can't complain too much about 5 when you hear the rest of the list. Matthew Stafford comes in at 6. I personally would take Burrow ahead of Stafford. Justin Herbert comes in at 7. I think the Burrow and Herbert discussion is a great one. Number 8 comes in at Russell Wilson with Denver. I'm very curious to watch him this year out in Denver. But I think he's still deserving of the top 10. Now, 9 and 10 is where it gets interesting. Deshaun Watson comes in at number 9. If you're just talking quarterback performance on the field, which is what this exercise is, it's probably fair. We also haven't seen him play football in, almost 2 years at this point, and he's probably going to miss, I think the new rumor is anywhere from 4 to 6 games this year. So, look, it's not Jeremy's opinion that he's in the top 10. It's people around the leagues. I guess that's fine. I just hate even talking about him. And then at number 10, this is where I think a mistake is made. Dak Prescott comes in at number 10. I think this is a little disrespectful to Lamar Jackson. Now, the honorable mention guys that come in right behind it are Lamar Jackson, Derek Carr, and Kyler Murray. So that essentially takes the list to 13. Lamar Jackson has a league MVP award. Dak Prescott does not. I'm not trying to put down Dak here. I like Dak a little bit. I think he's a pretty good quarterback. Last year, he was ranked 7th on this list, and he fell to 10th. I know Lamar had somewhat of a down year last year. The whole team was kind of beat up, and it was just a down year for the Ravens. I'm still keeping Lamar Jackson ahead of Dak Prescott. Thoughts, comments, concerns, questions?
I'm putting Lamar Jackson ahead of Dak Prescott.
I got Lamar ahead of him.
Absolutely, because he's done more.
Yeah.
He's done more.
I mean, when you win an MVP in the NFL, that carries a lot of weight.
No questions asked. But I do believe that people are...
He's a 37-12 record as a starter.
And I will tell you that he's easy to defend come playoff time.
Well,
he's easy to defend.
I can say the same about Dak.
Well, no, Dak has been an underachiever.
Yeah.
Come playoff time. I mean, to me, it's pretty incredible.
Yeah, I mean, with the weapons that he's had at his disposal.
I mean, he's an underachiever.
But I think the 13 in general that are listed is about right.
No, that's about right.
And then when you take into account,
But then when does our guy get into this discussion?
That's when you take into account the Jimmy Garoppolos,
Where's
the
Matt
Ryan.
Matt Ryan's ahead of, absolutely ahead of him. And Jimmy Garoppolo has to be ahead of him.
I mean, you probably put Jameis Winston ahead of Jalen
No,
Hurts.
I don't.
I don't know. LASIK Jameis is a new man.
That means he can see the crab legs as he's stealing them.
But
he's stealing them.
Kirk Cousins, I hate. You put him ahead of Jalen. Ryan Tannehill, you put ahead of Jalen.
They have to be ahead of Jalen. Everyone that you just named has to be ahead of Jalen.
Yeah, the entire NFC West is ahead of Jalen. Matt Ryan, we said. Tannehill, we said.
Not the entire NFC West. Drew Lock is not ahead of him.
Drew Lock can't be ahead of him.
No, I meant AFC West. I'm sorry.
AFC West. Well, the AFC West.
Which is just ridiculous. Like, then you get into guys like Tua and Mac Jones. And No.
I'm not putting Tua and Mac Jones ahead of him. No.
I mean, I think the Tua Jalen Hurts debate's a good one. But already we're at spot, 18, 19, 20. You know what I mean? So for when we have the Jalen Hurts discussion, can he be that top 12 guy? He's going to have to leapfrog probably 6 to 8 quarterbacks in the league to even.
I don't think he will.
To even get in that range.
I just don't. And I'll say this as a caveat every time, just because I think when you're critical of somebody in today's day and age, it's so easy to go, that guy just hates him.
Right, exactly.
I rated got him wrong, and I've been wrong a lot about football, so that's a good sign for the Eagles, but I don't see it happening, man. I really don't.
I think the argument should be, can Jalen Hurts crack the top 16 quarterbacks? Can he be a top half of the NFL
most
quarterback?
Fair.
That's fair. Can he be? Could he? Because I think that's.
I think he could.
I absolutely think he could.
I think he can get in that 15-16 range.
So do I. Yeah.
But
you
it's
know
not
what, though?
easy.
If he doesn't, they should be out after this year.
I would agree with you.
If he doesn't make how about this? If he doesn't make that monumental jump, they absolutely should just say we are all in on changing it up.
I mean, I don't think there's a question about that. And I've alluded to it before.
I do think there's a gray area with him and team success and how they evaluate him.
Maybe.
Because you mean they put too much on the intangibles and he's likable and stuff?
But the question I have is, what about Sirianni? Like, how does he feel? The fact that Sirianni hasn't gotten to pick his handpicked quarterback yet is just, it sticks in my mind.
But say they're 12-5 at the end of the season. I feel as though they're not just going to cut bait.
No, they won't cut
even
bait.
if he optically looks.
But you're getting to your point that you've made a bunch. You're getting to that point where you're going to have to figure out if you're giving him a contract extension or not.
Yeah.
And is it a real 12-5, or is it like kind of last season a fool's gold 12-5, where you look and you go, okay, they basically just beat up on bad teams.
Okay, I do not. I will put it this way: I don't believe there is such a thing as a fool's gold 12-5.
Well, with this schedule, I mean, it's not a tough schedule.
It's not murderer's row, but I do see absolutely 10 wins.
Let's go through them. Week 1, I got
Bob, would you stop it?
Week 2.
That's what got Bob suspended.
It did, yeah.
He kept doing that, and I asked him to stop. Okay, we can.
Well, and he was pushing for Shakeisms.
We're doing this at 4 p.m.
We're doing this at 4 p.m. This is the 4 o'clock. Bob Cooney's firing will be announced at 4 o'clock today. If you missed it, I gave away. All right.
Dude, come on, man.
Oh, I'm gonna have a memo.
Dump that, Connor.
I'm gonna get a memo from this point. Just dump it, Connor. Dump it, Connor.
Ruining our big announcements.
All right, the Phillies got some really good news yesterday in analysis, but they also got some bad news. We'll talk about it next. John Kincade Show, final hours coming your way next here on The Fanatic. You know, BetParks is the official betting partner of the PGA Tour, which means when you're watching PGA Tour golf events, you can be betting along with them. It's as if you're walking right along with the twosomes or the threesomes if you're talking about Thursdays and Fridays. The all-new BetParks Casino and Sportsbook app's got it all for you. You love those casino games? Well, you got them right there in the palm of your hand. How about a risk-free bet of up to $750? How about betting baseball and betting more than the score, just on who's going to win a game? Betting on individual player performances. I think Zach Wheeler is up for a big one today. Toronto hasn't seen Zach Wheeler in a while, so maybe load up on some of his numbers. The only sportsbook and casino app I recommend you is the BetParks app. Download it today if you're in Pennsylvania or New Jersey. The BetParks app. Go to betparks.com. Use the promo code Kincade. Get a risk-free bet up to $750. Now, I need you to realize you got to be 21. You got to be in New Jersey or Pennsylvania. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
The John Kincade Show.
If you don't like it, go on the internet and complain.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Hi, I'm Patrick Fingles, owner of New Look Home Design, the roofing experts. When you hire someone to replace your roof, you want a detailed upfront estimate and an expert to get it done right the first time. At New Look, we provide clear line-by-line estimates paired with a 3D rendering of your roofing project. On average, we install one roof every hour, so you know our team has the expertise to manage your project. And we provide a lifetime warranty on every roof installed. Find out why over 40,000 homeowners have chosen New Look to do their roof. From now until July 31st, get 50% off all roofing materials and qualify for 12 months, no payments, no interest financing. At New Look, you can depend on our 20 years of roofing expertise, honest estimates, and guaranteed customer satisfaction. Call New Look today at 800-279-5300. That's 800-279-5300. NewLookHomeDesign.com.
I'm going to let you in on a secret. Medical cannabis is now readily available. Oh, you knew that? Well, did you know you could qualify for a medical marijuana card without ever leaving your home? Uh-huh. Just go to VeraHeal.com. That's where you'll find answers to all your cannabis questions and pre-qualify online in just a couple of minutes. Then enter some brief information, schedule an appointment with a state-licensed doctor right there on demand at a time that is most convenient for you, and you'll be well on your way. That is so much better than trying to navigate this intricate process on your own. No thanks. No, don't do it. Instead, go to VeraHeal.com and do it all from the comfort and privacy of anywhere. VeraHeal. VeraHeal.com. Pre-qualify for your medical marijuana card online right now at VeraHeal.com. Approved or your money back.
Staples has everything for school at great prices. So this year you won't go back to school. You'll be ready to move forward and master 5th grade math.
I can't do this. It's impossible.
Not you, Dad, your daughter. Staples will help her move forward.
Right.
Right now, Staples comp books and number 2 pencils are just 50 cents each. Plus, 2 pocket paper folders are only 25 cents each. Everything on your list at amazing prices. Staples, we're not going back. We're going forward to school. N716 in-store only, limit 30.
Let's be real. Mopping is a hassle. You have to fill the bucket, pushing a wet, heavy mop around, then cleaning the mop when you're done so it doesn't grow bacteria. A hassle on top of a hassle. Try Swiffer Wet Jet. With Swiffer Wet Jet, you start with a fresh pad and cleaning solution every time. And when you're done, you just toss the pad. Swiffer Wet Jet. the faster, easier, cleaner way to clean your floors.
Mom, I don't feel good.
What's wrong, bud?
My tummy hurts.
When your child has tummy troubles, reach for Pepto Kids. Pepto Kids is designed for little tummies and helps to soothe upset stomach, sour stomach, and acid indigestion. So when you need multi-symptom relief that works fast,
I feel a lot better now. Can I go out and play?
Sure.
look for Pepto Kids chewable tablets. Pepto Kids, relief for little tummies. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
At Lowe's, every pro is an MVP to us. That's why we're introducing MVP's bonus points to our rewards and partnership program. It's the only pro loyalty program where you can earn points just by downloading our app or shopping select items by trusted brands and more. Then redeem your points for rewards that level up your business. Join MVP's Pro Rewards today and earn your first 1,000 points. MVP's Pro Rewards program subject to program terms and conditions. Details at lowes.com/L/pro loyalty terms. Subject to change.
Hey, I'm Jackie, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A chicken biscuit is the chicken. It is golden brown, so juicy, so delicious. It's the perfect savory start to my day.
Hey, I'm Matt, and the little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A chicken biscuit is the freshly baked, flaky, buttery biscuit. When I take a bite, it's kind of like, crispy, soft, crispy. Crispy outside, soft interior, crispy chicken. There's really nothing like it.
Start your day with the Chick-fil-A Chicken Biscuit, available on the Chick-fil-A app. Real Chick-fil-A guests paid for their testimonials.
Imagine buying a pair of sneakers and getting a soothing, gentle foot massage like you'd get during a relaxing pedicure just by walking. Skechers' new Massage Fit sneakers. Because Skechers, the comfort technology company, has designed a unique innovation that makes it feel like you're pampering your feet with a gentle massage in every step. The secret is Skechers' new patented wave technology on the sole that gently massages your feet while you're walking around. Find them for men and women at a Skechers store, Skechers.com, or wherever stylish footwear is sold.
An overdose can happen anywhere. It might not seem that close to home, but every 2 hours a Pennsylvanian dies from a drug overdose. When it happens, to a friend, a family member, or a neighbor, will you be ready to save their life? Naloxone is a fast-acting medication that reverses opioid overdose. It's a life-saving tool that is easy to use and easy to carry everywhere. Learn more about how you can use naloxone to keep your community safe at pa.gov/opioids.
Paid for with Pennsylvania taxpayer dollars.
The Union? Well, glad you asked. They're continuing on that torrid pace. 33 points, standing at top of the standings, tied with those New York Red Bulls. And the New York City Football Club is right on their heels with 32 points. But they picked up seamlessly from last year after that fantastic 2021 playoff run where the league's rules screwed the Union. Your Philadelphia Union are in a two-way tie in points for that top spot. And two of their top players, goalkeeper Andre Blake and defender Kai Wagner, have been named to the game day roster for the MLS All-Star Game. So you got to get down to a Union game. It's awesome. The crowd is electric. The fans bring the action and excitement the entire game long. You're not sure what to do? The Sons of Ben in the River End will lead you. Philadelphia is a 5-for-5 city, and the Union face the New England Revolution Saturday at 7:30 p.m. at Subaru Park. The weather report on Saturday looks like it's going to be sunny and warm, so you got to get down to a game. Get your tickets today or any day at PhiladelphiaUnion.com.
WPEN Burlington, Philadelphia, a Beasley Media Group station, home of the most entertaining sports talk in Philadelphia. 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia. Now, back to the John Kincade Show.
Yep, this is really happening. You're listening to us knuckleheads instead of doing something that you could be productive in.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
John Kincade Show on the Fanatic 9 o'clock hour is brought to you by the Bagster. It's a dumpster in a bag. Get yours today at Home Depot and Lowe's, and for details, go to Bagster.com. Anything to clean out, Jamie?
Always. During my COVID stint in the basement, I cleaned out a lot of the basement.
So you did?
Yeah, I couldn't sit still.
You didn't Bagster it?
No, big donation box, a lot of trash.
That's always good.
Yeah, it felt good. Felt real good.
I got nothing for you.
Sorry,
you gave me that. You gave me that look. You gave me that look of like.
You don't purge every once in a while.
You got anything to clean out?
No,
Connor, you're getting ready to move.
The answer is probably, but I haven't done it.
You haven't done it.
Yeah, getting ready to move. I'm definitely going to have some stuff that I need to get rid of.
Every move you got to purge.
But I don't have that many worldly possessions.
So you don't yet.
No.
Do yourself a favor. Do not accumulate them.
I just don't have the room for them.
Good. Well, don't.
Or the money.
Don't.
Or the time.
Don't start accumulating junk. And doing that. It's a bad habit.
I do have like 50 pairs of sneakers, though. Need to get rid of some of those.
You really have 50 pairs of sneakers?
Probably more.
I need to get rid of some shoes.
Okay,
too, 'cause I'm planning on buying
you have more than 50?
I recently got
Yeah, I think so.
rid of like 6 pairs. It felt pretty good.
All right,
I don't have 50, but
how many pairs of sneakers? I'm trying to think. I probably have
10.
I probably have 8. I mean, 50
Yeah.
seems
Well,
ridiculously
so
stupid.
like high school, college, I went through a little bit of sneakerhead phase and got a bunch, and I only wore them.
So that's why you're broke.
No.
That's why you're telling me.
No, that's not why.
Yes, it is.
No.
Imagine if you hadn't done that.
He's broke because he works in radio. Stop.
No, he's
I wasn't gonna
spending
say
your
it,
money
but-
on stupid stuff.
When I
because
was
he's
in
a
like
part-timer
a
on
senior
radio.
year of high school and like early college.
I used to get told that by people in radio. They would go, "Oh, I work in radio. I'm broke." And I go, "Can I see your phone?" I'd be like, "Why do you have a nicer phone than I do?"
Yeah, you tried this with me when
I'm
we
like, "Why
first
do you have a
started.
nicer phone than I do?" You don't. And then I tried to give you my phone.
Yeah,
and you wouldn't take it. And then he got a new phone.
You tried this with me of like, well, when was the last time you got a phone? It was like 3 years ago. And you kept going down a list of things, and you were like, finally you just said, well, you're broke.
What kind of car do you drive?
Now? Because back then it was like, oh, well.
Yeah, but he saves on the car washes.
I do.
That does.
yeah.
He saves on car washes.
Basically
'cause
pays for itself.
Hey, Cam.
How's that bird poop doing?
Is that
Cam-
dead bug still on your hood?
Cam wanted to get in on our last conversation
Golden.
here with us on The Fanatic. Cam, good morning. How are you?
Good morning. Good morning. It's Pat's biggest fan. How are you?
Oh, I love that, Pat.
What up, Cam? Cam the man.
What's up? Cam? Good. What's going on?
I actually have an issue with Pat and the rest of you guys.
Oh, jeez,
Okay, what is it? Bring it to the
Why'd you
table.
break his heart, Pat?
Let's have it. Let's
I
bring
think-
it to the table.
I think you guys have unrealistic expectations as it pertains to Jalen Hurts. Not being a quarterback for the 2023 season, but what happens afterwards. Jalen Hurts is going to be the starting quarterback in 2023 and probably 2024.
Why do you
Reason
why do you so say that like easily?
Because think about it. First of all, if you look at the quarterback free agents in 2023, let's say Jalen Hurts doesn't play well. The biggest acquisition currently is going to be Lamar Jackson, and he's going to be locked up. Next after that in the 2023 season is going to be Kyler Murray. And when you look at Kyler Murray compared to Jalen Hurts, I personally would stick with Jalen Hurts, but I see the argument for Kyler Murray. But then you look at the money he's going to be asking for in the 2023 season, and then you got to think about, are you keeping James Bradbury? What are you doing with John Hargrave and Brandon Graham?
Well, Hargrave probably will be gone.
Yeah, he'll be gone.
I think
Right,
that's
so you
easily
make
to
the
see.
for $5
And
million
Fletcher Cox will be gone. And Brandon Graham will most likely be gone.
I understand that. But if you sign a quarterback, although you're not signing premier defensive ends and defensive tackles, I understand we have depth, but we're taking a loss there.
Cam, I'm telling you, man, you're deep. You're a deep thinker, though, and I can't say big fans of Pat
Most of my fans are, Johnny.
Cam, are you coming to FanFest yet?
I absolutely am coming to FanFest, and the first thing I'm doing is taking a picture with Pat.
That's my guy right there.
Cam, I'd love a
I'll
picture.
have a 20 spot for you there,
I'd love
Cam.
a picture with you, too, Cam.
Trust me,
My
Cam.
second favorite is Bob, by the way.
Cam, it won't be a long line for me. Don't worry.
Cam, I'm sitting right here, man.
Cam, we're right here. We are on the line.
Jamie, me and you got beef.
What? Never.
All right, Cam, lay it on the table.
Ago, that a conversation you don't even remember having on air, and I've been mad at you ever since.
Wow. What conversation was it? What was the subject matter?
LeBron James.
What about him?
So basically the conversation, and I don't remember. I'm paraphrasing here.
Okay.
Just to keep it short and sweet, the argument for and against it's essentially the GOAT conversation in a nuanced form that you guys were having.
You were doing GOAT conversation on this show? Seriously. My
It
God.
was a small
Cam.
segment based on.
I
what
bet it
LeBron
wasn't.
said. And yeah.
Cam, we're
Cam,
gonna
we're gonna
meet,
see
and
it.
I'm gonna jump Bob as your second favorite.
Cam, we're going to see if I want to move into second place.
No,
Where do I rank? I don't even know my ranking.
Cam, your thoughts on Jamie are absolutely true.
Connor, you got work on it.
Hey, Cam, Cam, I want to make sure you already have your tickets, right?
Yes.
Okay,
and just
good.
let Connor know that mustache got to go.
Yeah, it's got to go.
Tell Cam it's attached to my face and it'll stay here as long as I would like it to.
Everybody gets the Top Gun thing.
Do you know how many people have told me this mustache should go? A bunch. Do you know
Yeah,
how
I
many
bet.
of them were guys? All of them.
There you go.
Not the target market.
Yeah, but how many of those guys are in a relationship?
We're trying to help
Married.
you.
I don't know. I didn't ask them.
We're trying to help you. Hey, the Phillies hold the 4th easiest schedule remaining in Major League Baseball. Only problem is the Cardinals have the easiest. So hunker down. This is going to be one bumpy ride. I think it's really important for Zach Wheeler today to stop the bleed. You don't want to give up a lot of ground heading into the break. You don't want to.
This is why you have an ace, to stop bleeding.
And he has been spectacular. The fact is, though, Pat and Connor wanting to make a deal, and wanting to wait to make a deal, this schedule stat might support their argument. So it was something that popped up yesterday that I saw, and I think it may be where, Jamie, you and I may be a little more impatient about, especially after seeing like what Anthopoulos did last year, going out and making moves before the market was set and getting out there and being ultra aggressive. That this sort of stat plays to Pat and Connor saying, you got time to make a deal. You don't have to pull the trigger right now. It doesn't have to be today. Because of the fact that they really do. They've got an easy path, the 4th easiest path in baseball. The rest of the way.
That means nothing to me.
It really doesn't?
No, not really.
Why? I don't understand why that would mean nothing to you.
Because they have to beat those bad teams still.
Okay,
and
but you're one game out of the wild card today.
Yeah.
It's not like if you were 5, I could understand a little more of the
So why twiddle your thumbs for 2 weeks if you know you need to upgrade it? It's not like it's going to kill your prospect system to go slightly overpay for an Andrew Benintendi or a Whit Merrifield. You can get those guys for a reasonable price.
I don't think so. I don't think you can get either of those guys for a reasonable price.
Because this happens every year.
Because
What did the Braves give up last year?
The Yankees are interested in Benintendi. The Braves have discussed Benintendi. How can you say it's a reasonable price when the best teams in baseball potentially want it?
What did the Braves give up last year to get those 4 guys?
But you're talking about the Braves giving up for non-All-Stars on their final year of their deal.
You're not talking about Benintendi.
Benintendi's an expiring contract.
He is, but that means that he's more valuable.
Player.
He's more valuable to a lot of teams because of the fact he's an expiring contract.
Okay.
The Royals are probably going to hold off and try to get they're absolutely going to try to get the best offer. That's a no-brainer.
I think it'll wait till August 1st or 2nd.
But yeah, I don't see, I think they're going to wait on it because him and Merrifield are their most tradable assets. What the Braves traded for were guys that had underperformed for the most part for the teams that they were traded from, and extra bats.
Okay, then go find me Jock Peterson.
If you want that guy, then sure.
Go find me a Jock Peterson.
I can't find you a Jock Peterson, Jamie. I'm not
He's
the GM.
in San Francisco.
I'm not Sam Folt.
Yeah, and he's doing really well again.
He could.
Like, go find. Look, it doesn't have to be Andrew Benintendi. I'm just using him because he's batting over 300, can play multiple positions, and I think he would bring a lot to the team. I don't give a damn if they have to give up their 7th and 13th prospect to go get somebody.
Then you're going to be the guy ripping them next winter, saying they have no prospects. You are that guy because you are that guy. You rip their lack of prospects
It's been
all the time.
11 years. You spent
but you can't have it both ways.
It's a sunk cost at this point. You spent $233 million. You have to upgrade the team. You absolutely have to.
Then upgrade it by trading off the major league roster, not going to the minor leagues.
And who are you going to trade? Reese?
You got to do something.
Reese is one of your 2 bats right now.
You don't trade Reese.
You can't.
Then what are you doing?
You have to give prospects.
Minor leaguers, but you
Can't
wait
do
on
it then because then Jamie has his talking point to kill the organization this offseason.
I mean, I think the problem is right now, like
I don't give a damn about Jalen Ortiz.
This is all hypothetical, but let's say the price now is your 7th best prospect. But in a week from now, because you're close to the deadline, that price becomes your 10th best prospect.
Then throw in Casey Martin, too. I don't give a damn.
I know you don't, but they do.
Well, that's stupid because they usually don't become anything.
Because I agree with you. They're looking at it, though, like, why would we buy now? We're winning now.
Because we spent $233 million, and it's been 11 years since we made the playoffs.
But if you can win games now without making that move. But they're in a 3-game losing streak now, but they have been winning.
Hey,
and they're getting lucky. Let's call it what it is.
Maybe.
Hey, what's big, lives in the blue, and likes to show off?
I know this. You said Wales.
Very good, Pat.
Wow, nailed it.
And
Thanks for listening.
They're making a big splash this summer in Maine. Pat, you want to do the show from Maine for a week?
Sure, man.
I would love to.
Sure.
Visit Maine.com. This message is sponsored to you by the Maine Office of Tourism. Somebody tell Joe Z we want to go do the show in Maine from like a lake house in Maine.
Could you imagine those meetings? If we went into sales and management and said we have to do our show from Maine, could you imagine those meetings?
What's with the E on Maine? Why do they need the E?
I just want to do the
Differentiate themselves.
I just want to do the show from the boardwalk down the shore.
That'd be cool.
I think that would be spectacular.
Stepping on some territory, like going into somebody else's territory and dominating their market.
Like
Yeah,
going
let's do
down
that.
there and having some fun.
By the way, back to the Phillies thing real quick.
Oh, come on.
Go find Corey Dickerson. What, he cost you a sack of marbles, and he contributed to your team.
Well, they're not trading Corey
Nothing.
Dickerson.
But I'm saying find that guy this year.
But to your point, though, wasn't Corey Dickerson? I think he was a waiver deadline deal. Like he was. He wasn't
Well,
this.
go find what the Braves did last year, 4 days after a major injury.
But you're wanting it both ways because you want them to make a move now, but you want them to find a guy that you're comparing to a guy that they found in August.
Anyone.
Okay,
They will.
All right, here we go.
They will.
Here we go.
In 3 weeks.
If they haven't
And
found a
that'll
guy
be
in 3 weeks,
fine.
Pat, I want you to draft the document
what do I have to
that Jamie cannot pull out the. Well, we have no prospects in this organization. This organization's failing. If they give up prospects,
It's the best it's been in a while.
to try to be a third-place team this year, if they go and dump a bunch of the best prospects,
because I agree with them on it. I mean, it's. But the problem is, like,
yeah, but you can't then argue and say that they don't have prospects.
But they
you're,
don't.
You're
It
the one who
depends on the-
advocated for them getting rid of
It
them.
depends on the prospects you're giving up.
I'm
Like,
not
to his
touching the
point.
top 3 guys. Abel,
There you go.
Painter, and Ohapi.
You take them off the board.
They are protected.
Okay, well, then
the
I'd be
rest,
fine.
Have your pick.
I wouldn't trade McGarry either.
Oh, I got
Fine.
I got a text here.
Or Yoswar Garcia.
Or Kraus.
Tell Connor.
Oh, stop it.
No, I'm kidding.
Got a text here. Tell Connor he's not Rooster with that mustache. He's Flamingo.
Yeah,
That is what I've been
cousin
told.
Ryan can. He called me and told me himself
He's
too. But I'm
Flamingo.
glad he sent the text. Another guy.
He's Flamingo.
How about we have
Another
a girl
guy.
reach out?
Another guy who has secured a wife and a second date, which
Wait,
is something you
he's
haven't
on
done.
the market. No, he's on the market. He's on the market.
But he also
he's
he has
not
a child.
on the market.
He has a
He's not-
child.
yes, he does.
You know what that means?
He's not on the market though.
He's had the sex.
Yes, he has.
He's had it.
Wow.
And one day
congrats.
I hope to have that,
With a
and that's
woman.
why I have the mustache.
I think he can be there. He is not. He is not available at the moment.
Would you like the Corey
And
Dickerson
I hope
details,
he doesn't
Pat?
come off the market anytime soon.
Yeah, because I completely forgot it. I'm usually
Corey
good with this.
Dickerson was acquired from the Pittsburgh Pirates in exchange for an international signing bonus money and a player to be named later. The Phillies also acquired right-hander Dan Strally from the Orioles for
That's
cash
horrible.
considerations.
Dan Strally was so
So
bad.
a guy like Corey, and then that's like my point. Like you
What
can
was
get
the
a
date?
Corey
What was the time
Dickerson
frame, though?
type.
What was the date?
Hold on, it's not right there in the little little breakdown.
I'll look it up while you're making your point.
It July 31st.
Okay, so it's right at the deadline.
Trade deadline.
Okay.
Yeah. So go. Why do you have to wait?
You
don't.
All right, you don't know that.
You
Because
don't
the people,
have to wait.
You do know because the people who
you
have
just
the, you
pay
don't
them
know
what
that
they
they're
want.
You don't know that they're making them available yet, Jamie.
If you know something's going, if you know that the item you want is going to be on sale during Prime Day, why would you buy it
Then
now?
how did the Braves do it last year? By your guys' theory, how did the Braves acquire
That's
4
so-
players 4 days after a major injury
That
last
doesn't
year?
happen,
They
though.
paid the
That is so. That
it
is
doesn't
one
happen, but it
example.
just happened last year.
But that's one example.
The Nats had some injuries. They acquired some guys the year they
Doesn't
won.
happen- It doesn't happen in baseball. It doesn't happen.
All right, we're done.
It
That's
happened last year.
That's
No.
it. That's it.
It literally
No.
happened.
No. There you go.
That's it.
There you go.
Okay, moving on. Moving on. Got it. We're not getting productive.
Don't wind the toy up about
come on,
Philly's
come on,
farm
come on.
I
system.
can't do it with this man,
it.
Johnny.
Stop.
Johnny, I can't.
Okay, I'm changing subjects.
What do you got?
LeBron James again,
just shaking his
again
head.
steps in it, and I honestly can't handle some of his nonsense.
He's not making Space Jam 3, is he?
LeBron James it's so bad because I admire LeBron James the player. I admired LeBron James the entrepreneur. I admire LeBron James in the fact that he was one of the most scrutinized guy from the time he was 15, and he's never done anything that I believe would totally embarrass his legacy and everything like that. So I have so much admiration for him and respect. And then he just starts. LeBron James saying if he were Brittany Griner, he would question returning to the United States. And then LeBron had to do the backtrack. And LeBron said, that's not what I meant. I didn't mean that. No, I think it's what he meant. I think he got a ration of crap dumped on him about it. And then he does the backtrack. It's not really what I'm saying about this. LeBron, do you realize for like every one person who wants to get in to the second most popular immigrate into country in the world, we have like 500 people that want to get into this country. So could you stop? Can we stop just for a second? And if Brittany Griner, who is begging this country to help get her out of it, she is not a hostage, as Bob and I talked about last week. She is not a hostage. 99.3% of people that get in the court system in Russia are convicted. And she pled guilty. She doesn't contest the fact that she did what she was accused of, which is against the law in the country where she is detained. So she is not a hostage. She committed a criminal act in that country. Whether we all think that it's bull crap, which I think most of us do, that would be, but it's their law. And you have to understand what their law is. But the idea that Brittany Griner should decide not to return to the United States, if Brittany Griner feels that way, then yeah, sure. Go somewhere else. If you think there's somewhere else that's better, go somewhere else. But I mean, I can't believe this nonsense. This story is absolutely being completely skewed. She pled guilty.
Apparently that was done because it's easier to exchange prisoners if that's the case.
Correct. Correct.
We'll see.
But she doesn't contest what she was arrested for. She doesn't say that somebody put it in her bag. She doesn't. She was ill prepared to make that trip.
I mean, she didn't pay attention. That's an all-time bonehead move to go to Russia with any sort of weed on you.
It's crazy.
Didn't she ever watch Locked Up Abroad? That show's terrifying.
I think that is some of the worst stuff I've ever seen.
Oh.
But the thing is that the idea that, well, Brittany Griner may not want to come back to the United States, or I wouldn't want to come back to the United States is absolutely absurd. Can we stop? Can we just stop? If she doesn't want to come back, so be it. Go somewhere else. You can. You're allowed to. But she's begging the United States to save her right now. She's begging the president to intervene for her. And her wife is having press conferences and everything like that. She's not a hostage. She got convicted of a crime she pled guilty to. And she didn't get planted the evidence on her or anything like that. She made a mistake. She did. I think she made a mistake. I think she literally forgot or didn't pay attention or nobody prepared them. When you travel internationally, you need to know what the rules are.
Yeah, you better know what's in your bag.
You better know. And you better not make a stupid mistake like that. And I hope she comes home soon. And I hope she's happy to come home soon.
I'm sure she will.
Yeah, I don't want anybody.
No. Are you sure? Because LeBron's saying she should probably want to go elsewhere.
Well,
are you serious?
I think she'll kiss the soil when she gets home.
I think she would too. I think she really would. And by the way, a lot of other countries wouldn't be fighting for her. Wouldn't even lift a finger against they showed yesterday the Russian system, the amount of people that try to make trades with Russia for prisoners. It's a very short list. And by the way, they're usually met with hung up phones. That's what they're met with. It doesn't happen. So, I mean, come on, LeBron. It's painful to me. It's just, and now he did clarify. It's not fair of me to say backtrack, but he did backtrack if you read his comments. I didn't mean it that way. This is what I meant to say, and this is whatever it was. It was, to me, completely inflammatory, especially when you're asking for her to be rescued.
I mean, if he wants to make a difference, maybe there's a way he can help the WNBA out in terms of raising salaries so players don't have to go to Russia in their off seasons to make more money. I don't know.
Whatever it is.
But I mean, there's better things to do than complain about staying overseas. Like, no, I'm sure she doesn't want that.
People are in line begging to get into this country.
Yeah.
And go and look at the other countries of the world and see how many people are begging to get into them. I mean, look, we have a lot of problems. We got a lot of things. And we have a lot of things that we all take issue with.
Yes, we do.
But the idea that, she may not want to come home, stop.
Yeah.
Stop.
No,
she's begging this country to get her back. So I have a feeling that she'd be very, very happy to return. And I hope she does soon. I saw her wife interviewed on, I think it was Good Morning America or something. And she looks in deep anguish and deep fear, as I guess anybody would be.
Yeah.
In that situation.
I would imagine any person in her shoes right now is probably bugging the hell out. So.
And she's really trying to, she's trying to rattle every single cage that she can. to try to, get attention for it and everything like that. And she's doing it. But she looks scared. When I see her in the face, I feel
I'd be scared.
Yeah. I mean, your spouse your spouse is in a foreign country's prison.
We're not exactly on great terms with Russia right now either.
I don't think we are. Yeah, it's really not
It doesn't
good.
help the matter.
No.
On a lighter note, would you ever consider buying this? I'll tell you what this piece of real estate is. Coach already wants in. John Kincade Show on 97.5 The Fanatic. I can tell you that as a cancer survivor, I appreciate all of you. I appreciate every single one of you who has donated to the American Association for Cancer Research. Because a lot of people don't even realize the American Association for Cancer Research is based right here in Philadelphia. And what they also don't realize is what your dollars do. Whether it's a $5 donation, $100 donation, a monthly donation. They fund the work of over 50,000 researchers worldwide that help drive progress. And I can tell you that every single year survival rates get better, and every single year treatments get better, more streamlined, and better for families. Your mom, your dad, your sister, your brother, your spouse, your child may one day need these life-saving cancer breakthroughs. So why not be a part of helping to find them today? Support cancer patients and their families in a very tangible way. You can donate online right now at aacr.org/fanatic. They're great, great people, and they work hard for all of us. It's aacr.org/fanatic. I am living proof. There's like 17 million of me. It's a scary thought that cancer research saves lives.
The John Kincade Show.
Oh, geez, look at the butt on that. Yeah, he must work out.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Hey, kids, I'm going to Wawa. Anybody want anything? It's Hoagie Fest. Hoagie Fest is here. So, classic meatball and classic Italian with cherry pepper relish. And a new picture frame.
Wawa Hoagie Fest is back. Whatever your order, summer tastes better when it's full of hoagie love. Get $5 shorties and $6 classic hoagies. Limited time only. See store for exclusions.
There's an epic cookie battle happening right now at Wawa. Will it be Oreo cookies and cream frozen beverages? Or will you choose Chips Ahoy cream smoothies, milkshakes, and more? If you can't choose one, go for both in our limited time ultimate cookie mashup, made with real pieces of Oreo and Chips Ahoy cookies. 2 legendary cookies, 1 epic frozen treat. Gotta have a Wawa.
Hey, it's Cuz. Don't be that guy with the T-shirt on in the pool this summer. With NJ Diet, it only takes 40 days to lose a contractually guaranteed 20 to 40-plus pounds. NJ Diet is unlike any other weight loss program. They use your hair, saliva, and blood work, along with bioenergetic scans, to personalize supplements that will target your hormonal imbalances, which gets your body into the fat-burning zone, so you can finally lose that weight. Then NJ Diet uses DNA info to help you keep the weight off. Guys, don't wait for your doctor to give you the bad news and then try to figure it out. Contact NJ Diet today. Get ahead of your health. Your weight loss can help you overcome any health issues like high blood pressure, high cholesterol, diabetes, arthritis, depression, even digestive issues. So what are you waiting for? Locations: Newark, Delaware, King of Prussia, Cherry Hill, or worldwide with live online video consults. Visit njdiet.com or call 855-5NJ-DIET. That's 855-5NJ-DIET. Go to njdiet.com. Lose the weight for good.
MVP's bonus days are here for pros. For 12 days, pros save big and MVPs get even more. Because MVP's Pro Rewards members can earn bonus points to redeem for rewards. Earn points on every dollar spent up to $1,000 and get up to 3 times more points when you shop select brands and products. Find MVP's bonus day savings from July 11th to the 22nd in-store and online. Exclusively at Lowe's. Exclusively for pros. MVP's Pro Rewards program subject to program terms and conditions. Details at Lowe's.com/L/Pro Loyalty terms. Subject to change.
Staples has everything for school at great prices. So this year you won't go back to school. You'll be ready to move forward and master 5th grade math.
I can't do this. It's impossible.
Not you, Dad. Your daughter. Staples will help her move forward.
Right.
Right now, Staples comp books and number 2 pencils are just 50 cents each. Plus, 2 pocket paper folders are only 25 cents each. Everything on your list at amazing prices. Staples, we're not going back. We're going forward to school. N716 in-store only, limit 30.
If you're a window installer, keep it simple. Choose Anderson 400 Series windows. They're the clapboard windows contractors trust the most. So much so, they're the windows contractors trust for their own homes. And with fewer callbacks, the choice is simple. It's Anderson 400 Series windows, the windows contractors trust the most. Get started at AndersonWindows.com today.
Claims based on 2022 Anderson brand survey of U.S. contractors.
Helzberg Diamonds presents The Guy Who Got It Right. Tim needed an engagement ring. He did research, listened to hints from his fiance's friends,
She wants a lab-grown, oval cut, and white gold with a halo.
and he went to Helzberg Diamonds. At Helzberg, Tim found an incredible selection of high-quality, lab-grown, and natural diamonds. He also found the ring she really wanted.
Nailed it. She is gonna freak.
Be like Tim. Find the ring of her dreams at a Helzberg near you or at Helzberg.com. Ask now about special financing offers.
When the water or wastewater pump system in your building goes down, count on Pumpman Philly to put the go back in your flow. Managers for Philly's municipal, commercial, and industrial facilities count on the experts at Pumpman Philly for troubleshooting, emergency repair, maintenance, and pump system replacements. You can't always predict pump failures, but you can be prepared for them if you save Pumpman Philly's number in your phone right now. 833-559-PUMP. That's 833-559-PUMP. Or online at pumpmanphilly.com.
For the first time in 25 years, the Doobie Brothers, Tom Johnston, Michael McDonald, Pat Simmons, and John McPhee, 50th Anniversary Tour. Rock and Roll Hall of Fame inductees, the Doobie Brothers. The Met Philadelphia, September 7th. Get tickets this Friday at 10 a.m. at LiveNation.com.
Think you know Amazon? Think again. Did you know you can get paid when it works best for you? Yeah, that means you can get the money you earned directly after your shift. Or that you get benefits like healthcare on your very first day. As an Amazon warehouse associate, you'll be amazed by what you can get. To learn more about all of the benefits of working an hourly job at Amazon, go to Amazon.com/hourly. That's Amazon.com/hourly. Amazon is proud to be an equal opportunity employer.
Hello? Whether you're at home or on the go, listen to 97.5 The Fanatic on Odyssey on your smartphone, Roku, LG Smart TV, Waze, and more. That's Odyssey, AUDACY. Check it out now.
Do you know that Bet Parks is an official betting partner of the PGA Tour? How about baseball today? How about it? Zach Wheeler. Isn't this about time? We need Wheeler to stop the bleeding. He's been doing such a spectacular job. Let's see if Zach Wheeler comes through for you today. I'm thinking the Phils are ready to make a big splash. So you can bet baseball, you can bet the score, you can bet on individual player performances, and you can do more. And now what you need to do is you need to look ahead. You need to look ahead to those futures bets. Do you think the Eagles can win the division this year? Then you bet it. You think they can win the NFC? Well, maybe a little bit of a long shot bet, but you do it. Or maybe you consider them to win the Super Bowl if you do it. So fantastic opportunities available with the Bet Parks app. You got to be 21. You got to be in Pennsylvania or New Jersey. Go to betparks.com. Use my promo code Kincade for that risk-free bet. If you have a gambling problem, please call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Now, back to the John Kincade Show.
Broad Market, 22nd and South, and Cooney's Corner. Where else would you want to hang out? Back to the John Kincade Show.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
You know that Martin Law is Philly's original law firm for injured workers? Did you know that, Pat? You may need it after 4 o'clock today.
I did. I'm in contact with him right now.
Schedule a free consultation today at paworkinjury.com. That's a free consultation.
I scheduled that free consultation for 4:05.
Because the big announcement comes today at 4 o'clock. Coach will reveal nothing of it.
I'm kind of confident because if it was me getting fired, it would be a small announcement. But it's being labeled as a big announcement, so I'm starting to think that maybe I'm okay.
Well, I think Bob Cooney's firing is a big story. It's going to be a big story. You know, the newspaper is going to pick it up.
Well, Crossing Broad will at the very least pick it up.
And Bob consistently trying to slip in the win-loss game.
I think we got to pick up at week 4 where he left off.
No, we really don't, because you don't want to end up like Bob.
What's going to be even bigger is the announcement when Bob starts his Loverboy cover band. What he's going to do in his twilight years.
Well, it won't be a hair band. We know that.
It's going to be called
cheap shot.
It's going to be called Lover Boys, and it's going to have Rock, Tim, Glenn, Scotty Rigo.
It could work. It could actually work.
The whole
South
gang.
Jersey tour could absolutely work. We have a big congratulations to go out. Congratulations to our own Vince Rizzuto.
Yeah,
from Philly Sports Trips.
Beautiful.
On the birth of his beautiful second daughter.
Let's go, Vince.
And what a name,
Vince.
Serafina.
That's a beautiful name.
Serafina Reese Rizzuto.
Wonder what's a abbreviated version of Serafina?
Sarah.
Sarah?
I would think so, Sarah. I would guess.
Then people will be doing the Sarah Sierra. Did you say Sierra?
Now, when
Pam?
she plays sports, she may get a Fina, which might be cool
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, it's a beautiful name.
Oh, that is
Congrats to the Rizzuto clan.
Great job.
Congratulations. Now that probably means Mom ain't making the trip to Arizona, though. Probably means it.
Oh, she does? I liked hanging out with her.
She's fantastic to hang out with.
The baby would be what, like roughly 3.5 months by that point?
I don't know.
Arizona's beautiful for babies. Babies love Arizona.
I still haven't flown with a child. I'm terrified of the idea of it.
Oh, I can promise you it's not a fun thing.
Yeah, I'm not looking forward to it.
No. Now, when you get to like
Skylar would be cool, but the
Skylar's
baby.
getting there. Skylar's getting to the point.
Like, she's at the point where she wouldn't cry on a flight, but like a baby, you can't control that.
No.
And then you just feel people's eyes.
Does she chew gum?
No, she hasn't had gum yet. She just recently got into Tootsie Roll Pops.
Oh, the Tootsie Pop.
The Tootsie Pop. How many licks does it take to
Now,
get
do
to
you
the
say that?
center?
Now, you will sometimes get on Anthony about the cookie.
Tootsie Roll.
Now, why is it a Tootsie Roll?
It's a Tootsie Roll.
It's just a weird way to say it.
It's Tootsie.
You say strange words sometimes.
Oh, I'm a strange guy.
Congratulations to the family of Philly Sports Trips growing. Check out Philly Sports Trips. You want to go out to Arizona? I know you do. I know you do. So get on out there for that. You would love that. Would you ever consider buying another piece of property? Coach, have you considered this? Another piece of property? Is like, a lot of people like that, beach houses and everything. Would you want one?
Yes.
Okay. What about you, Jamie? I know you've toyed with this idea, right?
Yeah, not in reality, but I'd love to.
What if I told you, Pat Egan, that for as little as $60,000,
As little.
you could pick up.
To me.
You could pick up
Not the JT.
an amazing deal.
No, to JG gets that in 3 innings.
On a World War I island fort off the eastern coast of England. Coach, do I have you intrigued because you are a boatsman? Your dad's a boatsman.
Yeah. I'm looking at the fort right now.
Okay, the fort is going up for auction. $60,000 is as little as you potentially can get it for.
It looks like it needs a lot of work.
Bull Sand Fort boasts 3 floors, an observation tower, and panoramic views of the North Sea. So next Tuesday, it begins this. It's a 103-year-old concrete and steel fortress. It does need some work. This needs like the Property Brothers, and the obnoxious girl from Indianapolis, and
I mean, does H&H go this far out?
Well,
like,
I think H&H would be there.
Definitely need a new HVAC system for sure.
I got a guy.
All the rust on the outside of the sea fort is up there, and I will send out this piece now on social media so you can look at it if you would be interested in the sea
But
fort.
I can't imagine you'd want to live there.
Well, no, it's a vacation home.
Okay.
In the North
Like
Sea?
we have a lot of rich people around here who have multiple homes around this radio station.
Yeah.
Oh, they have their shore house, and then they have their regular house. These richies. So I mean, why would you not want the sea fortress? You could end up being a supervillain. You have a sea fortress, you might end up being a Bond villain at some point.
I'm in on this one.
Coach, would you like this?
I'm looking. This is my primary home.
But you need a boat to go with it, so it's not just $60K.
Yeah, it's got a dock. Sort of.
It was built around 1915. It's 2 miles off the coast. So, Coach, 2 miles off the coast.
I don't see the appeal.
This rust bucket is a money pit and a half. Absolutely not.
How about
you're paying $60K for it, and then you're probably putting 200+ K in.
How about it can house up to 200+ K?
Oh, no, like
I'm thinking like $1 million.
Yeah.
Easy.
Whatever. I don't know. I'm not as successful as you guys, okay?
By the
I'm
way,
just guessing.
I only have one house. Don't look at me. And it can house up to 200 people. It has a basement, a jetty, an artesian well fed by the natural stream below the seabed. So you have fresh water in this place.
Man, they're really trying to talk this up, aren't they?
What if somebody made it
Got a hole in the ground.
into a hotel? Would you go? I would stay in it.
I would stay in it.
That's actually a smart move.
No chance.
Whoa. Why would you not stay in it?
Average temperature of the North Sea in July is 63 degrees.
I'm out.
I would absolutely
see ya.
I would absolutely book a 2-night stay and be fine with it just to be in the middle
But
of
they
the
need
city.
to add some amenities. I mean, it would get pretty boring just being on that thing after like a day.
It's like Shutter Island. I'm out.
Okay, it's you have to
Can't go swimming. That does hurt.
All right, how about this? It's during World War II, it was armed by 4 6-inch guns and 2 6 powder guns. So that's part of the thing. Estimates are, Jamie, minimum of probably $700,000 to $1.5 million of renovations would have to be done.
Yeah.
To the property.
Yeah, I'm out.
So you're out at that point, Coach. You are in still on this.
My house is up for sale already.
Wow, he's already in.
No, I want this thing.
You honestly could be a Bond villain.
Yeah, I would do that.
You're 2 miles on the sea. You're sitting there. Dun, dun, dun.
It's going to be 93 today, and he's got a pullover on in here. He'd freeze in the North Sea.
Yeah, you would freeze. It would be a bit of a problem.
If I had the money, I would put a moat around my house now. So you have a built-in moat. Nobody's getting to you.
You got a moat at that.
Who's trying to get to you?
Well, people.
Oh, my gosh. I mean, it's just that's a...
no one's trying to get to you.
You don't think, Coach, that where would the ladies come from Bumble? How would they get there?
Build a helipad on the roof of this thing.
See, Connor, this would slow down your game big time.
Yeah, most of the girls I associate with do not have helicopters. So
I would imagine.
I'm going to stick with Center City, Philadelphia.
Is that where you're looking at apartments today?
Yeah,
So
I'll be
Connor,
around Center City.
All right, now we're all going to play a game here. Connor's going to look at apartments today. Other than the basic questions about how much does it cost, do I have a parking space, whatever. What are the stupid questions Connor will ask about the place that he's going to rent?
The gym hours.
Absolutely.
He's absolutely going to ask that.
100%.
Can I throw around the iron after I work a double so I can do that? Coach, do you have a dumb question you think Connor will ask today of the real estate person?
Is there a swingles night?
Yes, within the community.
Yeah.
I was going to go the same way is do they have mixers in the building? Like, do they have, like, singles get-togethers? Happy hour?
Nah, I'm not really a mixers type
My
person.
old building had that. When I was building the house and I was in the
You don't want to
apartment.
be peeing in your own pool, though. You know what I mean?
I'd do that at an apartment complex. We wouldn't do
Yeah?
it at,
It's a little...
Didn't you ever watch Melrose Place?
No.
Melrose Place was totally about that.
Have you seen Friends?
They were constantly,
Seinfeld, Elaine almost moved in?
constantly in and out of each other's rooms. Pat's suspiciously quiet on this. You don't have a stupid question that Connor would ask?
I think Connor would, my first thought was like asking about the bar scene or in the area, but Connor should probably already know that.
You should know it.
Yeah, I'm pretty
So
familiar.
he's good. Like, I'm trying to think, stupid question.
Do you think he's picking a place because of the
I think
proximity to the bar
Don't get
scene?
poor water pressure. That's a tip for you.
That's important.
Yeah, check the water pressure.
No, that's a great one.
What day's trash day?
It's true. I need to know that.
Need to know.
I forget all the time in my current place because it changes. On holidays, they
Yeah.
change it. Some days
You
it's
gotta
Friday
know.
and some days
They
they
do.
don't show up.
They shift it by a day.
Stupid. Why would you not show up? The
Oh, do
holiday
they-
was like 4 days ago.
Do they have a doorman?
Do they have a doorman?
Or a
Is
door
that
person?
important? Is that important? Yeah,
A door
sexist.
person.
You sexist.
Cancel me.
Cancel
Nah,
culture.
I don't need a door person. I've never had a door person ever. So
Pat,
if
that's
you're-
2 days in a
if
row
you're-
where you've done this.
NBC 10 will be in the parking lot waiting for me again.
Cancel Pat Egan.
Yeah,
a doorman, like a woman, can't answer the door.
Anyone can. I don't care who you're answering the door for. It's just as long as my Amazon package doesn't get stolen. That's important.
That is important. Amazon.
Yeah,
Do they have-
the places I've looked at have all had package rooms.
What about is it pet
hell's a
friendly?
package room?
I had a
That's what I'm
package.
nicknaming
I
my
had a
new
package
place.
room and I loved it. Loved it.
What about pet friendly? Do you care about that, Connor?
Not really. I watch my dog sometimes, but yeah, I'll normally go to Jersey.
So you
for
wait.
that.
So you don't care if
Wait a
it's
minute,
pet
you don't
friendly?
You have to have
you
a pet friendly
dog?
if you're watching your dog.
No, I go to Jersey and stay at my mom's house when she goes away and watch the dog there.
Okay. Well, that's a good thing. You do not know what a package room is, Jamie?
Is that where the mail goes?
No, it's a room where they literally do deliveries to.
Oh.
So you live in the building and you get an alert.
The only apartment I've ever been in was a single apartment.
You get an alert.
Wasn't a
and
building.
It'll have a 6-digit code on it.
Some people, it's Christmas every day.
And you walk up to the screen, you punch in your 6-digit code,
Yeah, okay.
and then one of the random boxes opens up. You don't know which one it's going to be. It's like a game show. And then it pops up and you see if you're getting a little package or a medium package or a big package. Very, very similar. It's exciting stuff. Jamie Lynch wants to defend somebody that was getting a little bit ripped yesterday, and I think it was by me.
This is the Lynchpin.
Yeah, I was thinking about I was doing some weeding when I got home yesterday, and I was just, down on the
You
ground.
and Tunis?
Was he weeding yesterday also?
He's always weeding.
Tunis enjoys weeding.
But he doesn't have a lawn.
I gotcha.
You get it.
Full cement.
and my mind went back to the Dame Lillard conversation. Now, something I didn't raise yesterday that I regretted in reviewing our debate yesterday was I actually think you were way off on this.
Well, how dare you?
The Supermax in the NBA was instituted so that this exact situation happens. A mid-market team acquires a star through the proper ways of a draft.
Okay.
And they can offer him more money than teams on the open market.
No question.
The Supermax is there so that teams like Portland and Washington can keep their Beals and Dame Lillards.
So they can pay them, what, like $28 to $30 million more than anybody else?
They're doing the exact thing the NBA model is looking for, is spreading the stars out over these mid-market teams so that LA and Miami aren't getting every star ever. It's incentives to these guys to stay with their teams. That's why it was instituted. That's why it exists. The real enemies of the state are Ben Simmons and Kevin Durant, guys who with 4 years yet left on their deals are demanding trades and taking the power back. Guys like Bradley Beal and Dame Lillard are doing exactly what the league pictured when they instituted this salary structure. So I think the Dames and Bradley Beals, look, you can rip them and say they don't want to win or they're prohibiting their team from winning. They're doing exactly the rules that the league set up. They're not the enemies here. Ben Simmons and Kevin Durant, and you can even lump in an Anthony Davis, who had, I think, 2 or 3 years remaining on his deal, did. They're the enemies. They're the guys that are causing the issues in the NBA. Bradley Beal and Dame Lillard, they're doing nothing wrong.
Look, don't tell me how much you want to win.
If I was
That's it. Just don't tell me how much.
They're not mutually exclusive.
No, but just don't tell me how much you want to win. Because
I'm sure he does.
Because he obviously knows less about the NBA than even I do then, if he thinks he's going to be winning an NBA championship in this window with Portland.
Let's say they come out on fire this year and they're in the 3rd seed, and all of a sudden at the trade deadline, somebody big becomes available. Who knows? Maybe Portland can go make that move and get over the top. You don't know.
They have the 17th best odds right now, 18th best odds in the NBA.
Yeah, maybe they come out on fire. And they go, oh, wow, we got something here.
Maybe I sprout wings like a bumblebee.
Their starting 5 is not atrocious.
A lot of what ifs. But it's in the West. It's
too many what
Lillard
ifs.
is doing what the NBA envisioned.
You're right. If I was a Houston Rockets fan, I'd respect Dame Lillard.
Yes.
Because I'm a Philadelphia 76ers fan and I want Dame Lillard on my team, I'm pissed off. And I will be the first one to admit that, because I want Dame Lillard to ask out. I want Bradley Beal to ask out and say, you know what, I want to go to Philadelphia. But they didn't, so they're cowards.
But they could in time become the enemy.
But if I was a fan of the Detroit Pistons,
you'd love it.
I respect the hell out of what they did. I love the loyalty. Love it.
Exactly.
And
so I am the definition of a hypocrite.
And it's your guy. But the thing is, like yesterday, you brought up the idea of Joel Embiid. Joel Embiid has competed here, though, with a team that is a 50-win in the mix type of team discussion. He's not on a team that is a nondescript no shot.
But they're not. I mean,
they are though, Jamie.
But they're not. I mean, they went to a Western Conference Finals like 3 years ago.
They are not in the mix. They're not in the mix.
They constantly win over 40 games.
17 teams have better odds to win the title than they do. They're not in the discussion.
3 years ago, we didn't know what COVID was. We thought Corona was a beer. I mean, come on, we're living in 3 years ago.
It still is a delicious beer, Pat. It's delicious.
It's just horrible luck with the naming. And the timing. But 3 years ago, like, Jamie, you know deep down they have no shot of winning an NBA championship.
No, I wouldn't say that at all. I just said maybe they're on fire and they make a huge acquisition at the trade deadline. Dude, I mean, here's what they've done the last couple years. Last year, Dame Lillard was hurt, so we're scratching that one. 42 wins, 35 wins, 53 wins, 49 wins, 41 wins, 44, 51, 54.
That's not good. Those numbers aren't good.
There's
Not
five
great.
seasons
teams.
over 50 wins, which we laud the Sixers for.
We don't,
No,
though.
you
Not anymore.
laud the
Not anymore.
Sixers
We don't.
for it.
I don't laud them for it.
I laud them for playoff wins, and they
50
haven't
wins
given
is
them.
a legitimate mark in the NBA. We're acting like the Portland Trailblazers are, the Houston Rockets here. They're not.
The Portland Trailblazers once in 30 years have been to the Final Four.
The Sixers have been to the Final Four like once in my lifetime. It doesn't matter. They're a
not
competitive
in the mix
team
now, though.
You don't. Dame Lillard missed last year. You have no idea what they are this year.
No team in the NBA that is scared of the Portland Trailblazers.
None.
Okay.
There's not. I mean,
what do you think they're going to be? Let's put money on it. I'll put $4.
I think they could be as high as a 4 or 5 seed.
Don't go. What?
You think a 5 seed?
Yeah, I don't think you guys know who Anthony Simmons is.
Put
$7.
They just got Jeremy Grant. They're not a bad starting
Put
five.
$7.
$7.
On
what?
On they won't be a 5th seed. They'll be lower than a 5th.
So if they're a 6 seed, you owe Pat $7, and if they're a 5 seed or above, Pat owes you $7, Jamie.
Fine.
That's a burrito bowl.
Wow.
Cash
We
money.
got it.
Come on,
I'm not
flip that.
shaking your sweaty palm.
You don't have to
pound it.
shake
That's
it.
fine. You can pound me.
I mean, the guy should be
grab
lauded.
that.
The guy should be lauded. He's not an enemy of the state here. He did the right thing.
No, I'm just saying don't tell me again how much you want to win.
They're-
Don't tell me. Don't give me the speeches about, well, I want to win, but I want to win here. I want to be the reason we win here. Yeah, sure he does. And you know what? I want to be 6'2", and I'm not. And I can wish it all I want. It's not happening. I mean, it's ridiculous.
They've won 50 games many times in his career.
I still like the idea of this is what is going to help me. Basketball is going to be the vehicle to help me do the things I want to do in life.
Yeah, you're reading way too much into those words.
That's secondary.
No.
I think the things you want to do in life.
He plays basketball,
He
what,
wants to be
6 or
Dame-
7 months of
wants
the
to be
year?
Dame Dollar.
I think he's playing Dame.
He wants to be Dame Dollar.
Playing game Dame.
I don't even know what that means.
The playing game. I think he's destined for the playing game.
Yes, he's going to be in the play-in
So he's
tournament.
playing game Dame.
That's what it should be, his new rap name.
Yeah. You should get that to him.
Well, we'll find out. I mean, I
$7 is on the line. That's the biggest wager
I hope to
ever placed on this show.
I hope to still be on the show when that wager.
Well,
vests.
I'm a huge Trailblazers fan this year.
Yeah, right.
Now,
Love them.
We just want to do something here is that, Pat, your contributions to this show are amazing. Before the announcement today at 4.
Yeah, there's a butt coming. I feel like.
No, you're. I just want everyone to know how much Pat's contributions to this show.
Thank you.
Listen today at 4 o'clock.
It was
on the
great
Fanatic
working
for
with
a
you, Pat.
major announcement.
It was average working with you, James. John, thank you for your time.
I really enjoyed it.
Connor, it was
Appreciate
fun.
it.
Coach,
Miss you, Pat.
It's and you may not have to miss them too much. You got to wait for the announcement though.
Make sure to write.
Here I come, WOGL. Here I come.
No, but write 135 words or more.
Yeah, it's got to be 2 to 300 words.
And then attach some.
Yeah.
The hashtag's got to be at the front.
Make sure the
attach a little video content.
Yeah, make sure the SEO content's good.
So we know that.
Just go to
Cite
the
your
web
sources.
Go to the website. Start clicking around for me, folks.
Start looking for Pat.
Tie the mouse to your dog and just have him just click away.
Big announcement today at 4 o'clock here on the Fanatic. Jamie's not nervous at all about the announcement. Jamie's actually sort of cocky and arrogant.
I got
He's betting
fired 2 weeks ago.
$7.
I'm back.
He's betting $7.
Yeah, he's already come back from the dead. He's like the Jon Snow of getting fired.
I mean, I got cornered into that bet. I don't love it, but I'm gonna.
Wait a minute,
I think they can surprise some people this year.
Wait, people came back from the dead on that show, Connor?
Game of Thrones? Yeah. Well, spoiler.
Whoa.
No. There's no such thing as a spoiler. The show's over. It's been over forever.
Yeah.
So somebody comes back from the dead?
Multiple
can.
people.
Yeah, multiple. There are
Really?
people that-
Possibly could.
Okay, and you make fun of General Hospital.
Oh,
Yeah.
stop it.
And
Yeah,
where
we
people
do.
not really die, people think they're dead.
Yeah,
and they
what's
come
a
back.
fantasy land with
we're ending the show?
dragons?
We're ending the show with
Well,
General
what
Hospital
fantasy
talk.
language,
welcome for your
Jen?
lead-in,
We can't,
Andrew.
we
Come
can't.
on, dragons?
Can we get back to the
Judas
40s
is
minor
in here,
league
like, give
system?
me something.
Dragons or what?
Jamie, you want to just start an argument so we can
Jamie
get off
will.
the General Hospital?
You want to talk Phillies prospects?
Let's do it, you coward.
Oh, my gosh, the two of you. $7.
Don't make a trade now.
I can't believe $7 is on the line.
That's
Yeah.
almost a burrito.
That's a fortunate.
No, that is a burrito, isn't it?
Yeah, not in this 9.1 inflation economy.
Yeah, not in this
9.1%
economy.
inflation.
Yeah, it's cool.
Everybody
Love
just
it.
stay at work.
By the time that
Don't leave work today. Just say, can I stay later?
that bet vests, that burrito will cost about $27.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
Welcome to Venezuela. Hey, remember, support life-saving cancer research. Join us and our generous partner, All Seasons Comfort Control. Make a donation today, would you, to the American Association for Cancer Research. Thanks, All Seasons. At 97.5thefanatic.com/AACR, because cancer research saves lives. Cuz and the Tunis getting all together. You're going to have some Cuz radio coming your way. You don't want to miss any of that. Plus, remember, big announcement today at 4 o'clock. You don't want to miss it. Tunis is very sort of cocky about this, too. He's not scared of what the announcement is. Be tuned in. You don't want to miss it. Have a great day, everybody.
The John Kincade Show.
I am so excited I can't stand it.
On 97.5 The Fanatic. Philadelphia.
The summer heat means it's that time of year to crank up the AC again, to keep your home cooling more efficiently and help save you on high energy bills. I suggest you go Guida and finally replace your old, drafty, inefficient windows and doors with my good friends at Guida Door and Window. Right now, Guida is offering their best discounts of the year with their big 40% off summer sales event on all expertly installed windows and doors. You'll receive 40% off each window you buy. That's right, 40% off all